This is Q Talk America.
The following broadcast contains adult humor, language, and topics, along with partial nudity. Actual knowledge is used sparingly. The show is a result of a lost bet and a bad game of rock, paper, scissors. It's The Show with Clayton McKee. And now, a man with a face for radio, Clayton McKee.
We have yet to find a technical situation wherein, in some shape, way, or form, we can't bring to you the knowledge that this show puts out every week. And we've done it again. You're welcome, world. Hi, it's Clayton McKee, Studio C, full of technical difficulties tonight, and I personally blame Obama for everything, because that seems to be what everybody else does.
Now, the right thing to do is you blame two other things first, and then you land on Obama.
Oh.
You don't want to just jump right to it.
Technical difficulty, late show start.
Okay, that's what actually happened. You haven't blamed anybody yet.
You gotta blame something else.
That's just shit that happened.
So for those of you listening, if you're watching this, God, you must be somewhere in this room and we can't see you, because that's not happening. We are not doing a YouTube broadcast tonight because for some reason the software that you pay a lot of money for and you update it and you deal with it, it doesn't want to work. So that'll be a nice conversation tomorrow with Telestream when I ask them what the fuck $200 was worth for me in July to get nothing. It's lovely.
That's nice.
Yeah. So
you usually go to the DMV for that kind of return on your investment.
Right.
Yeah, I pay $450 for, well, I don't know, this.
Yeah.
This is all you get.
Just to drive my car. That's all you get. If you are listening, thank you very much for doing so. I see Jenny and Annette and Joe, and I don't know if my mom's going to be in there or not because she can't watch it, and I think my mom pretty much says, "Oh, fuck it. If I can't just sit on my couch and watch it easy on my flat screen, I'm not gonna deal with it." So she might be. I realize nobody can see the show right now, even though we are. You can control your own headphones right there. The one that says cat. Turn the one that says cat down. There you go.
Oh, and I haven't even started talking yet. Can you imagine how painful that was going to be?
You can't see at this point. Sitting in the place of Kat Carlson this week is Bootsy Lamone, otherwise known as Daniel Ray. You may remember him from a few weeks ago where he was playing the part of Al Perkins in the season 5 opener when Al was in
versatile.
Hawaii. Well,
it's like those actors that play 6 different parts on Law and Order in the same season.
Now, I know listeners aren't surprised at this. Marnie's not here yet. That's not a surprise. She's somewhere getting tacos. She got tacos and she's on her way. And the taco thing is an entire joke between you, Al, and Kat.
Well, she had something on her page a couple days ago that I was like, would prayers help? And she was like, your prayers mean so much.
Right.
And then yesterday she took a picture of an empty table and was talking about the complete lack of tacos on said table. I'm like, I feel like my prayer circle's working extra hard for you this week. Get your tacos
Get your shit together. Well, in place of an empty chair or an empty microphone this week, we have a special guest who just got off work, immediately cracked open a bottle of Cabernet.
Atta girl.
I was thirsty.
Welcome to rehab.
Cheers.
And found microphone number 5. That's Jason Carlton, who you've
Hola.
heard us talk. We've called. We've talked about him. He's been here in the show multiple times. Now in the camera shot though, we can see your head in that camera shot.
Yeah, that's Shine.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah. He's got to shine.
Oh, you can actually see through my head.
Wow.
Because of the fact that I don't know, he's got surgery type lights on here.
Oh, if I could get those, we go higher.
Oh, Jesus. I do not understand. I watch TV. People are pretty on TV. What has happened?
We don't have that budget. If we can get those lights and
we could just dim that a little
I
bit.
can barely get this motherfucker to broadcast to YouTube. You're asking about HD TV from ABC because they're beautiful.
Fuck no, HD TV with these lights. I'll shoot you myself. I'll save the money on the contractor.
I agree. What was that show you used to watch with America Ferrera in it? That was
Your
beautiful.
mom is on now.
Oh, Ugly Betty.
Ugly Betty, beautiful. That every camera shot was gorgeous.
Not your mom. Never mind.
Yeah, yes.
I'm confused.
She's in the chat room. I got it. So maybe she's listening on some other device within her house. Her sister's visiting this week, so they're sitting on the couch, both looking at electronic devices, going, "Huh? How's this work? I don't know what's."
As soon as we figure it out, we'll let them know.
Yeah, we'll let them know. Right, that'd be fantastic.
They're busy posting pictures.
Yeah, we are certainly not going to pass judgment on anyone's technological
No, not us.
deficiencies today.
Not us. Not today. I was even excited. I was going to put the Rachel Maddow show behind Bootsy on the green screen today because we have a Rachel Maddow story coming up in headlines, but I really don't care at this point.
I'm so sad I wanted to do the weather.
Well, there's no weather.
Cooling off this
Oh, look, there's Ma. Oh, you did not get them. And look where you got them from. Wow.
America.
That's not exactly what I actually thought you were going to get the 12-pack from Taco Bell's, what I thought you were going to do.
You know what? I was going to be grateful for either
I
one.
was seriously thinking it was Jack in a Box, 2 for 99 cents.
There's
Those
right
are
drop of
dismal, though. Those are dismal.
Those don't
Best
do well the
drunk
next
food
day.
ever.
Oh, I don't think they do.
They're the
good.
reason Trump doesn't like Mexicans.
Yeah.
Really? That's it?
That's it.
Oh.
Those tacos at Jack in the Box really just paint the country in a horrible way.
Because they're not
Ours
real
and theirs,
tacos.
really. No.
Got it.
Me
Yeah,
neither
oh,
until about
just-
30 minutes ago.
Yeah, just got off work and want to know if we could stop by, and here he is.
Yep.
So we'll make do. We'll make do. What a night for Kat to miss, huh? I mean, Bootsy, Jason,
Tacos.
takes two people
Good
to
crew.
She gets tacos enough.
takes
throw up.
two people to fill in for Kat. Well, thank you for making that stop, Marnie, on your way.
Absolutely.
We're updating
How
everybody else.
kind.
We are technically challenged tonight, which in other nights we are
Does
too.
that mean no video?
No video tonight, but
Yeah.
no, I'm recording it and it'll be uploaded later. But they can't watch currently
I
on
kept
the
trying
YouTube.
to
Yeah, you can't.
while I was
no,
out
but it's
with my
audio
tacos.
only tonight. So there we are for all the ships at sea.
I love it when I sound thinner.
And a deep exhale from me too, because there was an attempt. It failed.
Well, apparently it's not
on
going to
just about every front, but
I think you look
especially
lovely.
this front. But
Oh, I'll be right back. I have something in the car.
Oh, is
I
it a
hope it's more
stand by.
tacos.
is it a live
It's the salsa.
is it a live
The sour
animal?
cream for Al and I.
If I would have known that's where you were stopping, I would
make
have
my own.
requested. I would have requested a couple other things because I haven't eaten there in a long
I
time.
haven't either, and I was going to go to El Napolito, my favorite place, 24th Street in Thomas.
Yeah.
Closed today.
Ah,
It
Mon-
was a conspiracy.
a lot. Oh no,
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
Because Trump's coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, they're probably getting ready. It's a good point. They're probably prepping for.
Now they just announced on the husband show that Trump is planning a surprise trip to Mexico.
Yes.
Somewhere between his California fundraising trip and his curing all of our nation's ills in Arizona on immigration on Wednesday, he's planning a surprise trip to Mexico.
I don't know that Mexico knows this yet.
So to meet. They have
Can they
Juarez.
ban him?
I hope he
Oh,
goes
I
to
bet they
Juarez.
can. Sure,
I mean, can they just say you're not welcome here?
Oh no, I'm sure they could.
London already did that. so-
Yeah. I'm sure they could
So
just say.
whether or not anybody else is on board with this meeting with, I think is it still Vicente Fox? Is that still the president of Mexico?
No.
Sounds
They've got to
good.
know Vicente. No, that's a couple
Is he
years.
Venezuela? At
No.
It's Juan Valdez.
No,
I was like, is
no,
that Vivica's
no.
husband? I don't know.
Vicente Fox was the president. He's now stepped down, and there's a new one, but I can't remember his name. But he's much younger.
And well, anyways, so allegedly he's
Not
part
young
of this
enough
little,
for me to date, but
yeah,
he's younger.
exactly, and he has a job, so he's out. In this particular little Tate-a-Tate, we're not sure if the other Tate is in with the whole thing.
We're talking about taint already?
Exactly.
Yes.
Confused myself.
So they interviewed this guy and they're like, according to the Secret Service, is the Secret Service, because they guard the presidential nominees now, they're at that point, are they prepared to take Trump into another country for that quick, and like how much money it would be? Oh, good morning.
I know.
We got a hot one on
Oh,
top of
there he
us and a
is.
hot one down below us.
That is. That's the new
handsome.
president of Mexico.
Our border countries
Oh, yeah, I'm
really
not
know
mad
how
at
to
him.
elect
Oh,
attractive
not
men.
at all.
No, it also
And I bet he's uncut.
boots. Let's move that mic closer. I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Neither can the listeners.
Oh yeah. So anyways, so this thing is going on. They were talking about like, is there any word of like what the Secret Service thinks about paying for this kind of not a smart idea and really like poorly planned surprise trip to Mexico? And they're like, yeah, but they think they might need extra security. And the guy goes, I'm not trying to say that going to Mexico is a hostile experience,
But-
it might be for Donald.
True.
And it was just a straight up, like,
Fact.
impartial political reporter that was just like, you know, I don't want to imply,
Right.
but
Do you think they'll get a check for the
wall.
The wall?
Down
Yeah.
payment.
Yeah.
Probably get a down
Yeah.
payment.
I mean, I think so.
it would make sense.
Because
Now,
they
would
were
it be in
thinking-
cash? You know, all those drums.
Oh.
You don't know.
You
El
don't.
Chapo.
They did just find another tunnel.
Well, they could say the money's
Well,
in the
exactly,
tunnel.
because
Jenny-
you go through the tunnels, not over
Maybe
the
that's how he's
not over the
surprised.
walls.
It's gonna be like a Trump in the.
Oh, he
Just,
could
like,
tunnel
crawl through the
in.
tunnel and just-
If he tunneled in and just did a media experience just across the border, he could be proving yet another
And
point.
think of all the people he'd meet.
I think so as well.
Yes,
Rapists
with
and
guns.
murderers. Like,
Yes,
that's
it'd
what
be
he's
like-
expecting.
Yeah.
Ooh,
For me?
there's something.
No,
in the
I just thought
box.
I'd hand it to you.
Well, I was like, maybe you didn't know how to open a box.
Is it Donald Trump?
We're
She's a
gonna leave that alone.
lesbian. Come
We'll
on.
leave that one alone.
Wah, wah. Oh my God, I hate people who use. Isn't there? Do we have a knife? We have a. We
You know what? I'd have to stand
Sorry,
up and walk
I
somewhere.
was going
so,
to do
Bootsy,
that,
what
but-
you been up to this week?
Oh, I know. We're going. The
Someone listens.
Oh, boy.
anticipation.
And now that I found out that they can be delivered straight to my home.
Actually, they can be overnighted. Just so you
Oh
can-
wait, are these those fucking cheddar biscuits?
yeah, because
That
I
not
looked.
one of you fuckers in your trip to
I
Costco
looked.
bought
I looked
me.
a couple of places. I couldn't find them, and I thought he was going to start throwing a tantrum. So
Oh.
Oh
This
my
is the
God, it's a
kit.
Red Lobster brand.
Yeah.
Yes!
It's
I
an
just
actual
assumed
kit.
it was some generic
How
bullshit.
are you not
Oh,
listening
no,
to
no.
me screaming
I
in your
heard.
ear?
Calm down, woman. I
miss
heard
you
you
like
say you. I heard you say you went to Red Lobster. That doesn't mean that Costco carries the Red Lobster brand.
No. I was at a friend's house for a lovely homemade dinner where it was fresh fish and salads that he made from a garden. And what did I rave
I don't
about?
think-
The Red Lobster brand.
I don't think the whole dinner party at somebody else's house was part of it. All I heard was you were at Red Lobster eating those things.
No, this is what the guy made.
That's
He
what he
made this
served.
beautiful meal of all this fresh cut food, and I would not shut up about it. It was so rude because he's like the from the box Costco Red Lobster shit, and I was like, you can buy that at a store. I thought you were a wizard.
So you have to mix these up and bake them.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I wanted.
So that's why I've been telling you at Costco to get me the Red Lobster brand.
How long does it take to make them?
At
10
least,
minutes. Oh no, 10 biscuits.
it's got to be at least 35 minutes.
Oh, we got a 3-hour show. Come on, we can.
You don't have the
You really
I
ingredients.
bet they go.
Those
I was gonna say.
along
I
with
bet they
this?
go great with tacos.
I don't.
Oh
wanna
my
hear
God,
anybody
biscuits and
yell anymore.
tacos. We'll make a fortune. We'll start at your
Wait,
mom's
are
house.
we talking biscuits?
I'm sure she gets that. That's funny.
14 to 16 minutes. Play one of those dance breaks.
But
32 times.
What do you need to mix it up? No. What
You
do
have
you?
to have certain special ingredients. I
Water,
think.
oil.
That's what I want to know. Do we have
Eggs.
it? Ask me. Ask me questions.
It
I might have it.
Ask me no questions. Tell me no lies.
looks like you just had water, which makes my complimenting this part of that meal even
worse.
more horrifying.
I have purified
worse.
water in the fridge. If you want to, we get a bowl. We'll start it. We'll
Oh,
preheat
fuck,
the
we're
oven.
cooking with it. I'll take the ice cubes that the guy sent back to
Yeah.
Italy in this story.
Jesus Christ. Wow. Well, there's that.
Oh, a fat girl just got back from camp.
Her basement's not flooded, but it's at least moist, like those biscuits are gonna be.
The walls are kind of in a perilous place.
Oh,
My gosh.
So, Bootsy, what you been up to?
Still haven't got past that yet.
I know. We're trying to get
Well,
started. on
my
this.
God, the biscuits were delivered.
I went to the boy band concert on Friday night at Comerica Theater.
Oh, who's the boy
It
band?
was, poor Ryan Cabrera, O-Town, Dream, and 98 Degrees.
I have no. Oh, 98 degrees. Poor things. I
Was
saw
that like
them
a
in
Lachey?
concert.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't pay for the
Is there a
ticket.
Lachey
I kept-
family member involved?
Yeah,
in
I kept
There's
saying,
two
like,
Lachey family members.
Nick and Drew LaHoo.
Nick and Drew?
Like the whole time because they were awful.
Wait, you were there?
No.
No,
Oh.
We saw them with what's her favorite band?
NSYNC.
Did you say
Backstreet
nitty
Boys.
gritty?
Backstreet Boys.
I thought you said nitty.
Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet
Yeah.
Boys.
I thought you said nitty
I
gritty
feel
dirt
like,
band.
I feel like the height of
I
Justin
like it,
Timberlake, the pinnacle of Justin
wasn't
Timberlake.
Justin
Not there
Timberlake.
yet. Yeah, so it's the other one.
It was the other one.
Okay,
Right.
Backstreet
Thank
Boys.
you. Because
I
I'm
feel
like,
like
wait.
I think NSYNC's careers might be at a point where they can't all get back together. One of
Right.
them's not going to show up.
That's true.
Paul, Ringo, I'm not sure which one. So
50 years today since their last show.
Whose? 98
Beatles.
degrees?
Beatles?
Oh,
Same.
the Beatles.
what do you mean 50 years
Beatles.
ago today? Did they stop
Not
playing
50.
live?
Yeah.
Stopped or started?
Well, of course they had to
Stop.
stop in They had to stop playing live in 80 together for one reason.
No. She's saying, but in 1966 they stopped playing live. So what did they do for the last 4 years? They really didn't tour? I did not
don't
know
know.
this.
On vacation,
I'm intrigued.
they were on hiatus, and then they
No, but they made
announced-
all their best albums are after 66. Like Sgt. Pepper's is after 66.
When did Yoko come into the picture? Because didn't they all despise her?
Yeah, but they still made music right up until 70. Like Let It Be or whatever that is. The last album is 1970. I'm shocked by this news.
Well, we might have
50
to
years
look that
later,
up.
I'm shocked to hear it. Only
you-
only
because you
look
weren't.
that
Yeah.
Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't. Shut up.
And when the last albums came out,
Oh, then.
Yeah. Oh, well, yes.
there's not going to be much math, but I can add that much.
I'm like, all of a
France.
sudden, Al's a fucking Republican and can't do math or
Right,
facts.
or facts. Right.
God damn it.
Facts are hard.
They are.
Welcome to the table, Jason.
have-
now we're going to call out Al all night on shit.
All right, so boy bands.
So boy bands. Yes.
So we're treating you just like we treat cats. So enjoy that.
It's totally.
And later you'll have no segment at all. Perfect. Just like
I have nothing to contribute anyway. I'm just here for tacos.
So now who was?
You didn't even know about
Ray
tacos.
Romano was
right.
the first guy.
No, Ryan Cabrera.
Same thing.
Ray Romano. Not you.
Everybody loves Cabrera.
Unfortunately, he sang about.
Everybody
as well
loves
as Ray
Cabrera.
Romano.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
it was really rough.
That's fucking
And then
funny.
it was O-Town, which I am assuming is a band from across the pond, I think. I
No,
don't know that for
O-Town
sure.
was
No,
here.
O-Town? They were?
And if you follow Ashley Parker Angel on Instagram,
Of
you
course
would
I don't.
understand why the
is that?
fuck they were kind of popular for about 2 seconds.
Is he still in the band?
no.
No,
I was gonna
the
say, I
band
don't
went
remember
away
seeing
for a
him.
long time. And
Yeah.
how we tie this in our Kevin Bacon 6 Degrees of Separation way is Clayton. I'm not going to own ownership of friendship. It's an acquaintance. But Chris Gonzo, when he...
Oh, Gonzalez.
Gonzalez. He was originally cast in O-Town. And that was one of those coming out of Miami from that...
From the guy who just died in prison.
Even
Max,
though
what's
he...
his
yeah.
name? Max Munchnick?
Lee Perlman or I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Lou Pearlman.
Lou Pearlman just died.
Yeah.
he just died.
So,
All right, and the other guy
anyway,
may
so-
have created Will and Grace. I'm just spitting out names.
Something. Me too. But so our acquaintance, this Christopher Gonzalez guy, he was originally cast, but then he wasn't
I
cute enough.
completely forgot about that.
Yeah, and then it
She
was
wasn't-
she
wasn't
wasn't
cute
cute enough.
Wasn't that like a babyface thing, or wasn't that like
It wa-
some mega producer that
Yeah.
put together? Pretty,
And it was
pretty
one of
They
those-
tried to do like a male En Vogue.
They tried, but it was at the same time as NSYNC and what was the? It was when NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and all them were really getting big, and so they were like, "Oh, we're gonna."
Menudo? No.
Well, Menudo started.
No,
in,
thank
what,
you.
the
I
70s.
signed up for the tacos. But
All
kind of.
right, very nice.
Now, because like in my mind, like the Backstreet Boys are like we're like in the late '80s or early '90s or something truly horrible. Like I feel like they're all 50.
They all started
They
in the
are,
late
really.
'90s.
According to
Not late 90s,
Wikipedia,
yeah.
O-Town is an American boy band formed from the first season of the MTV-produced reality television series Making the Band
sure.
in
Oh.
2000.
Oh.
And Backstreet Boys, Drew, nobody's putting them down.
Oh, no.
No, I love me some Backstreet
I
Boys.
did too. We
But
had
they've
so
gotten
much
they've
fun
gotten
at
really
concert.
fucking old now.
Yeah, 98 Degrees was not good, but
Really?
No,
Oh, I liked them.
I thought they were awful.
They were actually the best of the four that were at this
Think about-
particular show.
let's go ahead
I know
and name-
it's
name-
all
name again.
relevant. It's all-
Ryan
I know
Cabrera.
Ryan Cabrera, O-Town,
Right.
Dream, which is evidently a female
Didn't
band
know, yeah.
for female
And
singers.
now they performed. You're here today to tell us about it, and you're not sure if they were female.
No, they were female. I didn't know going into the show that
I
they
think
were
that is a
actually-
valid question.
So can we be mad at that?
No.
Who is
No,
that?
that's
Is that
Ashley Parker Angel.
Oh,
he
yeah,
was
no.
the little twink in
He's a
O-Town,
good-looking boy.
and now he has grown
I'm
into
gonna
a
need
beautiful
you to
man.
screenshot and send me that.
And then bathroom's full.
We have two in this
Clayton's
house.
gonna go
Yeah.
eat
But he's
tacos.
white with blue
I'm
eyes.
just gonna hang out in here.
I just want. I don't give. I just looking for neck down.
Well,
And there's
I'm,
a filter on his phone that makes him darker.
oh my. Well, oh.
I'll worry about the Photoshop. You just give me the picture.
I'm just trying to help people through the buffet.
How is that helping?
I don't know. Carlton, what did you do this week? What happened before that bottle of wine?
I haven't finished it yet.
He's worked 70. What did you say?
Well, it's
70 hours.
only 7:30.
Yeah, it's early. This is the first time in a while.
Oh, and there's another bottle of wine in the fridge. That I never
It's
know.
mine. It's mine.
No, it's
mine,
not. Wait,
mine, mine.
I left my bottle of wine here last week.
There's a second bottle of
Ooh, a
wine.
mystery bottle of
no,
wine.
it's that. No, it's not a mystery. We've had it for almost a year.
Ew.
It's the Barefoot. It's a bottle of white. It's a Barefoot
Oh, that's
wine.
mine. It is.
I think just by default he's saying everything.
Yeah,
liquor.
it's mine.
It's his.
Let's see.
You are.
Who brings bottles of wine every
But
week to
remember,
the
we
show?
inherited wine
Bootsy.
from the Pride group a long time ago.
But it wasn't that. That's when I was on that barefoot
Yeah, because
kick,
he
and
bought
we-
it for Pride, and so it's his.
Are those tacos getting cold?
Yeah.
Probably.
well, let's dish them out.
All right. I didn't know.
Oh, let's do it now.
All
Come
right.
on.
They can't see us eat them, so let's do
So
it.
we're drinking
Yeah,
wine
we're-
and
well,
doing.
They're going to
recording.
see you eat them later. By
Hey,
the way.
do
Fine,
we
that's
need
fine.
your-
I don't care what they're doing.
That bag looks like it's absorbing grease or something. Do we need to get plates pizza and stuff?
I don't know.
Sarah Palin, do you want a fork for your pizza?
Oh, I didn't
I'm
ask
just
that
fucking with
question.
you. So which,
Asshole. God damn.
I didn't get any nicer in the last 6 days.
No,
That's not going to be part of my story.
no,
So
I
what'd
just
you do?
I've worked a lot, and that's what I do now, and I'm a professional employee.
He went from not working at all to working all the time.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
No, I just added up with Bootsy the hours from last Thursday morning
you added
until
up with Bootsy.
I
That's
know.
an interesting.
Well, and my phone calculator because
I
I'm
had to
not
take my
that
shoes
smart.
off.
I don't know what they all are.
71 hours in 5 days. That's a little
That's
bit.
a lot up.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
So I'm happy with like everything is good.
could you
It's just
not be?
right. I mean, you know, salaried manager now. That's what you do is you work your ass off
All the time.
all the time.
Yeah.
It's fun to be the boss though, because today I got to write people up,
Oh.
walk around and tell people what to do.
I'm sure I'll hear about that later.
Talk
yeah.
about how it's not your first time at the
Rodeo.
rodeo,
Oh, nope.
motherfuckers.
Move
Nope.
that bitch of a bearing wall.
No, my favorite is I get to write people up for being late, and their excuse all the time is fucking traffic. It's goddamn Phoenix. There's traffic every day. Like you plan traffic into your travel time.
Not if you can't.
Not if you're like me
no.
and work from home. You have no concept
Yeah.
of
Oh,
traffic.
but when you do the same drive every day or
Yeah.
5 days a week, like you kind of know it's gonna take me 30 minutes with traffic. So
Yeah.
you leave 40 minutes before you're supposed to be there, so you have that 10-minute buffer. Oh no, not these people.
By the way, it's a new segment on Q Talk America called Time Management
Yes.
with Jason Carlton.
Well, now, when
But
I
ironically,
No, I
I
agree
was
with them,
fired
though.
from Charlie's for
Right.
being late.
Our sponsor for this segment is Charlie's Phoenix.
Did you not live behind Charlie's?
Oh yeah, still 5 feet away.
Okay.
but it makes it
But
worse.
the traffic, I mean,
Yeah,
the traffic
But I
on
did-
Pearson.
I did
the
use
bus
traffic.
Traffic.
Pearson
Yes,
was
traffic.
just so bad.
the
There
people
was
making returns are really what holds up the whole line
oh
at Charlie's.
Oh, it's Charlie's.
yes.
Just so you know, there.
But so other than me working a lot, everything is wonderful. I did meet a guy. I thought things were going great, and then of course he lied, and
look at
cheated, and was a piece of
they're-
shit. So now I've moved on, and Clayton McKee is happy about that because he
I
was
know
annoying
who
anyway.
It is. I know who it is.
Yeah.
And did that all just happen while you were working 71 hours?
No,
'Cause-
no, no.
okay.
No, this has been a couple week
This
process.
goes back? Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God, look at this. We're just passing. I realize that you aren't watching the show at this point because we're not live video at this moment, but we're passing a big brown paper bag around of tacos. Bootsy, take your tacos.
And it's kind of
That
a
I'm gonna
catch-all
use
of
to put
whatever you're
over
gonna
somebody's face later to fuck them.
Oh, wow.
Oh my!
Well,
We've started the show
we're
already.
off
Hey, it's
the
Clayton's
rails.
lucky day.
We're off the rails now. Look at you with your. Now, are these al pastor or are these carne
It's a little bit
asada?
of there's some carne asada, there's some al pastor.
Carne asada.
You went
al
nuts.
pastor,
Wow, look at you.
Tacos.
Which location
And
did
then
you go?
the 16th Street one because I wanted to go to the 7th Street one.
Yeah,
but I
'cause
just
that's
didn't
the
have
only
time.
original-
That's a tough in and out though.
Right, but
No
that's
getting
the
around
only
that.
original one.
I know. That's the one I wanted to go to.
Where America
but-
still supervises. And
Yeah.
by the way, America, it's the place is called America's Taco Shop. The one of the women, the father, excuse me, the married couple that owns it is Terry and America is her name, and it's fantastic food. Oh, I didn't get any yet. No, I just was making sure everybody else got some. Well, Carlton,
He
I
said
just
no.
ate a huge fucking burrito that one of my
not a
kitchen-
metaphor. Not a
No.
metaphor.
you know what? I'm not missing any meals working
have
a lot.
napkins?
What is
Oh, paper
that?
towels.
What is this?
Yeah,
Is it-
over there.
That's the
oh wait,
It's that thing you throw in the air and then you shoot at it, like game.
These.
how do you know? Oh, I forgot the name, but I used to eat them there all the time.
Vaccaro Vizent.
Brenda Vaccaro.
Brenda,
I-
what is
It's
it?
a vampire or something.
Vampiro.
Vampiro, that's it. Oh my
So
god.
there's
So there's some vampiros, and then there's.
There's 10 of each. 10 vampiros, 10 tacos.
no.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
There are.
Should be 5
But
tacos.
there's 5 pastor,
5
5 carne of each.
Right.
I
Two.
like that
No.
you're reading the receipt.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's stimulating.
Well, it's about the most interesting thing that's happened so far on the show.
Now, Marina, before you get your mouth full, how's your dinner? I'll be that waiter.
My what?
You know how we just
Oh,
take a
right.
bite and then come around and ask you how it is. So what'd you do all week?
You go to the dentist.
Don't
talk, sir. Don't talk.
Just sat at America's Tacos waiting for these.
Got my cheddar biscuits, got my tacos. I'm just gonna sit here for a week.
You're good to go.
Now how did Ernie miss
Should I
the
go
boy
preheat
band
the oven? Would you like me to go preheat the oven?
No, I'm just kidding. Ship has sailed. How did Ernie not go to the for
Oh,
boy
because that was
bands.
not because she doesn't care about that. She only likes the
Oh,
Backstreet
so there's no
People.
substitution in
No,
this
no, no,
story.
no, no. Just that. Also, I didn't have any idea.
I might need one or two of those things.
Nor did I.
What are
what
those
things?
little pods?
Oh,
of
yeah, yeah, yeah.
love? Can you pass me one?
You
No,
want one of
of
each?
each. Yeah, let's do one of
Okay.
each.
There are
Equal
also
opportunity.
these things
Thank
if you guys want them.
Those
I
are
don't know
so-
their-
Yeah, and
Sauces.
I didn't
I'm-
follow you photographically, so I can't cue you up with clues as to what you did.
Oh, that's true.
Who can?
I didn't really do anything. I don't think. I'm pretty much. God, I really don't have a life. Well, last Wednesday, I've actually been on a little cooking kick.
Oh, very good.
No.
Yeah. So.
Couldn't get those biscuits made. I'm just.
I just bought them for.
I
her.
understand.
That's all.
Is that a euphemism for something?
No, those are biscuits.
Nope. I had Cosette over on Wednesday, and we had a lovely meal, tenderloin,
Oh.
and with a lovely sauce.
Tenderloin.
Was there
And,
Bud Light with it too? 'Cause
Oh, I'm
that's-
sure.
No, wine.
Oh, do you know
Oh.
about our pink cozy koozies?
We have
Cos-
Cozy Pride.
They're cozies
No.
from Cozy. Yeah, something.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Good story.
And
Thanks.
we
Those pictures I did see. You were at Plasma with Jacob with a K.
yeah.
Those pictures.
Jacob
I did see.
Triweiler. Who is the
Absolutely.
who is the problem? Who's the answer to and the problem causer of a few inebriations in mine and Marnie's lifetime?
Oh, he and I discussed that again,
Mine
and
too.
that was very,
Oh,
very
did you?
funny. Oh, yeah.
His write-up is in the mail.
Yes, he didn't have any idea that you had escorted me home that evening.
How does he
and,
not know that story?
I don't know, but he had no idea that you then ended up at Charlie's and was like, I don't know how she got like that. I had the same amount as she did. And he was like, he drove? I mean, it was just kind of, I'm like, yeah. I don't think either of us knew that, though.
Not at the time.
No, not even a little bit.
Oh, there was an incident,
Oh.
as we'll call it,
Yes.
down at the I won't call it by name because
the
it's
Piggly
sound bad.
Wiggly?
The Piggly
Yeah,
Wiggly.
it's down at Piggly Wiggly,
The Piggly Wiggly.
where I think you were with us that night, Jason Carlton, where we
Well,
may have
supposedly.
had a couple too many pictures of
Allegedly.
margaritas, and then allegedly someone drove home. And to this day, this is horrible to say this, but
No idea who.
none of
done
us
and we're
knows
all
who
safe.
it was.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. No, I get that.
I mean, it was country fields and a ditch that got us home because I lived in a cornfield. But it was, whew, that was one of those nights that you're like, oh no, that's bad life
Right.
choices, girls.
I get that.
So I went back there recently
Planned
and I
Parenthood
Ubered to and
can't
from.
fuck this.
Ubered to and from the last time I went.
I can believe that.
Oh,
the
I
most
know where you're going.
yeah.
I was a part of the first story, though, so I can't fill in those blanks for you either.
Oh no,
so-
there's seriously no one knows.
Oh.
We
Somebody
may
does.
Someone
we may not have driven.
Right,
Like
right.
no one knows how we got.
I've known you a long time. You would know a long walk
No, because I used to walk there. I used to walk to that restaurant.
because you used to think that was 3 blocks.
Yeah.
And it was 4 miles.
So anyway,
Back
so
to
just
Marnie. I'm
been-
terribly
just-
sorry.
No, not a big deal at all. It's pretty boring. But just been cooking and doing I made 5 or 6 different recipes. I got home Sunday
Wow.
morning and was like, oh, maybe I'll just make a banana cake. Like, what the hell? I just looked around and I'm like, look, I have all the ingredients, and then I made my own icing and the whole. I don't know. Fuck. I don't know if I like it.
I make my own
Anyway,
Are you
ice.
becoming
I don't know.
more Susie Homemaker?
I don't know.
Little domestic
Carlton.
dyke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call her the double D.
Girl.
Oh, it is a double D.
Oh, my God.
Ain't a diva, and got those.
I already
I'm
had
good.
those.
Yep,
Yeah.
had those for a while.
Oh.
But I was going to ask Anant and Amina if they had any. I'm just gonna mispronounce the shit out of this, so I'm excited
We're
about
ready.
it.
You even have print offs, not even.
Shakshuka.
Oh.
I'm with you so far.
Shakira?
Nope. I think it's shashuka. Anyway, I'm going to try to make that tomorrow. And it's kind of a Mediterranean.
Oh, it's a food.
a
I was
food.
I was
I
not-
thought you were
I was
saying
not
somebody's
saying
name.
somebody's name.
No. It's a.
I thought Olympic runner Shashuka.
No, I'm with Al.
It may be. You don't know.
Oh, you're killing me. Yeah, I was at the edge of my seat.
Anyway,
What is it?
So it's a Mediterranean dish, and it also said that it is served a bunch of times India and Northern Africa and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I thought perhaps
Perhaps.
they might
perhaps,
know
Perhaps.
and have some hints. That's all. The end.
Fun times.
Yep.
Oh, that's all the end. All right.
That's all.
Wow.
I worked all week. I did days last week. I worked like every day last week. I did 3 day shifts, then 3 night shifts, and then switched around and went to bed and came back for 2 more day shifts, which ended today. I'm particularly tired. But the day that I had to switch over, I just decided to stay up. So I went and met my friend Frank for brunch with some of his friends, and we went to the Vig on Fillmore. And
Was this on Sunday?
Lost my damn mind.
Yes.
Oh, because he showed up at my bar on Sunday.
Yeah,
did?
because they went
Frank.
to the they went to the baseball game.
They went to the baseball game and then came and saw me at work. And I don't, Clayton, maybe we've not been hanging out enough, but I keep getting more and more attracted to white guys, and I don't like this.
Oh, that's why. Because we
Yeah.
haven't been taking hanging out as much.
I know. We've been busy. And
Yeah,
so,
sure.
I mean, and I've been friends with Frank for what, 15 fucking years?
It's been a long time.
And when he walked into my bar, I was like, I got thirsty. I was like, can we go somewhere in the elevator shaft and you suck my shaft?
Wow. Wow.
What? It's a R-rated show.
Why not?
Glad I just shoved that taco right down my throat.
But that's the only thing that's going to be shoved down that throat. That's why.
Somebody's got to bring the crude
He's a
lewd
he's
to-
a handsome
He's
fella.
a handsome guy.
You're winning.
And I think he's. I
What's
think
his
he's.
last name? I need
Healy.
to look him up.
Healy. He was at brunch with us that day we went to Switch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
I went to he was my
Is he the one that
patron
sat
for
next?
Hawaii.
He's the one that sat next to me on my side,
we
right?
chatted about that. He said he bought
I don't
you a
remember
hat,
the
or
seating
you bought him a
arrangement. I didn't
hat.
draw a
It
picture
was
of it.
you and somebody else, and then me and some other guy.
He was with us the whole day.
Sure.
There was only me, you, Doug, Kevin, and him.
You and Doug were next to.
So you know who Kevin is. And then there's me and you.
Oh, no.
So
You
the
and-
person that wasn't Doug, me, you, or Kevin
Is Frank.
Is Frank.
Got it. Thank you for
Does
that.
that-
Help me
Does
out.
that help you? Since
Tall,
does.
skinny white guy, and I bet he's got a big dick.
Wow.
yes.
Okay.
Well, there's not any
There's that.
children listening.
What is that?
I almost said watching, but technical
That
difficulties.
looks like my friend Sam Jarrell in that picture.
It's Frank.
Okay, whatever. Nobody, I don't ever ask
So
that.
very nice. So met him for brunch. Went to the Vig. Everybody was kind of talking about medical marijuana. I don't know how it came up.
That's
Funny story.
Weird. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Well, it's on the ballot.
Sure.
Thank you, Katie Hubb.
We were discussing politics.
I like how he's brought that up. That's good. Nice segue.
It
I
was
enjoy
kind
it.
of like I don't know if that's a female band. I feel very similar. So
On the ballot?
yeah. So this guy like pulls out a vape, e-cigarette,
It's got
and he
THC
like
oil
hands
in
it to me, and he's like, "Here, try this." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Try this," and I'm like, "Well, I don't really want to smoke." And he's like, "Oh no."
What you do with this?
So I don't know how these fancy gadgets work, just like many people here at the Q Talk America with gadgetry.
I will kill you. I know how tacos work.
So I just, I got that one down. So I suck on this thing for like a week and a half,
That's what she said.
and finally said, "Is it
Or you.
working?" And I was stoned.
were
Well, I'm still
baked.
stoned today. It was,
and still stoned.
it was pretty much 7 weeks later. I don't know who any of you are.
Wow.
But it was like outside at the restaurant on the patio, as only a white girl can do. Like, but it left no smell. It had no smell. I just have to say, like, aside from the fact that I coughed and almost threw up from the violent.
he was so
suction.
stoned that he thought when a Dodge Caravan picked him up as an Uber ride, he thought
That
it was a city
the
bus.
post. Oh,
Or
okay,
Cat
now
Crossing.
it makes
No,
sense.
no,
So seriously,
he's confused as shit.
you know, I'm used to like this brand of Uber X is coming to get you. This brand of Uber X is coming to get you, and I know nothing about cars, so I look at that sentence and pray to God that's a color that I know. Burnt sienna. Let's just mention one. So they're sending a caravan. I'm like, I'm not sure I'm familiar with this vehicle, and Frank's like trying to describe it. I'm like, well, why would they send that? And he's like, just go stand on the street and wait for it to come by. Well, it stops, and the automatic door opens, and it's got club seats, which I thought was really cool. So your family could get to know each other during the kidnapping. So I just, as I'm getting up in there, I was exhausted because I was carrying the bottle of wine that I won. And
You didn't win a bottle. You,
well, it was like winning. We'll get to that story in a minute. So I get in and I ride backwards, and the guy who was clearly more high than I was driving. He's the accidental pot experience. So we're driving down the street, and I'm facing backwards. So I didn't know that we had missed turns until we were way past them, and I saw them go by in the rearview mirror. But I thought, in case if this was a plane, I'd be in the safest seat. but it was huge. So I just kept texting
So
people
like,
like
adult side.
I was
child
like
seat.
Snapchatting my entire family, like, look at this fucking thing. Like, what is wrong with Uber that they sent something that seats 9? How much did they think I ate at brunch?
No, but there's different levels of Uber. You can get like Uber
No, it's
airplane,
Uber,
Uber aircraft
Uber,
carrier.
Uber City Bus
that
is what he thought he had ordered.
747 on top of the car did not bother me at all. I just want to say.
It's like the shuttle piggybacking all the way
Yeah.
back to Cape Canaveral.
So if you're local and you make it to the Vig for their happy hour, let me just tell you, they do this $4 Bloody Mary bar. Make your own.
Sponsored by Tito's. I know that.
Yes. So you get a $4 glass of vodka, and then you just sit there and you don't go to the Bloody Mary thing, and you got a shot of vodka. Life is good. You're drinking a martini.
I
So
questioned.
sometimes I shake pepper in there just so they feel better about me cheating them.
Ooh, I had that Tappy's Louisiana hot sauce. That's what you should. Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, but I might have
Those-
bought them the next day, and that's not pretty.
You might have. You didn't.
We're gonna earn that R.
NC-17.
Yeah, thank you.
I already bumped it up. That
I feel like
So
it's
anyways-
NC-31 at this point.
Carlton already got us to that dance.
I'm not old enough to hear this.
I mentioned elevator shaft. Thank you.
So, anyways, if you go there, they have you can get the whole bottle of fucking wine. Take it with you,
Whole
half
bottle.
price. So I got a bottle of a good bottle of Gruner Veltliner for $17. Had 2 glasses, took the rest home. I'm drinking it now. Same $17.
And you have another bottle in the fridge. 2 bottles,
Two.
apparently.
Mine.
2 bottles.
Let's see if all the people that bring wine to the house, that's me. Who would have left this bottle of wine? Still me.
But it's been sitting here for quite a while. But it's white, so and it hasn't been opened. It
I
doesn't
have a
matter.
little bottle of wine.
No, look at you.
I think it's a Pinot Grigio,
Baby,
actually.
You know what we're doing for you for Christmas?
wine fridge. Wine fridge. Say wine
no,
fridge.
I'm a wine.
Best answer, wine fridge.
Wine kegerator at home.
I don't even know what that is, but it
And
sounds like
you're
wine fridge.
gonna love it because it doesn't go bad.
Who's
and-
we?
Well, we're gonna make this happen.
Oh, I'm just getting on board for this. Apparently,
Only
now.
because now I found out
Apparently
that
we
I
all
can
are.
do it 2 for 1, and I want one too.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
And who drinks more wine? Al and I. So, mine.
You'd have to just sit here and watch us to figure out
No,
who
but
drank
literally
more.
a kegerator. But instead of putting a full,
You're using
a
words he doesn't
full
understand.
half barrel, then do the 2 pony size and do a red and a white.
Ride your pony, ride the pony.
It's exactly
Or
right.
you like white better, so do 2 whites, and you could do a 2-tap handle, and everybody gets scared.
I
of
just like
keg
the idea
wines.
of doing a 2-tap handle with 2 whites. I mean, so far, this is
Oh.
my kind of evening. If we can get that
It
elevator
doesn't
shaft
go.
in there.
Yes, it doesn't go bad. It's always
I'm
at the
down on
perfect
puns, but
temperature.
up with innuendo. How's
yes, I'm good with that too.
that? That's how I'm voting.
But no, yes.
I am saving this
Keg
picture. I wanna
wine.
Share
Way
it
to
with
go.
our with our people.
The people that might view someday in the future.
They'll be able to. Sure. By the way, Associated Press the breaking news app. Oh, my bad. It's 3 different news sources have all confirmed this. Donald Trump says on Twitter that he has accepted an invitation from Mexican President Enrique Peña. He's accepted an invitation. So apparently they have requested him in. I remember hearing things about how a Trojan horse works. Like
Many people have talked about this.
Menti.
you might fly into an airspace,
Yeah.
and or land on an airstrip, and maybe there's no way out.
We can
And
all
we
hope.
would thank you. We would thank you. In fact, I'd be on
Viva
board
la
for that.
Mexico!
Wait, do you think we could build that wall while he's in Mexico so he couldn't get back?
Maybe they
That's
built.
gonna be the fastest any Mexican
No.
built a wall ever.
Ever, yeah.
Maybe they've already built
Get
a
going,
wall
get going,
around
get
the
going.
airstrip. He'll just fly in and be like, "Oh, you can't leave. You can't get out."
But then he'll enjoy the irony of like, oh God, planes go over these. What was I thinking?
Oh, even better, his Trump 737 that he's flying on, maybe that was built in China, maybe that breaks down.
Is it
Even
Boeing?
better.
Or do they
well,
only make those in Boeing in France, right? I mean, Washington or France.
I don't know. Maybe he bought an off-brand. I'm hoping
Yeah, he probably got on Canal
because he's
Street.
not. I mean, he's flying his own jet, right?
Of course he is.
Or I mean, he's not literally
Oh, I was
flying.
going to say,
but,
Jesus
like,
Christ.
For those of you that
We
might
let him
in
fly
his own
planes.
For those of you that might have been listening earlier in the show, Carlton made a reference to what boy band was this guy from?
O-Town.
This is O-Town. So this is the guy.
Try
that
not to while you watch it.
That's-
oh, heavens.
That's the picture you sent me.
He was not in that show on Friday. I'll tell you that for sure.
Well, no, he was a blonde twink back then.
I'm gonna need to see before pictures. Can you pull up a before?
Well, not back
Yes.
then.
Yeah.
He just saw them on Friday.
Well, No, that's Ashley Parker Angel.
I know, but
Everyone-
we're saying that he may not be part of the current touring.
Oh no,
was not.
she's busy taking nude selfies
All right.
on Instagram.
Right. He wants to be a senator from New York. Or congressman or whatever the fuck that Anthony Weiner is. He's trying to take Snapchats of
It's
himself.
not a clear picture, but he's the one in the upper left with the big hair.
That's
Wow,
him?
there is hope for everybody.
Wow. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, so aside from what else would you do this week?
Very nice.
I felt like there was something important that I did earlier in the week, and then I was going to mention it, and then I have now since forgotten it. It seems like.
I actually have that album.
I own it too.
I have that album.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah.
No clue. I don't know. What did I do since I mowed Mom's yard? I trimmed
and
a
I have great
hedge.
weeks, don't we?
I did the 1 in 10 lawn at their place. I felt like I did something good for somebody else. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember.
Did good things.
There's a lot
at
lots
the
going
good
on.
you-
Good,
Look at the
good
good you
things.
do.
Good things.
Vacuumed, did stuff. I don't know. Seems I need to start writing these things down. I know I'm busy
Dear
all the time.
diary.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Today, here's what
I
I
saw
did.
you in
Calm
passing
down,
at
Anne
Charlie's.
Frank.
Oh, there's a black and white one, Jason. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
There's another
No,
one.
I like the way that he's holding his elevator shaft.
Oh.
Ooh.
Stand by. We're going live.
We're going live, yeah.
Well, I gotta.
Went live to tomorrow. Oh, Jenny. Yeah, Anthony Weiner here in the States
Just too much.
tweeted out or texted a picture of him with a boner next to his baby, and it was
don't have to wait. It's right there on my phone.
the bad part is they blurred out the baby's face.
Yeah. No,
Right?
there's here's
I didn't see that
There's
picture.
the
I
other
heard
picture he
rumors.
was put. There's
Oh, he's not shy, is he?
no.
No.
Oh.
I mean, if I had that body, I wouldn't be shy either. Let's be
Oh, I mean, it's not the body; it's the fact that he's openly jacking off on camera. I mean,
there is that.
there you go. She wipes her mouth.
Right.
Making sure there's no chocolate. Oh my god.
Marnie, I mentioned with Kat being gone,
Yeah.
there was more estrogen in the room, but all of a sudden we're talking about twinks that have grown up into real men. And
I'm kind of not kidding. When before I knew you were here, though, but with the three of them, I'm like, oh, it's a girls' show. And now I'm like,
My lady
thank you for
parts are
saying
going.
I'm the most masculine one here.
I didn't say that. I just said I didn't know
yeah,
you
I
were
don't know.
here to
We're not here that
incorporate you
often.
in.
We're gonna need to go to tape to find you saying that out loud.
I certainly did not say that.
We're gonna have to daily show that shit.
Nor, quite frankly, did I even allude to that. I just did not know that you were going to be here. So otherwise,
Well, I'm
it would
sorry
have
for
been
the
I don't
El
think any of us
Surprise.
did.
swimming fancy.
No, I
like
just
the
showed
crowd.
up.
Women fancy. What the hell?
I
The
don't know.
fuck?
I don't know. I
Well,
gotta
I'm
tell
so
you.
sorry to disappoint.
No disappointment. No disappointment. I just
You thought it was a girls' show. You're
it was
cracking me
the
up with
girls'
that.
show.
So wait, so you're saying that Cat balances out? Is that how that comes out then?
No. Like on the seesaw, like that. It's different. Like it's more.
Like
yeah,
another
she
shovel?
is actually saying.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Cat's more. Well, that young man that
She-
sits there where Bootsy normally is.
At least
That young boy in the ball cap.
Bootsy has enough facial hair to, you know,
It's different, right?
Hey,
But
if
it's-
Cat didn't shave, she would.
not her face.
All right, I think you should go to headlines
I think we just
because I can't see the rails where the train used to be anymore.
make it our own. Apparently,
all
God.
I'm saying is the two
give
of
peace a
us-
chance. Oh,
That's all.
Oh, you know what I just realized? I didn't even bring. Oh, we have to do something. Hang on. Oh God, this is just a technical.
And now a word from our sponsor.
I wish. Oh my God, this is so much. There's so much going on. I don't know what to even do. But we're gonna do this and this. We'll start with this and figure it out. We'll be back. Maybe.
Fingers crossed.
We'll see. Q Talk America. Good luck to all of you. Here we go. Yes.
If you think it sucked so far, just wait till after this 30-second dance break.
Well, the squirrels are back in the attic. Your dad won't call an exterminator. He says it's personal this time. Where are you? It's very loud there. Are you taking a Zumba class?
This is the Q Talk America Radio Network.
I don't know if this is going to work or not. We're going to try it. Headlines, it's Tuesday, nothing's working correctly, but god damn it, we're going to make something happen. Oh, as soon as it opens up, McDonald's worker retires after 32 years.
FarmersOnly.com, kind of.
2 million hours wasted on tape rolls.
We love Ann Coulter at a roast.
The Fellatio Cafe is set to open.
And it's a gorilla in Ohio.
Fox News losing younger viewers to My Boyfriend.
Sarah Palin fell down.
And a Florida bar has a controversial sign. Oh, these and other things if it all goes right. Oh my gosh, that was exhausting because I wasn't
thought so,
prepared.
too.
I wasn't prepared for any of that. Again, nothing technical is working right tonight. Not a thing. I mean, it's the fact that the mics work, and I think I'm just going to keep fingers crossed for that for a while. My gosh, where's our Zoom? I need to zoom. I need to move this. This has to happen.
There's a lot happening. Very
I have
busy.
pictures. I have pictures.
Very, very busy.
Got it. All right. So now let's go to this. We'll do this now. Massachusetts McDonald's worker with Down syndrome is finally retiring after more than 3 decades at the restaurant that she's worked at all this time. After 32 years of working at the Fry Station, her name is Freya David. Her face is a familiar one to many, many customers. Quote, she's one of the most beautiful and upbeat people you could ever hope to know and that I know, wrote loyal patron, Christopher Sheenan on Facebook. Sheenan grew up with David and the two are still very close. His post inspired a stream of memories in the comment section from other Needham residents who met David over the years. Freya had served me my last burger I ever ate at McDonald's, wrote Julia. When I told her I was cutting them out of my diet, she was excited to be the person who gave me my last special burger. Freya, who has Down syndrome, lives in Charles River Center in Needham, Massachusetts, a facility for children and adults with developmental disabilities. The McDonald's where she works partnered years ago with the Charles River Center, providing jobs for residents. Now, a retirement party was actually held yesterday at the restaurant, and I thought this was cool. This is her. This is her when she started many, many years ago in her uniform, and then this, along with the gentleman I was speaking of earlier. That's her now, 32 years later.
Love her.
But I thought that was very cute, and I wanted to show you as soon as I can find it right quick. Where did it go? Oh, I didn't carry over that picture. The big McDonald's sign outside the restaurant, they actually put a huge sign over it that had the announcement of her retirement party and invited all the public, and they had it yesterday from 10 until 2, and it was her big day, and I just thought that was so cool. We don't do a lot of real heartwarming stories on this show, but I thought that one was very cute. It just kind of struck a chord with me. But I thought that was very cute. So I don't know what she's going to do with her retirement.
Very sweet.
Travel around. I don't know what she's going to do.
She might.
Could
She
be.
might spend
Try
a lot of
Burger
money.
King.
I could.
Check out the competition.
You don't know. You don't know.
knows?
Have it your way.
Yeah.
That's what I.
Sure.
So, FarmersOnly.com.
Oh, I remember them.
Ish.
I remember them.
Ish. Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh. God bless him.
Remember him too.
Well, excuse me.
Oh, you're
He
fine.
warned. He's a warner.
Yeah.
And he warned
Diane Warner.
that federally paid lesbian farmers
Oh, Jesus.
could
Gosh, that's
invade
right.
your town.
Goodness. Flannel everywhere.
All I can express is I will not be one of them.
Why is that?
I'm not gonna. What am I gonna do on a fucking tractor? What?
A
No.
lot to do.
Wait,
Yeah,
well,
you're very busy on a tractor
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. I am not going to be farming. God.
They have power steering and air conditioning now.
Just sounds
We'll go to
awful.
Jason's mom's
Doesn't even
house.
sound like something I would even think about doing. Ew. Everyone's
but
favorite.
it's a real story. Like,
It's
just
a
to be
real
clear,
story,
this
to
is
be
a
clear.
real
Believe
story.
this, yeah.
Yes. Everyone's favorite pill-popping conservative radio personality, Rush Limbaugh, is
And
convinced.
fidelity champion.
Oh, yes, he is.
Oh, yes.
He is convinced that President Obama is funneling money to the lesbian community. Why? To train them all to become farmers and invade conservative red states. Of course. Duh. Have you ever heard about the agriculture department's financial grants to lesbian farmers? He asked. What they're trying to do is convince lesbians to farm. It's not going to happen. Limbaugh's imaginative comments came in response to the 15th annual nationwide LGBT Rural Summit, which, to be honest with you, I had zero idea that happened.
It's got as many people as the Muslims for Trump.
Okay.
and the California businesswomen for Trump.
Fantastic. Yes.
Equal amount of members. They just rotate through the phone booth.
It also took place in Iowa. Another reason I was not available. The summit, which undoubtedly draws a gay farmer or two, was roundly mocked and criticized by the right-wing media for being hosted by the Department of Agriculture of Civil Rights. I didn't know that there was that either.
Wow.
So much to learn in this story, I think. The Washington Free Beacon, for example.
I feel like
panicked.
Department of Agriculture of Civil Rights
Yes.
doesn't even make sense.
I agree.
I think we're just in search of an acronym.
Right?
The agriculture of civil, like we're planting civil rights and
Sure.
growing corn.
Could be.
Acre?
It could be. I'm like you. I've never before in my life knew that lesbians wanted to be farmers, said Limbaugh. These are things that I don't know that I've ever discussed personally as a lesbian, but I digress. The Washington Beacon said that they panicked at the thought of lesbian and transgender hillbillies getting subsidies from the government. But Limbaugh's comments were doubly hilarious, revealing that the shock jock has no clue when it comes to the lesbian stereotypes. Like he had no idea that most people-
Transgendered hillbillies.
Yeah.
This is what we're worried. This is the level of worry we're at now.
Yeah,
Y'all come back now.
Lesbian and transgender hillbillies is what he's real worried about.
How do you tell the difference?
I never knew.
Do not ask.
By the way,
Don't
talk about
ask.
what kind of not a euphemism. I never knew that lesbians wanted to get behind the horse and plow and start burrowing.
Oh,
I never knew what he said.
God,
Are you
that
sure
sounds
those aren't
awful.
euphemisms?
Yeah.
Because that's what he said. Limbaugh had apparently never heard of the 1970s farming communes, colloquially. I don't know why that took so long.
It's all right. Sorry, we'll
Known
be here.
as Women's Land, WOMYN.
Oh.
Yes, Women's Land, or of iconic sardonic folk albums such as Alex Dobkin's Living with Lesbians. I don't have any of these things, nor did I know.
It's one of
I'm
the
a bad
lesser-known
lesbian.
lands of Disney.
Oh yeah.
Your land is my land.
Transgender hillbilly land.
Anyway, the
The
cover.
roller coaster's really something. You
I'm
should
gonna-
tuck first.
Well, that's your transgender hillbilly you're bringing
Keep your
up.
hands and
So-
feet inside at all
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Look, Ma, no hands.
It's the girl with something extra.
I have to look up this Alex Dobkin's Living with Lesbians because the cover shows
Have you
a
never
circle
lived
of
with-
brooding flannel-clad women carrying pitchforks and other farm tools. Now, I thought that was the cash.
Now, okay.
Maybe I'm wrong.
ca-
there it is. There it is. I just
Cash
found
is a
out.
local
Well,
lesbian.
I mean,
bar,
I
by
did
the
get that vibe from Renee Zellweger's character in Cold Mountain. I mean, she was really, you know,
They were giving you some lesbian farmer realness there.
okay.
yeah,
And
you
then
know,
they even
all the
said-
men were off at Civil War, so
And they were started dating the lady down the way with the broken
oh yeah,
fingers.
they had a threesome. It was
Oh,
hot.
right. Well, once Limbaugh learned
But-
that some lesbians do like to plant vegetables,
Jesus Christ.
he
Who
took to
doesn't?
the
Like
airway.
zucchinis,
you don't
cucumbers.
know, you
Describe
don't
the
know,
vegetable.
you don't know.
Eggplants.
Carrots.
He took. To,
I like
well,
it
that's for
girthier,
the,
like a watermelon.
the younger
Squash.
lesbians.
How would you describe him? Girthier.
He took to the airwaves to warn of the impending lespocalypse.
Oh,
to
not a
descend.
lespocalypse.
Set to descend on the
Dun,
rural
dun,
south.
dun.
And seriously, if you can find this,
In
it's
a
all
world.
over Facebook. It was like a trending thing on Twitter a couple days ago. You have to watch this because this is clearly someone's drug-fueled cry for help. It's even further off the rails than this entire
I
show
just sent you
is.
the picture.
Like he actually passed us on his way
He
off
did.
the rails.
Well, I think maybe it had to do with some of the drugs. Here comes the Obama regime with a bunch of federal money, and they're waving it around. And all you got to do is be a lesbian and want to be a farmer, and they'll set you up. Or a transgender hillbilly. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. He stopped mentioning those. The Daily Dot apparently was not able to find the sign-up sheet for lesbian farm money, but
Daily
will
Dot.
plan to keep looking. And as soon as Obama gives the orders, we'll plan to retire to the Blue Hills of Kentucky with our lesbian hay-baling militia in tow. They're going after every geographic region that is known to be largely conservative, he warned. They'll never stop, folks. They are constantly on the march. You know that, son. You know that. So,
Talking about marches, why weren't you at the Free the Nipple march the other day in downtown?
My nipples are protected.
Federally protected.
Federally.
But that was downtown, and that was interesting.
I'm
I did not know
Looking
that.
over the, I looked
I
over
can
the
believe
wall at my work, and then all of a sudden I saw a bunch of angry lesbians during the. No, they planned it correctly during the Mercury game.
of course.
Wow.
And there was a bunch of angry women with their tops off walking down the streets of downtown
They
Phoenix.
were going to be there anyways.
Yeah.
They really were. Now wait a
They
minute.
planned
Wait,
it.
They were just making it easy.
Let me ask this question: were they on their way to the Mercury game? do you
I think so. So it's like, let's just take our shirts off and say we're marching for
They were
free the
hot.
nipple.
They were
Two-
just very
See,
hot.
two problems,
Two things.
one elegant solution.
Thing. A little known fact about that march: one was carrying a sign that said "batteries not included." The other one, I feel bad for Marty. I didn't realize you sent me this picture to
Yeah.
put up of the
No.
dikes on the
They
farm.
are Lesbian Power Authority.
Look at them.
Yep.
It looks like an '80s band, is what that looks like.
From Britain.
Well, it looks like the.
I mean, this really does look like
I
the
feel like
cover
that
of a
one
really
on the
bad
far
album.
left is Pat from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
Yeah,
could be.
undeniably, Pat.
It really does look like that.
Doesn't it?
You're
It
not
really does.
mistaken.
But it also looks like a lot of the drag queen kings in town.
Yeah, they all look the same.
Well,
I
just
don't
not, except none of that's drawn
I don't
on.
care for any of them.
I
You sent another picture? What is
I
that?
did not.
What
I don't
is
believe it.
that?
What did I send?
The grinder's been busy.
Oh, I thought you meant me. I'm like,
And I-
Did you get the
I
picture
thought
that I
we-
just saw
I'm assuming
I-
you did. You're next to him.
I thought I'd just share.
of somebody
That's
grabbing
not,
something?
That's not going up there. I tell
Oh
you.
yeah, no, that's a
No,
that's a big one.
We
That's
can't-
past the NC-17
Yeah,
rating.
That's a big one.
I think the YouTubes will take us down for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've already muted us because of Madonna on one show that I can't figure out how to unmute, but we'll work on that later.
Those stupid copyright laws.
That was a funny one.
They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about Donna Summer's music, but they nail us on Madonna.
Well, she's not singing either.
Is there
You don't-
more? Is there more to your story? Or are we done with that?
That's all we need.
that's all we need. Oh, God, yeah. No, that was it.
Got it.
Fucking
You know
hillbillies.
what we're gonna have to do? We have another little bit of business to take care of. Al, you're gonna sit there for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Let's do this and see what happens.
And now, a drink along. We dare you to stay awake during this royalty-free music and to play a drinking game with us. If you are currently or soon to be driving a car, you cannot play. If you are presently the primary caregiver for children and or the elderly, you may desperately want to play, but no. If you are listening from a rehab facility, you are disqualified because you already hit bottom. And that means you already won this game at least once. If playing this game is in any way illegal for you, put the bottle down and make better life choices. There is no good in your goodbye, and there is no lifeguard on duty, so you will be swimming at your own risk. Tell your lawyer to take the fucking day off. You can't sue us. We warned you. Good luck.
Good luck indeed. Good luck.
Well, our word for the day is going to be shaft.
Oh, I was hoping it would be gooseberry.
But we're
We
going to
haven't even
have...
talked about him yet.
No, look,
Raspberries.
look at this 19-year-old that lives down the street.
Wow, and he can probably reach us from here.
Clayton, you can see that from here.
He's 19.
see him from my
Yes.
porch.
All right.
He can see
Since
Russia from his
that
penis.
that apartment complex was built, a lot has changed. in the
Oh,
neighborhood.
yes. And the neighborhood has gotten a
In
little
fact,
bit more active.
I already saw that somebody moved out of it. They were loading a U-Haul the other day. I'm like, wow, that was brief because it just opened 4 months ago.
It's pricey, though.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
So if your roommate thing falls through.
Lord.
Your story? Shaft.
Fine, sir.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth. Well, a new study published Friday by researchers at Indiana University revealed that U.S. citizens collectively waste approximately 2 million hours annually trying to figure out where a roll of tape starts. According to our data, thousands of hours are squandered each day by Americans running their fingers along the outside of a roll of tape until they stumble upon the frayed edge where the tape begins, said the study's co-author Bethany Cohen, who noted that the amount of time Americans waste bringing the roll of tape up close to their face and slowly tracing their fingertips around the perimeter accounts for nearly $15 billion annually in lost productivity time. Furthermore, we discovered that when Americans eventually find where the tape starts, they waste an additional 4 million hours per year meticulously picking at the end of the tape with a fingernail until they've got a large enough tab of tape to peel back the adhesive tape, thereby starting the roll. The study also found that $700 million worth of tape is lost annually when a useless narrow part of that tape tape sticks to the roll
teat.
and accumulates around the edge. Marnie, back to you.
So how do you fix that?
Right.
I don't know how you
You
fix
just
it.
stop using tape.
No, as soon as you're done, you fold a little.
Just
top
me.
over
I
it so
understand. Yes, I do that.
Just a
That now
second
it's a
of
No,
preparation.
you know what
I mean, it's just,
because
and
I
it'll save
Yeah.
evidently billions of hours of
Yeah.
time.
I don't
really
like to
good.
try to find it. I'll just use a little knife or
just cut the bitch that handed
and
it
then
to
just
me.
cut
just
it
slice
and
through,
then
like, 10
and then
layers.
make
Cut
my
the
own new
shaft.
layer and then you peel it around and then you start over.
But if you cut through
That
too
got
many layers,
violent.
then you wind up with a bunch of little short pieces.
That's fine. You just keep peeling until you get back to the new roll.
Then you go back to the wasted
And now
tape.
we know.
I've
I was gonna say,
you
now
know
we
what?
why all the tapes
I'd
exist.
rather waste tape than waste
God,
time.
That would have just sent the whole study into a tizzy.
Yep. I do that with saran wrap at work all the time because I can't ever find the end.
So we all know how much I personally, just speaking for me, adore Ann Kunter.
Oh, she's lovely.
She's really a
She's
troop favorite.
She really is a favorite. But if people don't have anything better to do next Monday, please don't lose your Tuesday. But also on Monday, please go to Comedy Central
Amen.
Oh yes.
and watch
And just take the whole shaft.
Rob Lowe's roast. Because as it says in the headline, Ann Coulter gets burned the hardest.
I heard about it, but
One of the comments, and I get the
I fully admit
nothing
that.
is off limits, right? When it comes to the roast.
Oh, I'm happy you're sharing. By the way. Just,
There was a comment that was made that I kind of want. I recoiled certainly,
Yeah.
like big time. Actor Rob Lowe might have been the guest of honor at Comedy Central's roast Saturday, but it was conservative pundit Ann Coulter who got burned the hardest at the annual No Holds Barred Celebrity Diss-Off. But why was the non-comedian even there? Yeah, she was just fucking trying to
Push her
push
new
her
book.
book. Yeah, she's a dumbass.
which isn't she upset now because he's flip flopped on immigration and the book is essentially
Yeah.
worthless?
Right,
She's
right.
very nervous
Yes.
because she's paying close attention.
Yep, I thought there were just a ton of insults that were hurled during the show's taping, and they were mainly at her. I think the best daisies are daisies.
I'm
like, daisies?
Jesus, I was looking down at the picture of him laughing. I think the best daises are the daises that have people where you're like, what the fuck? I just added that. It said expletive. You need every flavor to make these things go right and cut them all together for a show. And so Rob Lowe was not upset about this at all. Like that it
Yeah.
wasn't completely on him, which probably was helpful. For Coulter's part, she made her motives clear. She's only here because of her love and respect for Rob Lowe and the talented performers. But it has nothing to do with the book I published 4 days ago.
Yeah.
She's shameless and she's awful. She's awful. Coulter, her presence in the room, filled with liberal-leaning holiday crowd, did not go
Hollywood,
over
not
great.
holiday.
Didn't I say Hollywood?
You said holiday.
Holiday.
I gotta tell you, I gotta go see a doctor. This is that's 4 things that I'm. Jesus Christ. Anyway,
Hollywood crowd. We're back.
something. Anyway, I'd like to welcome everyone to the Ann Coulter roast with Rob Lowe. Many of the insults aimed at Coulter are not appropriate for family-friendly website.
But tell 'em on the
as
show.
USA Today.
No, it's hard.
Well,
it's hard to find
it's hard to
because
find
they're
them.
keeping most of it under
Right.
wraps until it airs on Monday.
Right.
I posted and it had all
no.
the quotes in it.
Oh,
Not
I
all the
haven't.
quotes.
I
This
posted
is-
the link that showed you all and it had the quotes in it.
This has a bunch of things in it,
Stand
but I
by.
don't believe all of them. Ann Coulter
Yeah,
wants
and
to
of
help Trump
everything I
make
saw,
America
everything-
great again.
Oh, maybe you got them.
Yeah, you can start by wearing a burqa. That was said to her. You have a face that would make doves cry. And that was Jeff Ross, who's the roast veteran, and he was dressed as Prince, all in purple, and looked not like Prince at all. But you know,
And
he
I'm
was in
convinced
purple.
that's his only job is to do
I
these
think it is.
roasts.
Yeah.
It is.
And he's okay at it.
Yep. That voice, it's like fingernails on a chalkboard of an inner city school you want to defund. Ann's against
I
gay
love
marriage.
that
did see
line.
that one.
He says, what's your thinking on that? She's against gay marriage. What's your thinking on that? If I can't get a husband, then you shouldn't either. Saturday Night Live cast member Pete Davidson quipped, if you are here, and who is scaring the crows away from our crops? I like that. Former NFL quarterback Peyton Manning had a joke about her appearance too, because she is a pretty gal. I just realized that I'm not the only athlete up here tonight. As you all know, earlier this year, Ann Coulter won the Kentucky Derby.
I love it.
There were also lines about Coulter's political views, and Coulter has written 11 books, 12 if you count Mein Kampf.
I love.
And you're awful. The only person you will ever make happy is the Mexican who digs your grave. Now that one I did like.
Yep.
She
You put
seemed,
that on Facebook,
I did.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh. She seems stiff and conservative, but Anne gets wild in the sheets. Just ask the Klan.
That's a good one.
It looks like she's having a good time. I haven't seen her laugh this hard since Trayvon Martin got shot. Which tasteless, but now the folk singer Jewel won the crowd
I'll
over.
allow it.
And this cracked me up. She won the crowd over with this. As a feminist, I can't support everything that's been said here tonight, she said. But as someone who hates Ann Coulter, I'm delighted. That was awesome. You know, the last one, this was the one that was kind of questionable for some. But British comedian Jimmy Carr really let Coulter have it. He called her repugnant, hateful, and hatchet-faced, which that's not the problem I'm having, by the way. Yeah. But it's not too late to change that. He said, you could kill yourself. And I recoiled.
Yeah, because
I'm not gonna lie, I recoiled.
When the threats get to killing her,
Right.
and they often do, she really can take the high road a couple too many times on that.
Yeah.
That they like burn her in effigy and like
Right.
threaten to assassinate her, which
I mean, like,
but you shouldn't do it.
But, and God bless Barbara, because Barbara Seville was on Facebook, and someone had commented about the kill yourself comment, and that should be off limits, just don't go there. And Barbara said, no, everything is,
Yeah,
everything
and those
goes
roasts,
on.
if you're easily offended,
Right.
absolutely do not watch a roast of someone because
Aren't the roasts? I mean, don't they set it up that there are no? I mean,
Right.
No topic is off limits.
No, there's nothing's
They
safe.
were going to talk about all the stuff in Rob's past and like
the sex because
You
he's the
can't-
original
yeah.
sex taper. That's his claim to his first claim to fame and.
underage girl.
I think it was.
In my mind, it was
I
an
know
underage
one
girl
for
and her
sure.
mother. Like
Oh.
I think, in my there's
Good for him.
There's something, yeah.
So long ago.
But
Was that before St. Elmo's fire?
No, it was right around the same time of. It was the
Okay.
'88 convention, so it was right around the same time. St. Elmo's Fire is like '80, somewhere in
Right.
there. It was
Well-
at the peak of that fame.
The theme song. Naughty,
the
naughty.
whole thing about her, with the
crescendoed
kill
around the
yourself,
same time.
the person who
St.
had
Elmo's
made a
Fire came out
comment.
in
Did he
1985.
shaft her?
Shaft.
Oh,
St. Elmo's Fire. 85.
That it's all good fun to poke fun at stereotypes and do all that, but this person is asking Barbara, but you wouldn't support telling anyone to kill themselves, and Barbara says, not even Ann Coulter. And I just said I completely agree, not even Ann Coulter. I did raise my eyebrows significantly at that remark, though, but full disclosure, if she were to say, no, trip and fall accidentally and hit her head on a rock, I have to be honest, I'm not going to blink, shed tears, feel bad.
I want to find that rock.
I said I won't celebrate either, but
Go
I'm
push it in
pretty
front of
sure
her.
that I may find myself humming, ding dong, the witch is dead. She is hate personified. And she really is.
Yeah.
So, and later on we'll have a story about a dumbass and a rock. So
But-
it all ties
and,
together. I
and
like
now
it.
that's going into that new thing, and I think it's Chicago University that's stopping at this whole
Yes.
like safe zone.
have that on here, too.
Don't go to a comedy club.
Right.
If
Right.
you want to feel safe, don't go to a. That's not your thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you're so easily bruised and such a hothouse orchid,
Right.
that's not the place for you. Mm-hmm. It's not censorship. It's just not where you're going.
Absolutely.
Just don't kill everyone else's good time because
Right. Don't put yourself in a situation.
I don't want to hear Donald Trump talk.
right.
Right. So I'm not going
So
to
you
go
just-
to a
You're not
Trump
gonna put
rally.
yourself in
Yeah,
that
right.
situation.
Right.
Exactly,
I mean-
and that's the right way. That's as we get to like First Amendment stuff. That's the answer. No one's making you do anything. You just like the duck fuckers. I
Right.
don't like them, but I don't care if they have a show because
Never watched
Absolutely.
it.
I have a
No.
remote control. I can manage to watch hours and hours of television per
Right.
day and never once lay eyes on them.
And never even see them.
so
just
we
know
could
about
exist
them. That's it.
peacefully in each
That's
other's
right.
world.
So you're
right.
on board with the university in Chicago that is
Oh, yeah, 'cause
implementing the no safe zones.
That's
Yeah.
really gotten obnoxious, and
Yep.
it's taken like people like now comics aren't going to college campuses anymore because they just don't
That's right.
want to deal with the fucking backlash. And it was of all the comics to do it, Jerry Seinfeld, who I think has the mildest comedy going, like.
It's boring to me.
Yeah, I mean it's really, there's nothing cutting edge there, but he was the one to say, "Nuh-uh," because if you guys are this sensitive I'm out. And I was
Right.
like,
Yeah, it's
wow,
not worth it.
Jerry
Well,
Seinfeld.
I know,
and
right?
for those that
Not
aren't
that he's
familiar,
not funny. He's just not one of those
Right.
people that's gonna.
Well, or Bob Saget, or
Oh, no,
I
Bob
mean,
Saget.
my
Oh, no.
Filthy.
God.
Filthy.
Filthy.
Bob
Yeah.
Saget.
I don't like Saget.
And by
He's
the way,
worse
not
than
funny.
Andrew Dice Clay.
He is, and he's not
Bob-
funny. I don't think.
Oh, okay. I've been meaning to talk about this for 4 years now. We have your
Something he hasn't mentioned.
your
ladies and
homework
gentlemen.
assignment, and all of you have to find it. It came out. God, it's probably been like 15 years now. And it's a movie called The Aristocrats.
Yeah.
And
Wait, something you've even
the
seen,
animated
Mickey?
The
one?
worst
No.
joke, or the dirtiest joke ever told, and everybody keeps telling it.
yeah, not necessarily. It's your interpretation of this joke. It could be.
I've never seen it. No, let's not get
Shaft.
ahead of ourselves.
Oh, okay. It is
I just
one
know
of
of it.
It's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. It is so profane, so offensive
Okay, so
to
not
everyone.
not what you and I think we're thinking of.
No,
Not
I
the
was thinking
Arist-
of the Disney.
Not the Aristocats.
Animated.
No.
Yeah,
That's what I went.
So The
that's where I went.
Aristocrats
I'm with yeah.
Is a joke
what I
that
was
it's this
thinking of.
joke that's been going around backstage at comedy clubs, time immemorial. I guess like in the Catskills they were even doing it, and it just is this simple setup of a guy goes in and tells an agent about this act he's trying to sell, and then he describes in the most vile, vulgar ways what this act does on stage. And the guy says, what's it called? The Aristocrats. And it's just all about how filthy you can make it. And it started in England where the Aristocrats would be a funny answer. Here it doesn't make much sense. So they go and they talk to all these comedians, and it's just all comics. And they ask them about, when was the first time you heard the story? Do you have your version? Can you repeat someone else's version? And they all tell their version of the joke. And the setup's always the same. It's what you do with the meat in the middle that makes it just awful. And for the whole 90 minutes, everyone just keeps saying, but Bob Saget, you just got to hear that shit. And the one guy talks about like almost throwing up during it and like screams.
Oh my gosh.
And Sarah Silverman does hers as performance art. Like she does it in this face-on audition piece that's just so fucking twisted that you want to take a shower after.
And wait, does
Oh.
Bob Saget eventually do his?
And at the
as
end of
part
it, Bob
Okay.
Saget finally does it, and everyone in the theater was like, "Oh my ears! Oh my God! I just
I
found
need a
Jesus.
Q-tip.
I just found Jesus.
Not for that
and
reason.
I need to
And a-
save me from Bob Saget."
and a Karen
but at the
Silkwood
same
shower.
time, you're laughing so hard that I almost peed myself during it because just how much imagination they put into this stupid setup, and it's only for them. No one includes it in their act. They only tell it backstage. So it was like this big
intrigued.
backstage secret. Oh my God, it's one of the. You'll die. And
I'm
the Sarah
intrigued.
Silverman, you will never be ready for what she does. Never. Not in a million
All right.
years.
I'm
Well, and
interested.
anyone who is not familiar with what they're talking about with the University of Chicago, University of Chicago sent out a letter to the class of 2020 welcoming them. And basically, what they talked about were the school's defining characteristics. Our commitment to academic freedoms means that we do not support so-called trigger warnings, the letter stated. We do not cancel invited speakers because their topics might prove controversial, and we do not condone the creation of intellectual safe spaces. So that has become a really big issue around the U.S.
Yeah, and it's really going all over, and it's.
Well,
I think
and
it's just
abroad,
amazing.
actually, yeah.
Yeah, and abroad, but it's just amazing that people want to go to college, but they only want to hear what makes them comfortable. Like they
Right,
don't want
right.
to have like. Yeah, you should go hear or sit through a Donald Trump speech. Yes, you'll be offended, but or
I see
maybe
it
you
enough.
won't be
Learn something
offended.
from it.
I
but
see it
at
enough
least
on
you,
CNN. I'm fine.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So you don't have to go and see it in person.
Right.
Just watch it on CNN. But you have to at least hear what they're saying.
You have to be exposed to
You
it.
can't just say no. You don't have the right to speak here.
Right.
Come out here, free speech. If we're offended by it, then we'll talk back to you.
Absolutely.
We'll tell you what we think.
Absolutely.
We don't have
Yeah.
to. We're not endorsing it by saying you're talking here. Doesn't mean we endorse you. It just means you're part of a conversation.
And it says
you might be
that-
the insane part of the conversation.
It may challenge you and even cause you discomfort. So that's kind of what you were saying as far as promoting, like, hey, be a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, because if you want a liberal
challenge
arts
what you're saying.
education, you have to
Right.
hear from.
Trump doesn't challenge me, but he definitely makes me uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
But the
I'll
best
go
thing
with
that everybody needs
Yeah.
to learn, even in these
I go
college
with that.
campuses, is that you're not going to this whole protect yourself and not listen to what other people are saying is part of the biggest issue that we're having in our society right now.
Ignorance.
Is because nobody fucking listens to anybody else.
Right. No one wants to hear
All the
another
Republicans
opinion.
are only
Right,
watching
right.
and culture on Fox News,
Right.
and they're not listening to anybody
Did you
else.
say Fox News or
Yeah.
was it
Either way.
Fox News?
Fucktard news, okay?
Fucking
Like,
moron news.
it's ridiculous. And
But it
even
starts an echo chamber that you can become a real part of, and we've seen it. It's not exclusive to the right, because we just watched it go on with
Sure.
the Bernie Sanders people just getting caught in that echo chamber of this means this means this. No, no, it's math. What the fuck is going wrong?
I mean, I purposefully and not enjoyably watch Fox News just so I can get my mother's side of the story when I accidentally fall into a conversation with her. Because I
Well, plus
avoid
you-
it with all costs.
Yeah, but plus you find out like where are you getting this
Yeah,
crazy
like-
idea from, and then you're like,
Oh, yeah, you watched it and Ann Coulter told you.
Like today, there's a fake tweet going around by Donald Jr. literally from the Sun, and it's a joke about Hillary Clinton sending email to the polling company, and it's something about we're paying you this much money. Why are we only ahead by 5 points? It should be more. And it was a joke post that Trump Jr. took out the top part that gave you where it came from, like the thanks to the Onion. I can't remember what it's from. It was from a satire site, and posted it as a real thing. Because
and they all think it's real.
Of course.
right,
they do.
so it goes out, it gets disproven, but then there's those people that are like, oh my god, it's the biased media. They're like, even though you see where it came from,
Yeah,
you
it's
see
fake.
that it was tweeted fake, they don't want, because oh no, it's the biased
Nope.
media. Oh no, that's real. She really did. And then there's a
And
so
the
then
Earth is 3,000 years old, and
but
dinosaurs
it's not just that. Like,
stepping
it's
on
just
my
people
balls.
that oh no, I saw this. It has to be true. But then they have this really funny thing that went around that they retweeted, and they gave Donald Trump Jr. credit for it. And it was from the pollster company, because the pollster company that they're accusing of this in this little mock thing got on it and started tweeting out.
Oh, nice.
So they did this whole thing about how are we doing with the Hillary thing? Oh, it's going okay. When did we start writing down everything we say? I guess yesterday. She's the new transcriber. Killed the transcriber. And the last line is Hillary, I got this. So this is from an actual polling company who's like, no, we're just going to have to deal with the absurd. But if you saw that, then you're going to be like, oh, Hillary murders people that are against her.
Right.
Sure.
You know,
Like-
and it just goes right into the echo chamber. And if you try to tell them that's not true, their answer is now this new, oh no, it's a biased media. Nope, that's a cartoon
on
person.
Facebook,
You know, Foghorn
everybody,
Leghorn is not
everybody
a
says
person.
on Facebook, "Oh, I'm gonna delete all my friends that say stupid shit," or
I have no friends.
yeah, like
Like the five of you
Oh, I
would
was
be
like,
no,
whoa.
like the
We're
five-
we're all in here.
The five of you, including Kat, would be all I'd have
Actually,
on
I think
Facebook.
that's real fair.
Well,
I
so
get it.
I purposely keep them so I see their stupid comments and,
Oh, no,
and
right.
learn and grow from them. And I saw one today, and it was a meme of Hillary and Trump, and it was what they've done, and it was like everything that the Republican Party says that Hillary's done wrong on one side, like photo, and like she killed all these people in Benghazi, and she fucking wrecked the email system of the United States.
Yeah.
Literally.
But so far, she's got the only emails we can't hack into.
Yeah.
Has anybody found the irony
Right.
that if she does, like, we've gotten into the DNC,
The
we've gotten into the
Chinese
White
can't
House,
get into them.
but
The
the
Russians
Chinese
can't get into
But
them.
the only person that can get into Hillary's email is Hillary,
Yeah.
and she'll give them to you when she's been
And she's like,
fucking
"Here, I
ready."
gave them to you."
So I'm like,
So
I think
then
we got a
the
different
whole
issue.
right side of this meme was it was all Donald Trump's photos, and all it said was he said something mean.
Oh,
Like, so it was this meme of she's done all these horrible acts of
and
like
he just
treason.
says mean things. He's
and
not
he's,
that bad.
He's awesome because the only thing he has done is said something mean. I'm like,
Yeah, to somebody I really like, put that thing on their Facebook page, and let me tell you, that was a boner killer, because
Yo.
I really found him attractive.
there's several that I think we're mutual friends because we have
Yes,
them.
Amina, 6 friends.
6 friends
6
now.
friends, Amina. We love you.
Calm
By the way-
down.
That's fabulous because I was totally waiting for that.
Jenny,
I love it, Amina.
Jenny, I'm related to. I was born in Texas, so I'm related to most all of the asshats.
Oh, I think you're only like 2 blocks away from your nearest asshat relative in my life too.
Oh.
Like they're all out there. Yeah, nobody's immune.
Yep, I hear you.
Well, we
Jenny.
milked the shit out of that one. What do you got?
Hey, I know. What's up next?
What we
Fell
like to
asleep.
talk.
Fell asleep.
Yay, politics.
He's
that-
just, he's
that
just
went off
staring
on
at
a-
the-
that went off on a
Shaft,
totally
Oh no,
different
he
realm.
posts political stuff now.
Well, we've all heard of happy endings at CD Underground
she
massage
doesn't stop
parlors.
now.
When you touch the shaft.
And we're awake.
I can continue with the story. Or you
What
can just
side of
interrupt
the
me.
border is this? Because then I know you're involved.
I'm going to start again from the top. We've all heard of happy endings at CD Underground massage parlors. Well, get ready for blowjobs and coffee shops because it's coming, and so will you. It's a real thing, actually. At the end of this year, a new coffee shop called the Fellatio Cafe will open in Geneva, Switzerland, where you can get a hot cup of joe with a side of a blowjob, and we are not kidding you.
And a blowy.
No, this is true.
The firm behind the Swiss
I
Cafe, which I guess is called Face Girl, says, says
Sounds weird.
well, hang on.
Shaft.
We have a picture that goes along with this. We'll do that right there.
Oh,
Customers will be able to order coffee, then
I think
select
there's something wrong with that penis.
a sex worker of their
too
choice
small.
from an iPad that's going to be available there to give them a blowjob.
Is that coming out of her nose?
You sure as hell cannot do this at Starbucks. And just how much will this sexual service set you back? Well, apparently 60 Swiss francs, or about $50, plus 5 francs for the coffee, of course.
Well,
'cause-
coffee sold separately.
Right, sold separately. This is a business after all, but still, it's not bad for a caffeinated afternoon and a little morning delight.
Is
I'm down with it.
prostitution legal in Switzerland then? I mean,
It is now.
I guess it is.
You would be okay with it if it was wine and a blowjob, not coffee.
Oh, he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Why?
I
You know
don't
why
drink
haven't?
coffee.
Why do I got a Sophie's
If it was
Choice this
Captain
shit?
Morgan,
You know what I need to invent just for Al Perkins is coffee flavored wine.
You'd never see me again.
And nope. No, you'd be bicycling your way down Central Avenue.
There isn't somewhere already that I would think there would be, or
But
wine
not-
flavored coffee. Either one.
There's wine flavored vodka. There is.
Somebody's on it.
Yep.
Attaboy, Jenny.
Weren't you all there the day that I found Black
And
Russians?
there's coffee flavored tequila, but we don't-
One-armed black
Oh no,
Russians.
we've
They were-
that coffee flavored tequila made it around this room one dark day.
Oh, I polished
there
it
is
off.
Merlot infused coffee from Uncommon Grounds,
Shut
1995.
the
a
fuck
bag.
up. Start brushing my teeth now.
But
Preparation
putting
for a blowjob.
right.
You're the one getting it, not giving. What do you need? $50?
No,
Amina,
I still thought I should have a clean mouth too.
we're starting slow, Amina. Just starting slow. Different
God.
cafe. Totally different
That
cafe.
is a different
All
cafe.
right, now, yeah.
But it's probably in a valley somewhere.
It's called liquor cabinet.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
It's just a few years. The
a lesbian
cunnilingus
bar.
is just a few. The ladies will protest. They'll have their own LGPA version of this shit.
The Beaver
Is that what they're
Bump.
called?
It'll just
The
be called the Beaver
LPGA.
Bump.
It's gonna be
LPGA.
the
Go.
LPGA.
The
Beaver bump?
LPGA is
It'll
gonna
be
get
called
the.
the Beaver
Ladies
Bump.
professional.
You'll
Yeah,
be
but
able
I'm
to go.
concerned
It's
about-
like caffeine. No. The
Oh,
bump.
okay.
Caffeine.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
just- come on.
Bump
Go
by
with it.
by. Okay.
Not a bump on the
Oh,
Beaver.
you know what
Oh,
they'll do
see, I
though?
was concerned.
The Beaver Bump.
I've got it. I've got it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? It's seasonal.
Oh, of course.
It's the pumpkin
Pumpkin
spice latte
Shit.
and a little cunnilingus
Uh-huh.
to go with your yoga pants that you got to pull down just slightly.
What's it called?
Yeah.
That's the whole name.
Fits that on a business card, bitch.
Right? Put that in the back of your
Big
shirt.
sign.
That won't fit on the back of a Prius.
I mean, at that point, they're saying spread it.
Oh my god.
Open wide.
That's the full name.
I honestly,
Acronym that bitch.
Latte with a
Yeah, Drew, I have the question: is the tip
Pulled down
share?
slightly.
How's the tip share working at that establishment? That's what I want to know.
just the tip.
Oh, that's true. Who gets paid
Yeah.
more, the barista or the blowjob giver?
I'm
Yeah, and
thinking
are
I
they
like-
think they
sharing
have to
tips?
tip out like a bar back.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, but which
Wait,
one?
only
I
if
mean,
you bareback though?
No, bar back. Different.
Yeah,
no.
well, no, I mean same thing.
not if you
But
have your
if you're a
back on the bar.
swallower, you keep your tip full.
Oh,
Your full tip.
Oh.
so if you
I
spit,
mean, yes,
you have
there
to
is-
share with
is
the
there
barista.
Shaft. I'm
Is
just gonna
there a
say-
spittoon underneath this coffee table?
Is it like a wine tasting that?
Can we
that,
go back to
that
the
Christians
pumpkin
go
Squish it
through?
around
spice
in your mouth.
latte? cunnilingus,
Did
'cause
you not
I'm
see
going
the
to throw
spittoon?
up.
It was right there. For crying
Oh
out
yeah, I thought it was coming out of her nose.
Don't spit in my coffee.
Yeah, seriously, not today.
Do not spit in my coffee.
Oh, that's how they get the creamer.
No. Well, it depends. It depends, Drew, on
Is that
how
soy?
big the job is. You know,
Is
it
that
really depends.
organic?
I'm gonna need to know what you ate for the last 30
Oh,
days.
I don't think we've given Aaron.
I said no whip, no foam.
Yeah.
Speaking of dick jobs,
Let's be clear.
Ohio man acting like a gorilla and masturbating on a sidewalk is arrested.
Drew, nobody spends an hour doing that.
What?
Really?
Oh, all right then.
Okay.
I
Police
must be doing it wrong.
Authorities in Warren, Ohio, detained a man last week who allegedly masturbated on a sidewalk and behaved like a gorilla.
I heard something about
like
this.
you do. Timothy Cook, 32, has been charged with disorderly conduct while intoxicated. Police responded to the Giant Eagle Plaza Friday.
Penis?
Eagle
I was
penis.
gonna say,
Woo!
It's those holiday liberals.
fucking Hillary. Regarding two white males running around the lot taking off their clothes, one of the males growling and punching the cement.
Ouch.
I think he sounds like a delight. Authorities
He wasn't fucking a-
Afternoon.
He wasn't fucking a van.
well, we don't know.
He's just reenacting how you fuck Ann
well,
Coulter.
officers,
Rolling around the
Where's
ground
that-
punching the cement.
where's that taco bag?
Oh no.
Oh, what?
Flower. Go Filaments.
Oh no.
As I was
But
saying,
I think I will always call Ann Coulter a taco bag from henceforth.
henceforth,
Get my
she-
embroidery
you
needle,
shall-
dear.
You shall be named Taco Bag.
Taco bag. Oh, that's so
Taco bag.
filthy. That's worse than Shaft.
Hey, the dust in her vag is
Well-
taco seasoning.
Oh,
Yeah.
no
yeah.
spice though.
Nope.
I'm gonna hurl.
Nothing of color's been up there. Nothing warm's been up there.
While officers were en route to the call, a second call came in to dispatch about the same males. One of the males entered the license bureau and was waving his arms around. He then exited the business and began masturbating on the sidewalk. The license bureau then locked the doors to the business due to safety concerns. Of gorillas? According to the authorities, a police officer found Timothy Cook in the parking lot. Cook was sweating profusely, acting like a gorilla, was squatting on all fours, punching the blacktop, and jumping up and down, screaming, it says, non-coherently. I just wanted to let you know it said that because I did not say that at all. The report said the 32-year-old was detained by authorities without incident. An ambulance was called for him. He was pinpointed as the person who had been masturbating. MedStar arrived, administered Narcan to Cook for an apparent overdose, which is really the only way that can be explained away.
Yeah, but Narcan's not going to cover that kind of.
He was revealed to have an outstanding drug possession warrant, which is active because of manpower shortages. I don't even understand what that means. Authorities said a different officer discovered 24-year-old Osmond Lamasters walking and detained him as well because there were the two of them. He was released from the scene and no one knows if there was an attorney present.
Or was he pounded on the
bond.
pavement?
Right. He was pounded for acting like a gorilla and masturbating on the pavement.
Different meaning to Pound Town.
Well, I'm worried
in
about
that
punching the
parking.
black top. I mean, if he comes over, I'm not going to punch him. I'm just going to put
Not
him
the
to
black
work.
top.
Yeah. Well, we don't know about any mechanophile business.
Reminds me to
because-
send you another photo.
Oy.
Keep them coming, Carlton. Keep them coming.
I'm not kidding.
Are you done?
Fine, sir.
A black man with a big penis.
We left him in a hot car with porn.
Could you narrow it down a little bit? Because I mean, that's like.
Does he have one
Is it the
arm?
cast of the Jeffersons or Good Times? I'm not sure which one it is.
And Drew
You're
says,
going to be moving on up on this one.
Drew says you can
Something
pick up your
about the
coffee at
pavement?
Glory Hole number 5.
Oh, and funny, he just messaged me.
I like the Drew did.
No, the one that
Oh,
The one whose picture
two entirely different
I
topics.
literally, it was an act of nature, or I don't know, Yahweh.
We
Send
conjured
over.
it up.
No, I did. So I'm screenshotting
it,
this
Jenny.
cock.
We're gonna
and,
move on.
And he
my
just
God.
messaged me.
And now live from Grindr.
there you have it.
But not on Grindr, on Facebook Messenger.
Anybody seen the chat room?
The more
lately?
Christian one.
Look over there. Well, now a story about my boyfriend.
Oh, Rachel.
Last Friday. Oh, by the way,
Would Rachel matter?
Arizona Central, AP News, CNN, everybody reporting that John McCain did win his GOP primary in the state of Arizona, beating out anybody else. However, I don't know how that's going to work out in the general. I'm still hoping. that
Oh,
we
no,
can-
but there was no
that
shame.
woman he
Oh,
was
it
up against was a fucking
crazy.
Right, but and did you also know that she was put up against all that? Like some of her backing were those crazy people that are changing out all of the GOP candidates in the Senate and in the House. That's all the money behind her. A lot of the money behind her was from that crazy guy that's behind Trump.
Yeah.
All that craziness. Just nuts. Last Friday, MSNBC's Rachel Maddow show attracted more younger viewers than every Fox News program that aired from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. Maddow drew 315,000 younger viewers for a Friday night broadcast. Maddow's audience with viewers ages 25 to 54 was bigger than the O'Reilly Factor, and the Kelly File on Fox News. Maddow's
Say combined.
Maddow's show had the largest 25 to 54 audience of any programs on MSNBC, CNN, and Fox News. Even though MSNBC is not on basic cable and appears in fewer homes, Maddow came within 500,000 total viewers of beating Fox in her 9 p.m. time slot. Now, Rachel Maddow's strength with younger viewers demonstrates that younger people will actually watch cable news even on a Friday night if the programming is appealing. Maddow's success also highlights the ongoing problem that Fox News is having with attracting younger viewers. Megyn Kelly was supposed to help Fox with that, but the network's viewership continues to mirror the demographics of the Republican Party.
They're dying.
Parenthetically, old, bitter white people. Fox News audience is predominantly older, whiter,
Shaft.
and more conservative than the rest of the country. The Fox News is the oldest audience of all television. Fox News has been cleaning up regarding overall viewership. Fox was even the highest rated network of all cable, but the big total viewership numbers can't hide the problem that Fox is having attracting younger viewers overall. Fox News doesn't have a Rachel Maddow type star who appeals to younger viewers. Maddow is a unique talent who is the foundation of MSNBC. As much as the network wishes that Morning Joe was their rising star, the real straw that stirs the drink is Maddow. In the midst of a critical election year, younger viewers are flocking to Rachel Maddow for information.
Nice.
And there's everybody picks on the fact that the Fox crowd is so old, their viewership, they're like 67, I think, is their average age. But then if you go and then CNN's are like 64 and MSNBC is like 61, like no one's in the springtime of Hitler, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay, but the problem with those polls, though, is they're only asking the people that are responding to the polls.
No. It's
also have to realize,
the box.
because I've talked to all of these people in the South, my family, they're fucking backwards. And they're all listening and watching to Fox News, and they're all young. Like, even my cousins that are my age,
but the average,
but they're not responding to these
average
polls.
age is much older. It's kind of like
They're old, white, stupid people.
Right, it's like 60 Minutes. 60 Minutes has been like one of the number one shows on TV for 40 years.
I think my dead grandparents are still watching 60
I'm
Minutes.
sure.
The problem
I
is-
tape
love
it every week and watch it.
The problem with 60 Minutes, though, and the reason that it doesn't get all the advertising is that it skews so old, and you want 18 to 49. So I'm just saying about the Fox News.
Fantastic investigative reporting.
Yeah, so when they make the
Just like
comments
us.
about Fox News going to having such an old audience, they're all within a year or two of each other for the average age
they all
watching
are.
cable news. It's an old crowd, so it's kind of one of those. It's a little bit biased to present it like that about their age,
But I
she
say
is
good on her.
kicking their ass, and MSNBC is finally getting a little traction because they've been so low rated that they almost went under a couple years ago. Like, they've been on the verge of not being a network for
I
a
would have
while.
never met my husband.
Yeah.
I would have.
I mean, your husband's doing a great job because the younger,
She is.
twinkier versions of the gays think that that's just a hot guy.
Oh,
And then you sometimes do too.
Yeah.
So
But it
only one of us can wear that hair at once.
But it's and now they're saying with the shakeup at Fox because Roger Ailes is out
and it's all falling
and
apart.
it's
over there.
Murdoch's two sons, I think, that now are in control of it. So they now have the chance to do it. So there was an article that I read that talked about like the Hearst dynasty and how that changed once he died. The Los Angeles Times was a very conservative newspaper, and once the family member died and the children took it over, it went more mainstream. Like all the different papers that as soon as the original person was gone, and Robert Murdoch did start Fox News as a conservative alternative to what he thought was everyone else being liberal. And he had an agenda. He wasn't like Fair and Balanced was meant as kind of a joke. Like he meant to balance them out. So now that he's gone, like what will the Sons do? Is it the end of Sean Hannity and Bill O'Reilly? Like, are they going to get rid of those polarizing? It's a really fascinating thing to look at, this large empire kind of crumbling, or will they rebuild it? Will their viewers die? And then with Trump hiring Breitbart and Roger Ailes, if they're not going to be part of his campaign, is that the backup plan for when he loses to start the new Fox News?
I thought I heard somewhere that was part of his
Right.
overall plan.
But because-
Trump's overall plan.
But does
And that's-
Trump
he's
have
trying
enough
to
money?
he's
No,
trying
but Roger
to turn
Ailes,
this whole
Trump,
thing
Breitbart,
into
that guy, the guy
a
that's running
new
Breitbart.
like Trump right-wing network media empire thing.
And they're getting
Okay.
ready to position themselves
Yes.
because everyone's
see
wondering,
it.
this is no longer Robert Murdoch.
Right.
Now it's the two, I think it's his sons and not Roger Ailes' sons. I think it's Murdoch's sons. And I guess there's other daughters. But they're like, this is kind of
makes sense.
floundering. We're not winning the ratings consistently. We're not winning the right ratings. Will they start to like turn the ship in a different direction, leaving an opening for
Yeah, let that
alt-right
fucktard
news?
Trump run it.
Right, but then you have...
And then it's going to go bankrupt.
No, but it's going to turn into that echo chamber again. If they're just driving Breitbart News
Yeah.
right into a bigger medium, I mean, it's just crazy. So if you're following...
I mean, there's obviously an audience for it.
right,
So-
right, and it's huge. And like...
Again, microphone's up here.
But liberal...
Sorry.
But
Or pull it closer
like
to
liberal
you.
radio, like what was it? What was the
Yes, sir?
liberal radio channel?
Oh, I'll explain that to you later.
What was the liberal radio channel?
Still crazy.
Have no. Are you talking about Air America?
Air
right.
America.
Yeah,
So
okay.
Air America,
Sorry, I was
straight
like,
into
what?
the toilet because
Yeah.
the people driving cars and listening to stuff that's not that are listening to the radio, that's not your
Well, and they have NPR for that.
Well, right.
right, and everybody else is listening to right wing crazy talk radio that's in that demographic. Like that's the liberal crowd. It's just not for them. So Air America failed miserably in like all 19 attempts. So this is where the market is, and it's just kind of frightening to think that you're going to have Roger Ailes. The guy, and his name's not Breitbart because he's dead, but the guy that runs Breitbart News and Trump with their crazy conspiracy theories that they whip up on a moment's notice,
Sure.
driving into the open lane that might be where Fox News was. Like, just when we thought it was as crazy as it could get, we could get the perfect storm of way fucking
Oh,
crazier.
sure. I'm sure he just wants
So I mean,
to
it's
like
one
be
of
the
those
next
things
Ted Turner
that we're all going to be
kind
like
of-
watching bells and
No?
whistles, and no one's going to notice. Like this could be happening.
Sure.
And then you're going to have people that are going to rely on that for news, that are going to think that Ted Cruz's father
Right.
helped assassinate
Right.
JFK.
Right. Well, anyone will believe damn near anything.
Yeah, I listened to a lot of podcasts
Well,
lately, so
and
I'm full of
many,
stupid
many-
information.
I felt like even at my work today, when I walk behind the bar for about 15 minutes, and I work across it's not even a street, it's just our courtyard from a big huge office tower that's mainly all older white guy lawyers, and the ones that aren't Jewish and normal, the other ones are very Fox News Republican.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeehaw. And I'm like, okay, so you live in Mesa or Gilbert, I get it, and this is what you believe and this is what you listen to, and I overhear their conversations and I never chime in because that's not what I'm supposed to do, but I learned from it, and I really got concerned today because there was a whole group of guys and all they talked about was how shitty Obama was and how shitty he was for the economy and how he's wrecked this country, and they just kept going and going, and they were so excited about Trump coming to town tomorrow, and they were so excited for Trump to be president, and I was literally, I basement wasn't flooded at all. All I wanted to do was go up to each one of them and slap them across the face and go, wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
And learn. I mean, you're college educated and you're making $250,000 a year. Like, you're smart people. Why are you not getting this? And I overheard one of them say, Obama's worst thing ever was Obamacare. So luckily, one of the guys said, the other one said, well, why is Obamacare so bad? Like, my kids now have insurance. And I was like, oh, this is going to get interesting. So I stayed behind the bar for a little bit longer to eavesdrop. And the one guy said, well, Obamacare has made every healthcare insurance company want to get away from the marketplace and want to run away. And it's done everything wrong. And the one guy said, oh, no, well, my kids, now that they're 23, they still are under my insurance. And he goes, your kids don't matter in this big scheme of things.
Right.
And the guy goes, what do you mean my kids don't matter? Like, I mean, even though we don't like Obama, it fixed that.
Yeah.
Like, and the guy goes, well, no, Obama and the Democrats fucked it all up. And now everybody's wanting to back out and nobody wants to support it. And then the one guy that was actually fighting for his kid was like, you still remember that the Republicans are the ones that are running the House and running the Senate, and Obama had to compromise. So I love that it was all these Republicans
and they've
kind of
been-
fighting each other
And where's
and
the
finally
fix?
having a conversation.
But then
And
where's the fix?
there's-
You've been in charge of the House and the Senate. Where's
The fix is vote.
no? The fix is you're in office and you've been saying that you have a
Exactly.
new plan.
And but that's why people
Clock
are now
is ticking, people.
people are mad at Obama.
Right, but
ticking
that's
for
great
4
that you're
years,
mad at
or
Obama,
8
but now
years.
you have to
Yeah,
do like
right.
you
But
have the House
then
and
now
the Senate.
now the problem is the Republican run House and Senate. Like
So where's their idea?
they don't have one.
Right.
No,
That's-
exactly.
And but it was fun to be at work and sit there or stand there and hear a bunch of Republicans finally arguing about
Right.
how they've fucked it up, basically.
Well, and it's
Like-
very interesting how the one guy was so anti-Obama until it suited him,
And yeah,
right? I mean, I remember just not liking
it's
George
always
W.
like that.
Just not liking him. It wasn't like, well, today I thought he was okay. I don't know that there was.
But
a
it's the
time that I
Republican
could
view
be like,
right now with Trump.
Oh no!
It's
I
like-
agree with you. It's
With
just
Trump,
like,
it's the same fucking thing right now. They're all saying, well, you know what? We really don't like anything he says.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't like anything about him, but we're okay with him because.
he has an R.
All he's ever done is say mean things.
Yeah, but I really want to.
Right.
What we should start doing is we should start calling Paul Ryan's office every day and be like, so when should we expect the solutions to Obamacare?
Oh, good call.
Bring me a
Like
solution.
you voted to get rid of it 64 times. So what's
What is your plan?
your plan?
Yeah.
Because I'm waiting to hear it. Because that's the right.
The plan is just to veto. I
You-
mean, just to
Right, but
Sure.
so what are you going to do with the
So,
23-year-old kid?
for the last 8 years,
what's your plan?
The only thing that fucking government has done, other than well, I won't say that. Don't fact check me. So, what needs to happen is in the last 8 years, all the Republicans have said nothing has been done right, but they haven't intervened or done anything.
Right, that's
No,
the
because
problem.
they've been spending all their time
investigating
Investigating an
Benghazi.
email.
Well, and trying to make sure that anything that Obama did come up with or his
That was wrong.
that it
Just
was
wrong.
going to get thrown to the side.
but
It
at
was
least
And
They
they
said
want
it-
to own it, and they
at
want to
least
say
they
it's
said it-
mine, like your
Yeah.
fucking wine.
But at least it said it the first day. But that is mine.
But they keep trying to say that, and it's not
But there's
working.
there's no solution.
They have no foundation,
No, they have no solution.
or they have nothing.
Yeah, that's
They've-
that's my
they've got
constant
Trump.
complaint. Like you can keep bitching about it, but you're in charge now.
They've been in charge,
Right,
unfortunately.
for 2 years.
Yep. Been fucking it all up.
Who's next? I don't even know
Yeah.
who's in.
Me?
How'd we
I
get
think
there?
you have one more, then I have
I
one
do.
more, and then we're going to move on to dead people and entertainment.
I like it. So
Happy stuff.
Is that one in the same
We're
or no?
boring
Kurt?
McKee.
So I had
Fig,
talked-
wake up.
I had talked about Ann Coulter, right? That if she hit her head on a rock, I mean,
Maybe.
like I'm not gonna cry. And
Oh,
it'll
that's
be
what those
okay.
pictures are for. I wondered why you sent me pictures.
She
So,
said there was a segue.
Yeah, there is the
I remember that,
segue
but I
to
know there's
that.
going to be pictures.
Oddly, I had put that in on Facebook, and then came across this story. Former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin took a fall while
That's her?
rock running. Yep. Took a fall while rock running over the weekend and shared images of the bloody welt on her head on social media. I tripped over my own 2 feet and crashed and burned face first. Wouldn't that be a delight for Ann Coulter? I say.
Doing math is hard.
What?
The Botox oozed
She was trying
out.
to do math and she fell
Oh,
down.
got it. But what stood out most
is
were
on
not
her
the
ear?
images. So I looked at that too. And isn't that what
Dramamine
people
patches?
or isn't that what people do when they get plastic surgery?
No.
No.
What is? What are
I
all
thought
here?
that was right here where they like pulled back the tape
No.
for pulling back. No?
Oh no. Well,
Okay.
I mean, I'm not a plastic surgeon.
No.
But I know that most, my mother speaking, it's behind,
behind
the
the
ear.
ear.
Hey, Lynn. That's right.
It's, I mean, my mother, her scars are behind her ear.
Okay.
Everything is like all the sutures. Everything is done. Something you
Something
can't
hidden.
see.
Right.
They
That's why I
typically
thought-
they'll do it behind the ear or in the hairline.
Okay.
Maybe she had some skin tags.
Yeah.
Maybe. So, but what stood out most were not the images, but the text that accompanied them. Palin also took the opportunity to blast Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton for her lack of press conferences. She hit her fucking head so hard that she decided she should do that. No press conference for nearly a year, she said. No scheduled campaign events for days upon days. No statements, no answers, no accountability, no problem. Laying low to run out the clock before November. But you're sexist for noticing it. She says she did hit her head pretty fucking hard.
Yeah,
'cause
you got that. Yeah.
Well, at least it calmed her down from that last fucking interview she did.
Yeah, the
But
Crackhead.
that's the new thing is like Hillary won't do a press
Won't do
conference.
the press conference, right.
And everyone has said it's because if she sits down, you're just gonna hit her with the same questions.
Yeah.
And they showed a clip today from
Benghazi and
back,
emails.
back in the 90s.
Jesus.
They
And
sat
untrustworthy.
down with a ask question until you drop, and she did a press conference as first lady. It was kind of, and they thought maybe if she just sits down, because they're that's why people in the media just have such disdain for her, is because she's so controlled and she's so private, and they've been wanting to get at her for years, and she does not give a lot of interviews. So they played this thing, and they thought, well, maybe back in the 90s when she was going through all this same shit, that they would do this press conference, and you could just ask questions until it was fucking over. And she sat down, and they showed clips from it, and it was like, what's it like to be a woman in the White House?
Oh.
Do you support your husband? And she was like, I just gave you the chance to ask anything in
right.
the world. I sat down at this press conference, and you just went to the same 3 fucking questions you always ask. And it kind of proved her point. And this picture is like back when she had like light hair and really dark eyebrows. I mean, it was that long ago.
Sure.
And they were just making fun of it. They're like, and here's what a press conference looks like. And we were like, no, because you're just going to ask the same shit.
Right.
Why do people not like you? Why do people say you're unlikable? How do you answer that question?
Right. Couldn't we
Those
have
Who
same
are those
stupid
people? Are they
Republicans.
the
Well, no, but
same
it was-
Trump people that say, Trump's many people are saying.
many?
But it's
Yep.
this. It's
No,
the same thing. They opened up the Democratic debate with her with that. Why do people not like you so much? That's not a debate question.
Right.
How do you answer that? And then she would be like, okay, do calculus and explain your 101 points of your policy. And Bernie gets to say free ponies and what's your favorite color. You know what I mean? It just would get ridiculous of like, why is she getting all these
three ponies?
questions?
Three ponies.
3 ponies.
Yeah.
But if you watch them on tape, if you watch them, she's seriously doing full calculus and explaining the moon landing. And Bernie's like, rah, 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 rah.
I've got the
free
Nina,
college.
the Pinta, and the Santa
the
Maria.
free college, right?
But
right.
she's got to be a policy wonk and explain everything down to how
And
Aunt
then
Katie
she's-
gets
but-
that free pony home and who pays the taxes on the shit
But then
when it
she's
gets removed.
considered boring, and people are like, "Oh, I don't like
Like
her."
her. And those
But we
debates,
love Bernie because everything's free.
but they became unwatchable by the third debate because I'm like,
Yeah, they
okay,
did.
you're just following this
Yeah.
formula.
Yep.
Where you can't debate whether or not people like you. People don't like me. Maybe I'm a bitch. I don't know. I like me, so we're done.
Can we take a vote? Can we take a vote?
That's exactly how if I was her, that's how I'd end
Are
that
the polling
debate.
places in Phoenix still
Yeah.
open? Maybe we rush right out and do a write-in.
Well, and when Palin was going through her rant about Hillary with her head open, she then tried to connect her injury to Clinton, kind of. Rock running recently. I tripped over my own 2 feet and crashed and burned face first. I recovered with the doc's super glue. And now any man who asks what happened, I'll refer to and just a mean old sexist bully. Glad for Hillary's protective media's precedence. The next woman running for POTUS has no need to answer to much of anything, for we've got weddings to plan and down dogs to do and cookies in the oven. So just leave us alone, boys.
What the fuck?
Honest to God, so the rant you were talking about, Jason, was when she was like drunk or on coke or something.
And this one's a head
That
injury.
was
And
cheap
this is
meth.
a head injury.
That was something she got from fucking Whitney Houston.
But I mean,
she made these wrong.
She,
And it's just add water.
Sarah Palin
Not
is.
crack.
And
It's
so-
when
She added a little something
and
special.
one of my favorite things was going then through the comments, because I thought that we needed to do that because Al always says go through the comments.
And
Now,
I love, by the way,
oddly-
that you printed them out.
Oh,
This
totally.
is
Yeah, yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, there's not a tree
Oddly-
safe in this story.
Oddly, nothing is said in here about Obama. I just want to
Oh,
say
wow.
that. Fourth one down.
Oh no, because
not
now
at
it's all
all.
Hillary's fault.
Right.
It's a new era.
No. This is all against her. This
Oh,
is
wow.
fantastic. So, should not go rock running when drunk, or really, she should not even open her mouth when she's drunk or type. Next person says a concussion and for traces of meth in her system. And then the next person, we're going to need a bigger rabbit hole, Alice. Perhaps she knocked loose the few marbles she still has. And then
She had one?
next, maybe.
Well,
More
two.
ink-
One said breathe in, one said breathe out.
Yeah, both marbles.
Next person says more incoherent word salad from Sarah Palin. Nothing to see here. She's a freaking idiot. Certifiable.
Oh, and none of us facts have said anything about Cher saying.
Oh, no,
Yeah, is that
that's
coming
just
up?
beautiful.
Then we'll put
That's
that in
just beautiful.
entertainment.
Yeah.
Okay.
She really is a nutcase, and she's not yet recovered from that blow to the head. I mean, but it was just funny. That was
Well, at
right
least
after
she's
this
gotten
story came
blown
out.
to
And
her
we all
head.
remember when she used to be the craziest person in that party.
Oh,
Exactly.
now look at where we are.
Exactly.
I mean,
No, she's still at the top of that list.
Oh no!
Like I don't
didn't-
think Trump is that crazy.
Oh, I do.
honestly.
she's just
Trump
better
is just
at
he's just greasing his well-oiled popularity
Oh, no, but
machine.
he's
I
a
think
he's
a
on
his
his
sociopath.
shaft, as
He's
it
a
were.
sociopath.
Yeah,
He
he's
is a
on his-
sociopath.
Absolute sociopath. Yep.
Yeah.
When he started on that I'll release my
Yeah.
my health records when she releases hers.
When is he going to get out of the fucking sandbox? Is
Donald?
what I want to know.
Donald, she released hers a year
Hey,
ago.
I'm going to take
That's
my toys.
and all you need,
Just 'cause he's
even if it's made
dumb
up,
doesn't mean
you
he's-
just need that 2 pieces of paper with it's not signed or notarized. It's your blood pressure.
Well, and
what
Christ on
meds
the
you're
cross.
taking.
His own doctor was like, well, I mean, he's and mentally fit. Yeah, he's mentally fit. He likes himself. He thinks he's the best.
And the lady in
like,
the background,
And how high was that doctor
Which is his
during
wife.
that interview?
I
mean,
agree.
seriously.
the wife in the background was just the treat. He saw him.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
this
see
year.
that part.
He saw him.
Oh no, this was an interview where the
didn't see
doctor was
that
in his
either.
office.
She's playing
and
flipper.
he's sitting there like this. He's like,
Yeah.
just trying to keep that pinball in
Right.
shape.
She's playing
I
flipper with
agree.
him because he's an Alzheimer's patient. She's just trying to keep him between the two padded walls. Oh, he saw him. He saw him. We don't have to answer that.
She's just waiting for the check when she when he dies.
Right.
She's standing
That's what she
behind
oh,
wants.
I haven't seen
For
that.
real.
We all
you
know
should-
that.
Oh,
She's
my
a gold digging
gosh.
whore. We all
You need to watch.
I mean, come on.
Wait, which one?
Look at this guy. Tell me if this doesn't look like his doctor that was sitting there.
That is his doctor. That looks
No.
just. Oh, it looks like him.
Get a better catheter.
All of a sudden, I'm watching CNN and they had a, do you need a better catheter? And I look up and this guy
Marty's
was
like, oh
on
my God,
there.
that's Trump's doctor.
And I thought it was Trump's doctor.
Who doesn't, ladies and gentlemen,
Maybe
need a better
maybe he's
catheter?
an actor.
We're all going to get there
Well, I
someday.
believe that he is an actor. I think you're absolutely
Yeah,
right,
I mean,
Jason.
conspiracy theory 101.
Yeah.
There's that.
She is just, well, anyway. So, damn it. Palin hit her head on a rock and Coulter did not. End result is
But
the
who
same.
knows what tomorrow will
End
bring.
result is the same.
You know why?
Cunt with a bump on it.
Because-
That's it.
God loves Sarah. God's on Sarah's
And
side.
hates Ann Coulter.
Apparently, she can see Russia from her porch, but not a rock.
Oh,
can't
exactly.
see.
Can't
That
see-
I
She was looking out, not
isn't
down.
is that nearsighted or farsighted?
Oh.
Or she's just on the far side.
Palin sighted. Bitch. All right, our final joke. Our final story and headlines, then we're going to move on to dead people in entertainment. It's a clever joke or a threat. Maybe it's a little of both. A sign outside a bar is turning a lot of heads lately. The message is political and timely. And if you understand the context, it might be considered a threat to the Donald Trump campaign or Donald Trump himself. The owner of the bar is famous for some edgy humor. His goal is to be politically as incorrect as possible. I will just let you read the sign and make your own determination.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
I like
The sign
that.
reads, "Hey John Hinckley, did you know Trump is banging Jodie Foster?" So if you understand
Wow.
what that has anything to do with a president or a presidential candidate and Jodie Foster, you might
Wow.
understand what that means.
But I'm scared at how many people have seen that and don't
Don't
understand.
Right, that
know.
don't
what
understand it. Right.
means.
The
For
lady,
real.
the message in front of Harry's Bananas Farm is getting strange looks from the outside. Meanwhile, inside, regular customers like Vern Johnson is just trying to drink his beer and mind his own damn business. He says, "I get myself in enough trouble," Johnson said. Last month, Hinckley was released from the mental hospital where he's been held since the 80s. He's free again. And the bit about Jodie Foster, well, that's because Hinckley was obsessed with her and thought that killing Reagan would impress her. That's how he got into prison. So suggesting that Donald Trump is romantically involved with Foster is a dark joke, and maybe Hinckley would go after Trump now if he thought maybe he was banging Foster. CBS 12 in Florida asked the owner of the bar for an interview, and an employee said, "Well, he's not available." It makes you think about what it says when you're riding down the road, Johnson said. On Twitter, the reactions do vary. One said, "Bad taste, but I still got a good laugh."
Yeah.
Very poor taste in a situation that's getting uglier by the day. Again, CBS 12 reached out to the Trump campaign to see if they have a reaction and to see if this is on their Secret Service radar. It's a federal offense to
Yep.
threaten a president or a presidential candidate. I would like to show you though a few other signs because this little bar is known for their signs and dark humor sometimes.
But, and I just want to point out before you go further
What?
that this is just as clear in intent as
That's
Donald
right.
Trump's
Yep.
Second Amendment joke
You're
Right.
right.
or comment.
Right.
You're
Like
You're right.
I didn't hesitate
Maybe
for a
the
second.
Second Amendment people could take care of it.
Right.
Yeah.
But neither one did I need anyone's help to get me
Sure.
to shoot that person.
Right.
So I just want to be clear that
No, I get it. I see
however
it.
vaguely
It works both ways.
No, it's thinly veiled.
Right, but oh god,
It's
it
not
was,
even
it was so
veiled.
mysterious, and how could you possibly take that other one as meaning shoot somebody? So does this.
Yeah.
Both of them didn't need any help.
Yeah. So there's another one of their signs. Trump and Palin. Let's make America laugh again.
Or throw up in your mouth.
Either
Both
way.
are
Oh.
appropriate.
I enjoyed this one I like, of course, a cremation. The only time you'll ever have a smoking hot body. And this one it's kind of a motto for this show. Life is a very complicated drinking game.
Amen,
I-
sister.
Man, speaking of, por favor de nada un open
Oh,
mic.
shit.
I did want to share with you guys. You had mentioned you jokingly made a joke about Aunt Katie or something calling Aunt Katie. I got a call from Katie June today.
Oh.
Unrelated to the show. I thought it was kind of funny that she called me on the day that Kat called out because I thought, oh, did she just have a free evening?
An inkling.
But no, she called me for something completely unrelated. But I wanted to give everybody an update. Our listeners, our viewers. As we know, Katie departed the show because she had too many life obligations. And one of the things that we had talked about many, many times on the show was they wanted to have, they wanted to get pregnant again, have another child. Well, they wound up having two. For those of you who don't know, she had twins.
Jesus, I thought you meant since she
No,
had
no,
the
no,
twins.
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no, no.
My God.
No, so I want to give you an update of pictures. At 11 weeks old, there is Quinn and Cohen, her kids, and I love the
And you
look
know-
on Quinn's face. Cracks me up.
Just
Doesn't it look like
adorable.
Katie June when she shows up at the show,
Kinda.
and then
Say
Katie
the same thing
June when
about
she's
Cohen.
leaving?
Topless. Yeah, there's that.
No. I mean, on the left,
Oh.
she
It's
a
looks
before
kind of
and after.
before and after. Yeah, it's a before and
No, but
after of Katie. I
Katie
like that.
June is doing very well. Called me today, and I said, "How you doing?" She goes, "Well, I'm really tired." I'm sure she is.
That's a lot of kids.
So that's
Oh my
but
God,
so
they're
the
adorable.
so the three of them. They've got the twins, and then they've got Palmer. So it's a very busy household over at the Katie June house. So I wanted to share that with you. I thought it was
Glad you
very
did.
cute.
That's fantastic.
Oh my God, Alfred, are we? You think we can pull this off? I bet we can.
Sure, let's do it. Entertainment! We have a movie recommendation from last year, just right on time. We have a sad death, a TV show that I'm just wild about. I'm going to talk about Dancing with the Stars for the first and only time in my lifetime. Movie update of a podcast that we all enjoyed, or I enjoyed, and I made you talk about it. And
I have a little story to throw into your entertainment at the end.
then Cher was in P-Town supporting the Hillary and dumping on the Trump.
There we go. Al Perkins.
And
ladies and
their Twitter war continues, and they had an all gay all the time fundraiser for Trump in P-Town and
Huh?
for Hillary. Hillary was there. Cher hosted.
He said Trump. It's okay.
Thank you. I was like,
Oh,
what?
for
You just said
For
you
Hillary.
opened my
For
wine
Hillary.
and you caught whatever I had.
and
Thanks.
Cher was there to take her Trump show on the road and just share it all. And
if I could turn back time.
woo,
Who sung that song?
I did.
I did
Just
right
now?
there.
Let him.
So, absolutely, just love the fact that she keeps him up at night. Like, he would get a decent night's sleep if Cher would just leave him alone. And she won't use his name or at the real
Right.
Donald Trump. She puts a toilet
Yeah.
emoticon or emoji
Hysterical.
Yep.
in place of his name at all
I love
points.
it. I love
But
it.
he knows who she's talking about, and it's just, or she might actually do the at whatever. But it's so much fun, and the fact
I don't
that
know if she does.
I don't know either.
I don't think so. And she just puts that toilet and like honest to God, I love that.
Yeah.
I just think he's a
But
fucking
the
idiot.
fact that
Brilliant.
she's caught on camera just giving her honest to God thoughts and so much fun.
I think he's a fucking idiot. That's what she
God,
says.
God bless the Cher. But the fact that Cher and Elizabeth Warren can keep him on the verge of nuclear war at all times because he's so unbalanced. He honestly just cannot let Cher say something shitty about him and go to sleep at night and say, "Oh no,
Right.
I got to get her back." But they're the same age, and I find that kind of funny.
Sure.
So
Oh my
then
God, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both
I
70.
totally forgot that.
And her wig looks better than his.
Yeah.
Yeah, by far. Good call, Shaq.
So Dancing with the Stars
Oh,
puts
please.
out its cast, and I guess they must have done this in the last day or two.
They did it today, this
Okay.
morning.
So
As current as today.
okay,
Is
so
the Trump on it?
Hours ago, even.
No.
there's a lot of people.
Any more
No,
specificity as to
No.
when this came
Because
out?
he's the best
up.
at dancing.
People are saying.
People are saying many
Many
people.
Many people are saying
many.
he's the best at
Yep.
dancing. Great people, beautiful people.
Beautiful people.
All of the people.
All of the people.
So I don't know who all these people are, but there's some people on this list that really shock me. There's somebody
He read a
called-
poll.
yeah, somebody called Amber Rose. I don't know who she is.
Oh, no, she's that bald.
She is
black-
Kanye's ex-girlfriend.
Oh,
Sex
yeah,
tape.
Yeah. Good
Oh,
call.
okay. Olympic gymnast Lori Hernandez, a
done.
little Spitfire from
Yes,
the Olympics.
so
Very
cute.
Aren't they all
Final
little?
five.
So
Maureen
yeah.
McCormick, Marsha
Oh,
from
nice.
the Brady Bunch.
Marsha.
Wow.
Someone named Tara Jolie, who comes from a show called Little Women LA. I was not aware that they
Oh,
updated.
midgets.
Yeah.
What is it?
She's a,
Oh, God.
she's a little
Dwarfs.
person.
I thought they were doing like from the cast of the movie Little Women.
No,
like,
no.
Oh no.
No,
She's
no.
a little person.
I don't even want to. I don't even want to hear about this.
I'm going to get a picture.
Nope.
She's a little person.
Oh my god.
And she's dancing. She's dancing with a regular sized
I
male
do.
dancer.
I do
Yes.
not want to know about this
Sure.
Oh, this is.
well, all he has to
I
do
might
is
watch
watch you
this
think
season.
so you think you can dance.
because I watch Project
yeah.
Runway and I
With the
enjoy
little
it,
kids, so
but the
that's
commercials for the
adorable.
other shows just suck away my humanity. And if someone
had
could tell
some?
me, if somebody watches So You Think You Can Dance this season, someone tell me who that girl is that's one of the judges this year, and please tell me she's not from Dance Moms. But I have a really strong suspicion.
Oh, I think you might be right.
That's
I could look it up, but I think you
You
might
mean
be
the
right.
fat bitch with the blonde? I mean the fat brunette?
No. She's a young, real young girl, real pretty.
Oh, then
I'm like,
that's
oh my
not
god,
Dance Mom.
if we're calling her fat. No. She's not the Dance Mom.
Oh.
I think she's one of the little girls grown up that's now on the show.
Oh.
But because I've never heard of her, and so I'm like, she has to be from reality TV because I'm like, I've
Aren't,
never
aren't you
heard of
watching
her.
that show? Didn't I hear something about one of the dancers farting during his
Oh.
number?
Oh no, they talked about that happened.
Chipotle.
No, that I
Or
watched
Obama.
it this afternoon. It was from last night.
Blame someone.
That the one
It's
kid
Hillary's
said he
fault.
just farted. I think because they always accuse him of farting backstage, and the guy,
Benghazi.
and it was the cute hot Robert guy, and he was like, "Yeah, fuck, yeah, I did. Like, all right, I farted." It was kind of weird. Marilu Henner from Taxi, annoying, but she can dance. I saw her on Broadway in Chicago, and she was a terrible actress, but she could dance.
And isn't she Mensa? I think she's super smart.
Yeah, and she has that memory
Oh, I didn't
where
know
you
that.
can
Oh,
pick
that's
any
right.
day.
Yes. Yeah,
you
yeah.
can pick any day in the past, and
Yeah.
she can tell you what she did that day.
Oh.
Like she's got that weird
Yeah.
memory.
I don't
thing.
remember yesterday.
I don't either.
Interesting.
Vanilla Ice.
2
They
hours
dug him up, and I guess he's going to be there.
He has that. He still has that show. He builds houses or something.
Again, I don't watch any reality television. The whole point of this entertainment section is to keep you away from reality television.
While you
isn't
gently
Dancing with the
drug us
Stars-
into
I
it
know.
by
Yep.
bringing up dancing.
No,
with
no,
the Stars.
because this gets horrible. This gets truly
Okay.
horrible.
We haven't gotten to the main guy yet.
Right.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
Yeah.
It's
Calvin
really
Johnson.
horrible.
I don't know who he is. Jake T. Austin. I don't know who that is.
Calvin Johnson's a football player.
I don't care.
And the other
Babyfa-
one's a Disney show.
Babyface.
You care about football
I do,
occasionally.
but I don't care about Dancing with the Stars. It's
Right.
just that this is about to go really wrong here in a second.
Well, then get to it.
Babyface.
you mean
Babyface
the
is
show
on there.
or
Babyface
this?
Edmonds.
James, I know who he is. L.A. Reid and Babyface. James Hinchcliffe. I don't know.
No idea.
NASCAR driver.
Are you ready for it?
NASCAR driver.
Texas Governor Rick Perry.
Yes.
I'm not fucking
I did
kidding.
not read that
yes.
one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the worst of it, though.
Oh,
we,
I know
we still
it's
have
not.
more.
Oh, I know the worst
But yes,
of it.
Rick Perry.
Rick fucking Perry.
Holy shit.
A man who can't remember which 3 parts of the government he wants to shut down. And then Ryan Lochte.
Yep.
Fresh
Shut.
from Scandal, with time before you announce it, to drop his ass
Yeah.
and
No.
say, you
Gotta
know
keep
what?
him. Gotta keep
no,
him.
thank you.
Yeah.
No reason for any kind of public embarrassment.
Right.
You just substitute
Correct.
someone else.
Anyone else.
There
really.
I watched those Olympics.
Get one of the Russian guys.
Cute guys.
Get the guy that lost to.
Pretty
Those
much.
male gymnasts.
You could
Get the guy
swing
that
a
lost
cat and hit-
to our
And
boy.
Cleve, you didn't do
Faust,
stalking.
The one
Oh.
with the from
Good enough.
Klaus?
Brazil or
No, Klaus from South Africa?
was that who he was glaring at?
The 200-meter
Oh,
fly.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah,
so
South
yes,
Africa. Yeah.
yes.
Oh, but I want
Have
like
him.
Daniel Leva, like
Oh,
3-time
yes.
medalist gymnast.
Oh, sure.
The one who took his
Yeah,
leotard
did a
off
little
during his
striptease.
yeah.
Didn't pee on anything in Brazil that we know about.
I'd let him pee on my
I just-
hole.
I mean,
Wouldn't
I heard
get
Grinder
caught?
blew up, so you don't know.
When I read that list, I'm like, what the fuck? And the thing that really bothers me about this show is that, first off, it's awful. So that's the main thing that bothers me about watching that show is I hate them with a passion that's a fire. But then the low-rated show is So You Think You Can Dance, where the people really can dance. The all-stars can dance. The people competing can dance. The dancing is very good. The music is, like, cutting edge and new, and, like, the costumes aren't so cheesy.
Choreography
The
is
judging
amazing.
is helpful. I mean, why are people watching?
And Kat Deely needs to be my fat gag.
No, she's my best friend. Mine.
Mine! I pissed on it first.
She's mine.
Oh
Bottle
my
of wine
gosh.
and Cat Deely. No,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
They're
All
mine.
right,
That's the
all
other point
right.
to the story is Kat Deely is still my
Noted.
spirit animal.
All right.
I love her.
You'll never be as tall.
But I know. No one
She's
will.
8 foot tall.
And then they stand her next to petite dancers, and it looks like she's going to eat them.
yeah, I'm like, who approved her to put fucking 7-inch Manolo Blancos on?
But
Come
her,
on.
she does her. She knows she does her own makeup and hair and design.
Good
and
for her.
Picks
She-
her clothes. She's her
That's
own
why
stylist.
sometimes she doesn't
So
look
I
so
just,
hot.
as I'm watching So You Think You Can Dance, and I'm not a huge fan of this whole like next generation kids thing, but they're winning me over because one of them tap dances, so I'm sold. And Savion Glover did the choreography yesterday. But there's
Nice.
one show on TV
Nice.
that's really good, and then there's this flaming pile of shit over here. And that's like the number one show on TV, and I'm like, America is stupid. Trump will be president.
Oh my God, bite your tongue.
So an
Bite
upper
your
wheel.
tongue.
For
Chef,
those,
chef, chef.
so for those of you that listened to 2 years ago, Serial's first season, when they did the story of Adnan Syed, and then I got sucked into the follow-up, Undisclosed, which I thought was going to be a brief 4-hour recap of Serial, and it was like most of my life listening to all the evidence they had. So by the time you finished Undisclosed, you were like, what the fuck is this kid doing in prison? So while we were away on vacation, he was Adnan Syed was granted a new trial. So they have said, yep, there's a lot of shit wrong with this, and we're kind of sorry. They could do that Alford plea like they did with the West Memphis 3, the Kids from Paradise Lost, where so that they don't have to admit any, like the kids say that we accept the guilty verdict, but we stand by the fact that we didn't do it, and that way no one can sue each other for like the time lost and everybody parts company, but you still have that guilty on there. They may offer him that, but it's probably going to go to trial, and it seems pretty obvious from all the setup that nothing that got him convicted, there's not one piece of evidence that holds up.
Oh, wow.
And the eyewitness that says he's the, like, sometimes he says he helped murder her, sometimes he says he helped bury her, and there's a very strong suspicion that he was trying to get out of a pot arrest, that they were holding over his head possession of marijuana, and he actually chose an accomplice to first-degree murder.
'Cause
Over
that's
the
better?
pot, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the level of fucked.
Wow.
I mean, that's why this story is so fascinating. Is when you're like, why is this guy implicated? Like, if this Adnan is innocent, why is this guy implicating himself in this horrible crime that he probably has no part of? Like, he's just kind of saying he's a witness to something to get out of some. Like, clearly it's some kind of a deal because he walked. He got no time. He either helped kill the girl or he helped bury her, and he served no time for it, and he still does interviews on it.
Wow.
So, I mean, there's something really weird. His name is Jay. So it's a fascinating part of this. That was the update. We missed that. And then last year when we were on vacation, and now it's on HBO, so you got to watch it. It's called The Gift with Jason Bateman and
Oh, yeah,
Joel
I want to
Edgerton.
see that one.
Oh, I didn't
No,
see
it's
it.
not Joel. Is it Joel Edgerton? I got to look it up. Where is Kat Krause when I need her to be my Google? But
He can Google.
the other guy,
I can do it. I can do
I think
it.
it's Joel Edgerton. He wrote and directed it, and a couple years ago, it was on this thing called The Blacklist, and it's the best unproduced screenplays that are floating around. Like agents, producers, everybody kind of gets together
What
and.
the fuck?
Yeah, you were right about Joel.
Just turn the
Joel
volume
Edgerton.
down.
So there's this
hell?
list, and they publish it every year of like the best scripts that aren't being made, just to make it like get everybody aware of like what's the best thing that's floating out there that's in turnaround that's not being made. And this movie made the list a couple years ago. It got made. They just don't make movies like this anymore. It's a it's a mystery suspense. Like
This is the one where the guy comes back from high school, like they knew each other in high
Yeah.
school or something, and he comes back.
and because they
And
just
he got the
he comes back
girl
into
and-
Jason Bateman's
yeah.
life and then starts stalking them, and like leaves gifts at their door and stuff. Yeah.
And so
I
it's,
didn't see it. But
it sets it
wanted
up,
to. It's a little too
and
creepy for me.
because they don't make movies in that genre anymore, they kind of had to sell it as a horror movie because they just don't make movies that aren't. It's not scary. It's not. It's just
It's not
it's
real-
no.
suspenseful?
It's a suspenseful.
suspenseful.
Yeah, it's a suspenseful mystery, and it's all told from the female character's eyes. Because if it was told from either one of the other two, they know the mystery. She doesn't. So she has to kind of go through the whole story and figure out what.
And the trailer made it seem like they had done something bad when they knew each other in high school. Like maybe somebody died, maybe a car drove off
Or
a
he
cliff or
got
something
like
like
the,
that.
or he got the
the
better-
shaft because
yeah.
Jason Bateman's character got the better
correct,
deal. Yeah.
correct.
Again,
See
a
how you're-
mystery.
I see how
Yeah.
you're tying this
Yeah.
into.
Yeah.
the
So I mean,
podcast.
just
All right,
really, really, really well done movie, and it's on HBO right now. It's on all the streaming things, and it's really good, very solid. If you're afraid that it's a horror movie and you're gonna get scared, it isn't. Like there's a dream sequence where somebody's face pops up, but like there's no blood, there's no murders, it's just a suspense mystery, which
I'm
they just
very
don't
busy
make. It's
watching
a very,
Brooklyn.
very grown up movie.
I know. I'm excited to watch.
Brooklyn, the movie,
Yeah.
the
It's on
most
HBO now.
beautiful movie.
I know. I watched it last night.
Oh my god!
Love it.
I feel like you're just watching a painting. 40 years from
gorgeous
now,
movie.
someone's just gonna masturbate on American movie classics while they talk about it because that movie is gorgeous.
Beautifully done.
Close up of her eyes that go on forever. I love that movie.
She's amazing.
Let's see. Wait. I had one more thing. Oh my god. So, TV that you need to be watching. It's on some station that I don't like, the CW or the WB or some
Okay.
shit that I thought went away. But now it's on Netflix streaming. It's called Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Already saw
Yeah.
the whole season.
Oh.
All in on it. All in.
You
It
are-
is right up your alley.
You are just not prepared for this kind of joy.
No, you're not. It's fantastic.
And because I could not figure out where this show, this network that this
And
show
she's
was,
crazy. The actress, the
Oh,
girl
Rachel-
herself.
Rachel Bloom.
I've seen her in an interview or two. I'm like,
Oh yeah. Oh, if you follow her on Facebook, she's a riot.
she's a riot, and she writes all of it. She produces it. She directs
And Josh
an
Chan is
episode.
gay in real life, which I did not know.
Who?
Josh Chan is the guy that she's chasing.
the ex-boyfriend that she's after.
Yeah.
I have never enjoyed a pilot of a TV show this much. It's so well crafted and just she's batshit crazy. And she doesn't become friends with everybody in the pilot. She just meets them, and the coworker that just has her number.
Oh, yeah.
That's like
The redhead.
She's like she
Paula.
went to Harvard and Yale. She speaks Mandarin. What the fuck is she doing here?
But it's also a musical of
And it's-
sorts
and it's-
because they
it's-
break into songs.
They break into
Oh.
there's like two original
all
songs.
original songs.
Two
Like
original
she-
songs
yeah.
per episode
Yeah.
that fit in
That's
with
fun.
the thing,
And you can buy the soundtrack on iTunes.
and
I
I
don't know if
can't
you
wait.
knew that.
I'm
Yeah.
only a few episodes in, but I felt free
cute.
to applaud during several parts of it.
Oh yeah.
And
It's
her performance is so
fantastic.
crazy over the top. And her friend, what are you doing?
looking at Jason's phone while he's taking a picture of me.
I'm like, what
Oh.
is he?
Oh, no,
Oh, I thought he was recording. all
I'm not.
this.
Oh, you had it aimed in such a way it looked like you were.
Oh, I had to take a photo of me.
Yeah, I don't think he's trying to get you.
It's
laid on
about
Grindr.
me.
Of course.
So
anyway, yes,
but
show's brilliant.
The highlight of the show is the best friend at work who only when they're manipulating the world and trying to stalk somebody is she happy. The rest of the time when crazy ex-girlfriend is trying to pretend she's normal and just doing her job, she's so annoyed and hates her. But as soon as she's ready to go off the deep end together, she just grabs her hand and runs. And it's just a delight. They just Thelma and Louise through everything. So Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I'll watch it on Netflix.
Do.
Just be delighted.
And season 2 is coming back soon.
Yeah, there's already like 31 episodes somehow. That's going to take me a while. Let me think.
And Anant to see Priyanka Chopra, absolutely. I would be all about
Oh my gosh.
seeing her. She's gorgeous.
She's stunning.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And I didn't watch the entire first season of Quantico, but
Oh.
a very good show. Very well done.
Really
Oh,
love
yeah.
that show.
And Russell Tovey from Looking is going to be in season 2.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh. I'm
like,
just like
who's
you.
doing
I'm
that?
just like him.
I thought it was
I
him.
thought I had turned that off.
I'm like, oh my god,
My
yeah,
bad.
So that-
Grinder the musical.
So I didn't want you to think I was going
Have you
all.
seen it?
I have seen the trailer for it.
I love it.
It's hysterical.
I don't want you to think I'm going all pussy on you with the no horror, but Don't Breathe, the horror movie that's out right now. Oh, so fucking scary. And It's got
Yeah?
that Jane Levy that I like, and it's the people that gave us the Evil Dead remake that was so graphic and
Okay.
so fucking scary that I had to turn it off and watch it in the daytime while sitting on my coffee table. They have a new movie out called Don't Breathe, and I didn't. It's 88 minutes, and around the 45-minute mark, I looked at my phone and I stopped literally breathing through the movie. And there were parts of the movie where we could hear everybody go, "Oh, thank God! I just needed a second to breathe." Like, you know what I mean? The door opens, the light comes on, somebody gets, and when the people on screen take a breath, you're like, "Me too. Gotta breathe. Gotta breathe."
Oh, that doesn't sound exciting to me at all.
There was
There was an older Hispanic family, like 2 seats down from me. And when the movie ended and the whole audience just laughed at like, okay, that was way, 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 way too intense. Like everyone needs a Valium and a drink. And the older woman that was with the family was just swearing her whole way out because they didn't tell her it was a horror movie. And she never sat back. I was sitting where the rails are in the front so you can put your feet up, and she had her hands on the rail, and she was just sitting there like she was on a roller coaster. Oh, poor
and never
thing.
sat back. So funny.
Fuck that. I'm with you. I'd have left. I'd have been like, we're out of here. I gotta go.
Horror is not my genre.
Oh, it's my favorite. Okay, and then in a very not a sad death. He was 83. It was time. Goodbye.
It was a good run. 83 is a good run.
83 is a good run. It's sure not young and needlessly.
I'm not gonna say that when you make it to like 58. Well, that was a good run. I mean, I might still, but
if I die tomorrow, you can say that it was a good run.
I already feel like I'm living on borrowed time, so every day's a gift at this point.
She made it way past what the bookies were saying.
Yeah, what was the spread on that?
Exactly.
The under over.
It was the under and over on 50 on that bit. So Gene Wilder, with just a list of movies, and we can all just talk about our favorites.
I have 2 sound clips. I'm sorry. Yes.
Died yesterday, the day before. Now I can't remember. August 29th.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Must have been yesterday
morning.
Died yesterday, 83 years old of complications from Alzheimer's, and he, in a very sweet gesture, wanted to keep his Alzheimer's quiet, or the fact that he was ill, with that because he didn't want people that grew up watching Willy Wonka to think of him as in that way. And they said that he he never lost his ability to recognize.
Oh, which is fantastic.
His family.
That's great.
Famously married to Gilda Radner, who was his 3rd of 4 wives, I think. For 6 years, ended in her death. That he took very hard. Started the Gilda Room, the Gilda
Foundation.
Gilda Foundation. He himself had cancer right after she died and went through a bout, and then really did very little work again. He had tried to do a series. And then he was on Will and Grace and won his Emmy for guest starring on Will and Grace.
I heard that was his last TV performance.
That would make sense.
Yeah. And he said ago. With her went his desire to perform when Gilda went. But he got married and in 1991, and I feel bad for this woman because she's kind of getting thrown to the side, but they've been married for 25 years.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Happily married. But he was a stage actor, really made his first big impression in Bonnie and Clyde. Which, if there's not enough big stars in that movie about bank robbers and fabulous clothes and things going on, Gene Wilder has a fabulous role in there. And that's kind of where he went from stage to screen.
Okay.
Oscar nominated.
And I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's really good. And the clothes are, I mean, if you're going to be a bank robber, it looked like those two.
Okay.
Oscar nominated for supporting actor for The Producer and for co-writing Young Frankenstein.
Oh,
Which Bootsy's hasn't seen.
She's got an appointment.
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
You put it on the interweb.
Oh, wait. What the hell happened here?
Is your name Igor? No, it's
Well,
Igor.
Frankenstein? Really?
Oh, my.
Oh my God,
Such
that was
a great movie.
fantastic. Oh my God, that was
Frankenstein. My name is Frankenstein.
Really?
I can't believe it.
That was awesome.
With those hands. In
Now, do you tell the story about?
I am Paul Bruchel.
And we'll play this again when Cloris Leachman dies, but this is really the memorable part of Young Frankenstein.
But do you explain why her name is funny to the
it means
horses?
glue.
Glue, right? It's German for
So
glue.
the horses scream when they say the word glue. But it's a genius take on Frankenstein as told through Mel Brooks' eyes.
But I tell you what, one of my favorite words, and I laugh every fucking time I watch it. It just makes me laugh. It's
if you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits?
to watch that clip
Peter
of Peter
Boyle.
Boyle playing Frankenstein, and he stops and he does, "Put it on the wrist!" Oh my God, it's so funny.
You seriously do not have a soul if you can make it through that without laughing. And
It's
when
hysterical. Madeline Kahn is hysterical.
Madeline got the gloves, the hat, the hair, the nails.
Nice knockers.
No, what knockers?
What knockers?
Thanks. What a Von Stuper he must have, goes without saying.
Dan, you're right. We should have you over and
I
we'll
feel
watch
like I
it.
need to watch it.
You've never watched it?
I think
I've never seen it.
Oh,
Crazy,
wow.
crazy.
And oddly, I have. That's an oddity that I have seen it.
I think I'll set up my little theater in the backyard, and you can come over. We'll
Oh my God,
have
I would
beverages,
love
be in the
that.
pool.
Yeah,
Watch
I'm
the
all
movie.
in.
And I mean, and
Sponsored by
I'm out.
U-Haul.
that movie.
As soon as she said pool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pool and
That,
backyard.
that movie hits on
Why?
every
My
single
backyard's
fucking
lovely.
Pool
level.
and backyard. I heard
Really?
two things I don't want to be part of.
I'm in.
But you're in the backyard all the time. You're mowing grass.
Different.
Can't we
Well,
just-
you
we'll
can
just-
watch the movie with you. Push the
Yeah,
we-
just push
you
the
can't
mower
turn
around
it
the
on,
backyard.
but you can push the
Yeah,
mower
fucking
anywhere
cradle
you
it.
want.
Cradle your mower.
I hate
As long as you
Cradle.
don't lick, as long as
Whoa,
you
is
don't
that
lick
a
the
euphemism
windows.
for something?
Maybe.
Cradle your
You don't
mower.
know.
Call your
don't know.
mower Juan and take it for a ride.
Just sit next to the pool with your mower.
Uncomfortable.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits?
It's so fucking wrong. And when Matt and Kevin and I
That'd
are
be perfect,
together,
Jenny.
it doesn't matter what Matt and Kevin and I are doing. If we ever have a lull in conversation, we have two things we go to. It's either or put the candle back.
Forgot about that one.
And I was
What?
like 7 years old when I saw that movie. Put the candle back. The candle. Because it's a secret passageway, and every time she lifts the candle, it spins. Well, he tries to use his body to stop the spinning bookcase, and he gets his face caught in it. And he's like, put the candle back.
God damn. That is so fucking funny.
And the one that got me, and I really can't tell you now, many years later, if it was because HBO hit it so hard, or if it really was as funny as I think it was. But the Frisco Kid with him and Harrison Ford, where he's
I don't think I've
the
ever seen
misogynistic
seen it.
rabbi
I
going
did,
to
but
San Francisco
25 years
to
ago.
open a temple. And it's so fucked up funny. And I honestly don't know if it's as funny as I thought it was, or if it just struck me
Were you-
delightful at 12.
Were you high?
No, but everything
Somebody
was-
said something about edibles.
Yeah.
No.
Jenny is sending
Jenny
edibles.
well, but not for NASA or NSA or anyone else
No,
that's
but
in
I
the
mean,
government
this,
to like
this
kind
was
of,
this was pre any kind of enhancements. That,
Oh.
yeah. I mean, this was like the murder by death years and
Yes.
the cheap detective when Madeline Kahn could do no wrong. But
The line of, I forget which, but is it Blazing Saddles? Where he's
that
like,
fucking movie.
they're farm people. They're simple. They're uneducated. I'm paraphrasing, by the way. They're morons.
Sounds like a Trump supporter documentary of some sort.
but he's
And they're
trying
Republican.
he's trying to
Right.
explain to the black guy that was brought into the sheriff of a western town.
The
in
only black guy ever.
in the 1800s. Why they don't like him, and that's his explanation. They're morons. But I mean, Blazing, and then the movies with Richard Pryor, Silver Streak,
and,
was,
Yeah.
and,
with I would say Sybil Shepherd, but
Cena
Sybil
Weevil.
Shepherd.
no, it's oh Jesus,
Silver Streak and oh God,
Stir Crazy.
Stir Crazy. Yes.
But
Yes.
See No Evil,
Oh, I
Hear No
haven't
Evil
seen
did not
Stir
go,
Crazy in forever
was
either.
not like largely received.
No.
But oh my God, I
That was
remember
very funny,
watching
too.
that. It was
Well, and oddly,
hysterical.
the one of the movies
Wait,
he's
and
most.
I haven't seen that over 20 years. Is that when they switch roles, or like one's blind and
one's
one's
blind and
Yeah.
one's deaf. Right.
Yeah.
Gene Wilder's
And-
deaf and oh.
and Richard Pryor, right?
been a long
Jill
time.
Yeah, I
Clayburgh.
haven't
Jill
seen that movie.
Clayburgh.
I
Jill
think since the
Clayburgh.
80s.
Joe
oh,
Clayburgh.
I can see her in my mind, and all I can come up with is who's the other blonde
The,
actress?
the other odd thing with his career was the fact that one of the movies that he was most iconically identified with was the biggest box office failure. Willy Wonka
Yeah.
and the Chocolate Factory was not a box office hit at all.
yeah, and it's
But
and
Show
not
up, Dale.
and I think one of the interesting thing is a lot of the kids, like the memes that are on Facebook now, where it shows him leaning against something. Oh, you're this, you're that, whatever.
Yeah.
Tell me that.
They have no idea who he is. Like they think it's funny. I think a lot of the kids will repost it.
But children aren't like you. They watch movies. Willy Wonka still gets around.
I have seen it. What I'm saying, I think there's a lot of the younger generation today.
But I think
they're not like Cher.
But I think that movie.
I mean, he's not like Cher. Like they don't know. Like they know the music, but they don't know who she is. They know his face because they've seen the movie.
Because they've seen that movie.
It's kind of like
it's like The Wizard of Oz. Like that just gets played.
I would like to take a poll on that.
Oh, I mean, honestly, because that movie was HBO hit that movie hard for a long time, and I don't really like it. I never really liked it.
You're trying to convince me that 21 through 25 year olds.
No. But then it followed that thing of then it came out on video, and like everyone that didn't have HBO that got video, like all of my nieces and nephews, they know Willy Wonka because it was out on video, and it was a movie you just showed your kids.
But we're talking about the original. We're talking about the Johnny Depp
right. No,
reboot.
that's what I'm saying. My nieces.
I just would find it very.
But then it came out on DVD, and the parents love it, so they're showing it to their kids. It's like Grease, and it's like Young Frankenstein.
I'm gonna let you tell your story, but I don't.
It's not like Young Frankenstein.
Honest to God,
they're not showing that shit to kids.
But it is to look. No. But like Young Frankenstein made it its way past its era to like.
Yeah, from the box office because it then came something campy.
Yeah, but now we're 40 years later. So but it's because of video and TV and it being on all the time that people still see it. And you play that for your friends.
Well, it's like the Christmas Story.
But as soon as you meet
it's making more money now than it did when it came out 40 years ago.
You just proved my point.
Think that
it's one of those movies that just keeps playing and you're not sure why.
But I think that the difference with it is that when Johnny Depp came out with his, there are a lot of people that associate Willy Wonka with that instead. And I haven't seen that one because I tried to start watching it. And I thought I'm no.
I liked it better, but it's just because I really didn't like. I really just did. To me, Willy Wonka and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Now that's a movie that just died at the title because no one watches Chitty Chitty Bang Bang anymore. It's not on every Sunday.
I kind of enjoy it though.
Yeah, but it was scary. It was scary, and I'm like, is this a musical? Is this a horror movie?
Right.
Is this bitch gonna kill me? Like, what the fuck is this?
Fair.
And maybe if I had been stoned at 6 years old, Willy Wonka would have made more sense. Like
Well,
when they got on the boat, that's when when they got on the boat is when they jumped the shark.
Yeah,
in that movie.
I just thought at the end of it, I didn't think Willy Wonka was a nice character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's not. It's a very dark. Yeah,
it's a very dark.
Yeah.
And years later, you learn that that's just a pedophile.
Yeah.
Going on. I mean, the whole schnozberries and all of that, the lick the wall, that became like the biggest thing, like licking the tip and having the kids and the adults and that was in a book
Veruca
later
Salt,
on
like that became a band.
Penis.
Like it stayed in popular culture for a long time. And when we did the Show Tunes night at the bar, I would always go to the bathroom or something, but we had to play a Willy Wonka thing, and even the last Show Tunes in P-Town. Like Willy Wonka's on there, so there. I mean, it's just that movie that you just don't. Grease, I get. Grease 2, I don't get why people are still watching that.
Oh God, I don't understand.
Wait, people watched it?
Grease 2.
Say I swear.
I swear,
No,
I love Grease 2.
Wait, he hasn't seen most of the movies we're talking about now, but he's seen Grease 2.
Grease 2, Michelle Pfeiffer. Oh come on, we're gonna rock, we're gonna roll, we're gonna bop, we're gonna bowl. Oh come on,
we're gonna roll.
Cool Rider.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm on board for some of it, but not to say it's a good campy movie that's gonna live around
it's
forever.
one of those.
No.
But no,
I totally
that's what I'm saying.
Not
These
gonna live
movies
forever.
are just forced on you because they used to play them every Sunday, or HBO just beat the shit out of them. And if you grew up somewhere cold, you were watching TV for a couple hours.
It's a good point. It's a really good point.
So, anyways, we digressed a long time on that on how movies make it longer than they should. But the
rest in peace, Gene Wilder.
And the woman in red is really funny.
Yeah,
that's where him and he's really in love with, I think, Kelly LeBrock, but Gilda Radner keeps thinking he's looking at her, so she thinks he's in love with her, but he's following Kelly LeBrock, and it's great fun.
Ensues.
Yeah,
sure. And that's what he was just so good at. I mean, he really was. Oh, look at you have a partner in crime up there. Drew loved Grease 2 as well.
Oh, and it's
Amina. Grease 2 is a fucking travesty. Amina wins. Shaft for the win.
Shaft. I love it, Amina. I'm with you.
I would like to get all kinds of religious, but I saved that for Chorus Line, the movie. That's the worst musical movie ever made.
Really?
Oh, hands down, that's the biggest piece of trash in the world. But The Aristocrats, watch The Aristocrats. Find that, watch it. Make sure you're not where anybody offended can hear it.
But I was kind of. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna go there.
I think that was it for entertainment.
To my surprise, somebody that I reached out to on Facebook actually knows of the original movie, and I'm surprised.
It's like The Wizard of Oz. Like they played it every.
The Wizard of Oz is not in the same
But you know how every Sunday at Easter they play
for
The
the
Wizard of
generation.
Oz.
I get that.
So even though I was born many years after The Wizard of Oz, I
5.
still know. Well, yeah, I still know what The Wizard of Oz is
Born in
because
44 or 5,
they
right?
played it every Sunday, so you couldn't get away from. I mean, every Easter, the
yes.
10 Commandments. Not a
Right.
favorite movie of mine, but I can quote anything from you because Easter
Well,
Sunday they play the 10 Commandments.
I just
Don't they
know-
still?
No.
ABC
yeah.
owns
I
the
think
rights
they
to
do.
it now. I think.
I just am well aware
never
of the
seen it,
short
Bootsy?
attention span
I've never seen
theater
10 Commandments.
of people that
I've
are
never
younger
seen
than
Wizard of
30.
Oz all the way
But
through.
when
And I
you're a
am
child, your
surprised-
parents force it on you. Like my nieces didn't go looking for The King and I. Like, what did Rogers and
Were you
Hammerstein say
Amish?
about
I know.
the Kingdom
He's
of
not.
Siam?
He's not listening. She's not listening. He's not listening. I have never seen The Wizard of Oz all the way through.
Shaft.
Nor have I seen the 10 Commandments.
But if you saw
That
a
I don't give a
picture
shit
of it,
because there were 15 and he
Yeah,
dropped
but-
one.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but I mean, how can you grow up
We
in
are gonna
our?
have so much to do.
Now
playing
I've
in the
got to
pool.
throw
It'll
this
be
out
fun.
that I am the younger one here, but
Whoa, hey.
But I
By
still,
10 years, at least.
ugly.
But I've seen every fucking movie made since like the 30s. So, like, come on.
But it doesn't have to. I'm not. We're not
like
talking.
he's
about,
talking about like what movies
We have
were playing on
so
TV.
much to watch.
Like
Yeah, but
it
the thing
was
was there
growing
was-
up.
no-
you had like
you have no
every
idea.
year it was the same
So
movie.
many
There was
Every
3
holiday
networks,
it was the
you had
same
nowhere to go.
thing.
You were trapped with your family. Somebody
I've never
turned on
seen a
Mary
Barbara
Poppins.
Streisand movie.
What?
I have never seen a Barbara Streisand movie.
I don't know
How?
what to do with this.
I've never
Have
seen
you?
Funny Girl.
You're not
Have you?
gay.
I have never seen.
I think I can
Yentl?
be.
Not
I think
even
I
a
can go with you
Yentl?
on that. I don't think I've seen them.
Never seen a Barbara
Nothing
Streisand movie.
Yentl.
I've never seen Yentl.
My
Never
mom
seen
showed
Funny
me
Girl.
Yentl when I was
Never seen-
4.
I did not see The
I know the
Sound of
music
Music
from Yentl.
all the way through until I was in my late 20s.
And now you can't stop watching it because
And
it's the
I've
best way
never
to get
seen
away
it
from
again.
Nazis.
Which movie?
Sound of Music.
Oh,
The Sound of Music is.
The Hills
I've
Were
never
Alive,
seen.
and I bought
Still
it.
in
I've
my
never
top
seen a
5.
Marilyn Monroe movie. I've never
seen that.
a.
Blondes have more fun.
No,
I've seen
never
parts
How
of.
to Marry a Millionaire.
No.
God damn.
Nope.
Parts of I've seen here and there, but no. Some Like It Hot. I've never seen
No.
that movie.
Oh.
I've seen that clip. That's
Are
about
we
it.
going to catalog all our failures here? I don't want to.
No,
I'll,
first of
I'll
all,
beat you all. Trust me.
I don't know. It could be.
There are
All right,
so
well, you guys
many
have that
older
conversation
movies
privately.
I've never
Moving
seen.
on.
Oh no, Bootsy can stay. Bootsy can stay.
Listen, Jenny. Somebody get Bootsy out.
I want to share with you because I can, Alfie. You were talking earlier. You don't know. Going back to your Dancing with the Stars. Here is your little girl with her husband
she is.
as she got
she's
married.
cute.
Yeah, she's adorable.
Ham hop
And
lens
then-
and all.
And then this is her with the cast of the show, The Little Women of L.A. So she'd be the second one from the left in the picture.
I remember her. I watched a season of that.
She was also on RuPaul's Drag Race last season.
She was. That's where I.
Who's the
recognize her.
remarkably tall one?
Oh, she was a Russian.
Bitch.
She was a Russian mail order bride.
Anything
now,
I say here is going to come
if I-
across as insensitive
Don't
towards
fact
little
check
people,
me.
so I'm just.
But
done.
I believe she was the Russian that was literally
Oh,
bought in
'cause
the
of
mail,
the
like
steroids.
FedEx overnight.
But like I said, I watched
Or
Project,
Amazon Prime, I
I
don't
watched
know.
Project Runway, and the entire time, and The Walking Dead on AMC, and every time they show commercials for the other shows, I'm like, la 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 la, like I cannot fathom the
have to
fact
tell
that
you,
I'm watching a channel.
Oh, that hurt.
We should have warned somebody.
Maggie and Marty just ran
feel
away.
I feel like Hannibal
What?
just ran like a motherfucker.
Nobody cares anymore.
Sorry, Nina.
People are wondering, when is he ever going to do his Natalie Cole imitation again? There it was, ladies and gentlemen.
There it was. All of us together.
I miss you.
Like
crazy.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Don't miss her. She's
Yeah.
still dead.
I miss you.
Still dead.
But she's been sober now for
I know. And
months, years.
Slightly,
however
a
long.
little less time than Whitney,
Whitney
Houston,
Houston,
but fingers
yes.
crossed she'll catch up.
She'll
Well,
catch up.
there was
Now-
one very quickly.
but wait, Jenny,
Although
was
impossible
it
to-
the true Wizard
I
of
sent
Oz
you a
or was
picture.
it the Return to Oz?
No, it was the Wizard of Oz.
I sent you a picture because I just want to point out
You
that there's
just
some
sent me another picture?
exciting news.
You and your fucking send me
Sorry, I
shit.
just got
Exciting
it.
news. U-Haul's giving discounts to lesbian farmers.
This just in.
They do that already?
Gay men are getting the shaft.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please.
Can I have
and
a time
thank you.
Just in case. Just in case.
Oh my God, you're kidding me with this.
Just in case anybody wants to see this, October 16th, live. Special encore Monday, October 24th
where is this fucking
in
picture?
select cinemas nationwide.
Where'd it
We
go?
can buy tickets. Kirk Cameron invites you to join him. Francis Chan, Dr. Ben Carson, Eric Met Texas or something, something fucking moron. Special musical guests and thousands of believers across the country for a live interactive evening of hope, vision,
Did you say
courage, and
believers?
shaft.
Did you say Believers?
Believers.
Belieber's gonna have a shaft there
Kirk
because he just showed
Cameron-
his sausage.
Kirk Cameron's Revive Us
I can't
will
believe
be in select cinemas
you know what?
nationwide.
If the option is him, you can leave me dead. I don't need
just
to be
want to
revived.
say, one night, one hope, one nation
There
under
was a time frame when I
God.
thought he was cute. And
Wanna
then he
come out-
became
do you
Oh,
think
I
it's
mean,
any
it really
different?
isn't that he's not attractive. I'm sure if you could make him shut up or,
Oh, I was so hot on him in the late '80s.
What was it? Growing Pains, right? He was on Growing
Well,
Pains.
Growing Pains,
Yeah.
but then he made a lot of Disney movies.
Yeah, he was a good
And then I was like, that's jerk off
There it
material.
is.
He was a good.
I mean, he could still go in the spank bank if he could pry
If
the
he just would shut the fuck
fuck
up.
up. Yeah, he's offensive.
Oh, he is offensive.
But again,
I want
support
there
his
to
right
be
to
a
free
sex
speech.
scandal of
Revive us.
him and his sister banging.
Oh God,
Like-
I'm gonna vomit.
Well, I mean,
oh God.
Well, but
Oh Jesus.
I don't really
him and
want
another,
it.
Him and another man.
Yeah.
To cleanse
No.
my palate of that, we're gonna go to Tonga for just a second, just because I feel the only reason we're
Beautiful.
gonna get through that. Yeah,
I mean, we need
You
that.
know, he was in the closing ceremony as well. Did you
yeah.
see that?
I don't care about the clothes.
No.
Oh, you should, because he was up
He
on
only-
stage. Yeah. It was,
Not oiled up like fucking
no, he
No,
was.
he-
oiled up.
he was
Paula
oiled-
Dean's dessert.
We
He
can
was-
also cut to a picture of Al drinking champagne. So there's that. We got that.
Ah, it's a good one. It's a
I
good
thought that
one.
was the Queen of England.
Back, same thing.
Well, yeah. Did you? I don't think there's a difference.
Have you ever seen them in the same room
Yeah,
at the same
thanks,
time?
Mom.
I don't think
My
so.
rule was brief but memorable.
I do have one. You had something. Oh, that was. Is that what you had? You
Yeah,
throw
I
in the
just
pot.
wanted
Got it.
Revive us.
All right, I'm gonna throw this in. I'm gonna put the link in the old chat room. Where is the chat room?
Chat room.
I've lost. There it is. This link. I'm
That
gonna
chat
put-
room, is that new with the
Aaron
flex?
has
There
left.
is the link to this story. We've talked about him on this show before, and I've been in love with him since the first time I spotted him on. It was a YouTube channel that popped up. Sam Sui.
Yeah.
I love Sam Sui. I've just been fascinated by him.
Have we figured out his race yet?
Who cares?
I do.
He's
Because I want more
winning
of it.
is his
more
race.
of it.
He's
yes,
winning.
I want more of it.
he's winning.
Can we mix more of those people
So
to
Sam
make more of him?
Sui, who started out with a video, him and his friend Kurt or Hugo Schneider was his producer. Kurt Hugo Schneider. They did a video where Sam sung all the parts harmony with himself, doing a Michael Jackson medley, where they shot it on a stage. And he actually, they merged video. He walked in, did all the parts, yada, yada, yada. He's done a lot of covers of different people's music over the time. He's got some original stuff. He's done tours. I just thought he was super, super, super cute and a very fun, very talented kid. He got married to his longtime boyfriend.
Aw.
And
Have they found the body?
of which one?
I mean, they're not going to dig around your yard or anything, right?
I said he got married.
I know, but I was just wondering what happened to the husband afterwards.
Yeah, if you killed him.
Is the
haven't found
husband
him
still
yet.
alive?
Yeah, there
I
it
haven't
is.
got to him yet.
There it is, crazy ex-girlfriend. Where is
So the link I just put in the chat
How
room.
old is he now, though?
Is that the link for the video?
The link is for the story and the videos there. What they did
embedded.
was they had a film crew come the day of the wedding and shoot the entire day, and they made a video of it, and they sing together a song called "The Promise" or "This Promise." It's such an adorable video. I watched it today. It's so cute.
Fucking
I
faggots.
do not agree with the choice in husband, but then again, I don't know the man. Because again, this takes me completely out of the realm of possibilities for Sam Sui, because we were really close to going
I know.
together.
We were at the fingers crossed part.
Fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
I
link
really
I
thought you
just
had
the
it.
link I just sent is the Michael Jackson. Video,
Oh, very good.
the
So,
official-
and
so
that-
that's that one too. So
And that
that's-
video's a delight.
It's
it is.
adorable.
They
So
were
many of their
students
videos.
students at Princeton.
Princeton or Yale, I've forgotten, but they had access to the music department, the video department. They were just working all angles of everything they had. Very talented group of kids. There's no doubt about that. But to see the video, to watch the video, apparently they do an homage, or part of the ceremony is with regards to traditions of his parents' background, and there's some with his husband's parents. It's a beautiful video. It goes through the reception and the dinner and all the different things. It's a very cute video. But anyway, but Sam Sui got married last April, so it's been a little while that he got married. But it's a very cute video, all the behind the scenes, and they sing together. They had sung together for some previous songs that are on that channel. So if you subscribe to him, I think it's The Real or The something Sam Sui on the YouTube. You can see all the different things he's done, and it's not just with him. He's sung with multiple different people, a lot of solo stuff. But his take on stuff has been very, very cool.
And
Cute kid.
Him and Kurt and two girls do.
That cup song.
The cup song.
Oh, that's so
really
cute.
cute.
And
That
not only is it amazing that they sing it, but the fact that they make that cups shit even harder.
Yeah.
And that it's
They're doing all the hand movements.
yeah, they're all doing, and they're
Doing a
passing,
hand movement,
and
and
they're
it's all
pass-
4 of them.
and they're passing the cups to each other.
And I wonder how many different takes that took, but it looks.
That's more than Ask to Ask could ever ask for.
They make it look effortless, but
Butts to nuts.
It also looks like it was done in
One
shot.
take.
Yeah.
right when in one shot it is. It's done in one
But
take.
how many
yes.
rehearsed-
But how
how
many?
many-
Right.
yeah.
How many times did they have
How
to
many
do
like
that?
fucks?
Yeah, but it was very cute. So enjoy the video. Follow him on Facebook Facebook or on YouTube. He's a talented kid, and Kurt too. If you follow his page, which is separate, he does a lot of fantastic production stuff. And I'm like, this kid's gonna go somewhere. I mean, he's young now.
And he's already worked with a couple of big
Oh, has he?
names. Yeah, he's gotten it somewhere. And
How big is he?
just kind of right next door to that, I have a YouTube channel where you can watch Kevin and I make several attempts at the cup song in
I didn't know
P-Town.
the cup song was on it.
Oh, that's the whole start of my YouTube channel. Is
Oh, I thought it was a spatula and you in the rain trying to do play by play.
that's year 2. Where were you through year 1?
Ignoring you.
It's probably. But the first year was all the
Sorry, I just noticed something from an aunt. I
Yeah,
didn't
he's
know.
saying that now he's on the repeat,
Well, I don't know
Does
how
that
the
make
fuck you're on
sense?
repeat.
and we've been frozen for a while.
Well, we're
Just to
not.
pop
This
out.
isn't broadcasting.
I
don't know how many times I've tell you
but
that.
I
when
know.
you do broadcast it, we're going to be frozen.
But it's a good look.
Yeah, at least your
Yeah,
at least
you
your
look
mouth's
good.
closed.
I look busy.
You
okay,
look good.
I'll allow it.
Yep.
Fair
Typing away.
Sorry, guys.
Everything's shit.
all right. So let's go to bullshit.
And Clayton looks
Or
like
do
he's
you got
about
any?
to
Or
choose
Bootsy, what do you got?
Just keep going.
Bootsy, what do you got?
Oh, I got nothing. What are we talking about? I got nothing.
He asked if you had bullshit.
I have nothing.
You don't have any bullshit
I
at
don't
all.
have any bullshit.
Do
I
what
have
that
bullshit?
means?
Do you know, like, is there anything this week that happened that you want to call bullshit on?
Bullshit.
Oh.
We got this from Drew. We love this.
Anything
Fantastic
this week
segment.
that I want to
from-
call
Thank you.
bullshit on. You're going to have to come back to me. Let me think about that.
Oh, this isn't come back to me segment.
It's not something.
Welcome
It is
back.
for, it
I'm
is
gonna
for
call
somebody
you-
who's never heard of the
say
segment
Chili
before.
Cook-Off 2004. Just,
I mean, come on.
just say
That didn't
wings.
happen in the last week.
Welcome back,
Chili
Cotter.
Cook-Off. Yeah.
Come on.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. You know what's bullshit?
Benghazi.
Fucking roommates not putting on the fucking toilet paper the right way. It needs to go
Over.
not under. That's bullshit.
May I step
Chef.
into this topic for just a
And
minute?
scientifically,
Yeah.
it was scientifically
I'm gonna.
researched or something.
I do not have a roommate, and that's fine. I'm gonna step into his world of roommate.
No, you don't need it.
The bigger,
He's not listening,
The
so it
bigger,
doesn't
the
matter.
bigger issue is it's not the toilet paper is like the fine
for it,
hair
yeah.
that fell on the camel's back that
Oh,
broke
it was the DNA
There are-
sample from a crime scene.
There are so many other aspects to this roommate situation that need to be
literal
fixed,
bullshit.
resolved, and moved on about. The toilet paper is the least of our
Yeah, but
concerns.
I was saying, but it was a part of the bullshit segment. That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
It's just bullshit. It's one way or the other. Are you a top or a bottom? I'm not gonna go with this. I'm sometimes verse. No, this isn't a made-for-TV movie. It's bullshit. That's the bullshit segment.
Versatile is bullshit.
Sometimes. Pick a side.
Daniel, if you don't have sex, it doesn't matter. You're not a
Very
player
true.
in this game.
I am only gay in theory, not in practice.
It's
Let's
kinda
make that
like
very clear.
bisexuality. It's
only
you're
gay
not-
in
you're
theory,
not gay in
movies.
not in practice. Listen, I've already told him I have a crush on him. He doesn't like white guys, so we're never gonna happen between us.
Well, and you're also the same age-ish.
We're a day apart.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah,
a
but
day
see,
older.
Yeah, but
Okay,
that would
so
be the
see?
problem.
Older
Oh,
man.
that's
It's not
very
even-
true.
yeah.
Older
It's
and
not
white.
even-
I
right.
know.
Stick
Older
a
and
fork
white.
in that.
I mean, you
story.
might
It
as well
just
call me
ended.
Donald Trump. I mean,
For
seriously.
No, you're not that bad. I mean, I like your car.
Now, if you've ever wanted a specific example of
Because
damning
it
with
sounds like
faint
MaxiPad.
praise, you're not that
You're
bad.
not as bad as Trump.
I mean, you're not horrible when the lights are off. All the way.
That doesn't even sound
Is it my
appropriate.
bullshit?
It is your bullshit.
What's
All
your
right.
bullshit?
I have a printout for my bullshit.
Of course you do. Another tree died.
Brock Turner will be released Friday.
Yes!
Oh,
serving
I
only
said
this
half
is
of his
bullshit.
laughable sentence.
Yeah.
No shit.
3 out of the 6
Fucktard.
months.
Yep.
That's bullshit.
It really is.
And I don't think he met the demise we all wanted him to meet in the prison.
I don't think so, but there was something that I found that the Stanford survivor had written as part of her letter,
Yeah.
and it said, "You don't know me, but you've been inside me.
You don't know
and
me.
that's why we're here today." The Stanford rapist addressing her.
I think I've said that to a couple people.
addressing her
I don't
rapist.
know if
May or
And
may not have been drinking.
And I just
I
thought
don't know
that
if you
was
know
really,
me, but I've been inside you.
really interesting.
And I hope that follows him around from job interview
But
to job
I don't
interview.
think it will.
But I think we can help that.
I would hope
When
so.
we stop
And I'm
call-
with you.
When we're
That's
done
what we
calling
need to
Paul
do.
Ryan each day, we
Right.
just call someone in his hometown and remind them there's a rapist amongst
That's right. You might
Here's
want
what
to
he looks
protect your daughter. Do you have a daughter? Do you have this? You might want to protect her.
like. Yeah.
You know, do you have an animal? You might want to protect it.
Oh.
Well, because ugh, I cannot believe. So, absolute bullshit that that he is getting
Yeah.
out that early. And then, the bullshit that is tied with it about that other kid that got like a minute or probation.
Oh,
or,
yeah, because of the harm that jail would do to him.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He needs to have a good college experience.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's, again,
I do
bullshit.
have my bullshit now whenever you
Go
guys
ahead.
Oh,
Yeah,
now.
Amina,
I had to think about it.
He
Amina-
said,
Let's talk.
disclaimer was, he
Just
said,
very
give me a
quickly,
moment.
Amina, yes, Brock Turner is getting released 3 months. So it's been 3 months instead of
Yeah.
the 6 that he is supposed
Like in
to.
4
gets
days.
released
Like
on-
in
on
Friday.
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 Yeah.
Anyway, my apologies.
So my bullshit is let's talk about the San Francisco 49ers quarterback sitting down for the national anthem
Okay.
and all of the fallout
Mm-hmm.
as a result of that.
And all of the
I
fallout,
think that's
agree.
all bullshit.
It is all total
It's
bullshit.
all bullshit.
Okay.
All of it.
Yep.
All of it.
You can disagree.
Would you like to
concur.
move on now?
You
Because nobody's
can-
going to disagree with you?
No, This
No, but
is
good for you.
This
That's-
is where the Midwest mentality of patriotism makes me batshit crazy.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Makes
there's the guy in Saggy Butthole, Mississippi, with his
Oh.
raised
We have
Toyota
a
pickup.
specific city.
With
Is there really a name of a city called Saggy
there might
Butthole,
be.
it
It's
sounds like?
Mississippi. Have you
Yeah.
been to Mississippi?
I
It's
feel
all
like that
a saggy
could happen.
butthole.
Yeah.
But he's driving around in his
We've
in his
lost
lifted
Mississippi listeners.
pickup with the Confederate
Sure.
flag on one side and the American
a
flag
picture
on
to
the
prove
other,
it.
and
That was me in high
those are the
school.
ones who are like attacking
idiot.
this guy, and they don't
Yeah.
understand. They're like, "Oh, I'm patriotic. I love America." Da, da. No, you don't have any clue what it means to be patriotic.
Yeah,
you don't have any clue what it means to love America.
Amendment 1.
Exactly, like the very first amendment, like freedom of speech.
And you can talk back to it, and you can say what you want to, but when people start suggesting, like he has to leave the country. No, you have to stay here. That's what we do here.
Well,
we
wasn't
protest.
it Trump said to find a government or find a country that will fit him or that will suit him.
Right,
Yeah.
but Donald
Have him
Trump
find a
can go on TV and say that John McCain's not a war hero.
Correct.
And the
I'm just
only
saying,
reason
yeah.
because he likes his ones not captured. He
Yeah.
likes his heroes not captured. That's an actual insult to an actual member of the armed services who fought for our country and was held prisoner
Yeah,
for
And a
5
senator.
years.
Like, I don't like McCain either,
and
but
he's
he's
going
a
to tell
senator.
me that he's
And
more
so-
patriotic than.
But they'll still.
Kaepernick.
But they're gonna vote. They're gonna be pissed off at this one. But they're gonna vote for Trump. This guy
Yes.
literally insulted a POW,
Right.
and but that's fine. But this guy's sitting down and,
And
just
the silver
silver.
the
silver
family.
Yeah,
Silver Star
the Gold
families.
Star family. Gold Star family.
Gold Star
My
family.
bad. I'm sorry.
You can talk back to it like anything else, like the duck fuckers on the Learnin channel or A&E wherever they're hiding.
Or I'd like to call it TLC, Touching Little Children.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck
Good
is
call.
that channel?
Well, the Dugars
So,
and the
all I
the-
learned,
The Dugards.
So you have
all
all those
I've
people. I don't
learned
want
from
any
that channel.
I don't want any of them to not have a TV show because I have the power to turn it off. But I am going to speak up when Mrs. Duggar is doing robocalls,
Sure.
calling gays child molesters, and then her son
Absolutely.
is diddling the kids
Yeah.
that she left
Yeah.
him with. So, yes,
Correct.
you go ahead, say what you got to say, but you're going to hear back from me. And that's and the interview that I saw with
And you
Colin-
you
Colin
have the
Kaepernick.
choice to
Kaepernick.
listen or not.
Right.
Yeah, Colin Kaepernick.
The fact that he was so ready for the criticism, he was so ready for the backlash, and then he was anti-Trump, and then to make it even better, he was anti-Hillary, and he had his points laid out very clearly. What he didn't like about Hillary, what he didn't like about Trump, and I'm like, this is fantastic. Nobody can claim him or blame him.
Right.
Did he and my
he
only
thought it through.
curiosity
He thought it through.
Was this something that because I was surprised he chose to do it. Like if he had thought it through.
He thought it through.
Oh, he thought
And
it
the
through.
only reason I say that is because why wouldn't it be at the first game, where you have a hell of a lot more of a national audience? Granted, it got everybody going, even at a preseason game. But I was surprised by that. That it wasn't.
And maybe it makes
of a
the opening
focal-
maybe it makes opening day that much
Sure,
more interesting
sure,
because you
sure.
have that to go with.
Yeah.
But if he had something to say, I don't know that I would have taken the stand that way. But that's his platform.
Right.
He has a national audience. The time that they're going to see him make any kind of protest is during the national anthem. The rest of the time, he's playing a football game. But right now, I got a minute. You're all taking a second. It's not a platform that's available to any of us. So,
Well, and this is
currently-
where I'm going to wrap in. This is bullshit part 2, the sequel. Everybody who got upset at the Olympians who were not holding their hand over their heart during the national anthem.
It's like
Am
the
I
fucking president.
wrong here, or do we not only do that during the Pledge of Allegiance?
you don't have
Like,
to.
do we
should
not-
stand-
You don't have to do it
You
anytime.
stand at attention.
Right, but I mean, I normally associate putting my hand over my heart with saying a pledge, and to me, that is when you are saying the Pledge of
Allegedly.
Allegiance to the flag. The national anthem is just a song.
Yeah, and
you don't have
you're
to hold
supposed
your
to
hand
sing
over
along.
your
You're
heart.
supposed to sing
You
along.
should sing along. You should know the
robustly and
words.
loudly.
Absolutely.
And I think you're supposed to, if nothing else, stand
Take
at
a hat
attention,
and take
you
your hat
have
off.
to take your hat off.
Yes.
And,
I do all of those
A lot of
things.
people
Actually,
will take their
you
hat
don't.
off to do that.
You don't
and
have
put
to
it
take
over.
your hat off if you don't
You
want
really
to.
don't have to do anything.
Thing, right?
Very true.
America.
But
The good side.
the people who are like, oh my gosh, we're going to vilify these Olympians because they didn't put their hand over their heart, and I'm like, they're not supposed to put their hand
They're
over
not
their
pledging
heart. It's
allegiance.
they're not
They're
pledging
singing
anything.
a goddamn
They're just
song
singing
that
a
was
song.
written 300 years ago.
So
Shut
that's my
the
bullshit
fuck
part
up.
too. It's all these people who think they're patriotic, they understand what patriotism is, and they understand what freedom is. They really
But
just
they're doing
don't
it better
have a
than
clue.
you are. They're just doing patriotism better than you are. That's what you have to
they're
realize.
Well,
really
and
not.
it's the Bill of Rights as far as that goes. To be able to say, with Donald Trump and the Second Amendment and, promoting that. The reason that I'm okay with Trump, if you will, is because of the First Amendment.
Yeah.
He has
'Cause
the
he says
freedom to
whatever the
say.
But when you
says
put out
whatever.
a-
but he has. But when you go to that,
When you go to the part where you're making a threat against
Right.
someone else, then it's fire in a
veiled
theater.
or otherwise, it's
right.
totally
then
different.
you've made something different. But
Right.
just a protest saying, I do not agree with the policies
Right.
and procedures of this particular institution, that's freedom of speech. Coded language telling someone to shoot somebody
Right.
so they don't
Not
win the
okay.
election after they
Right.
win the election, not okay.
Yep.
That's not apples and oranges. I mean, that's not oranges and oranges.
Right.
That
Absolutely.
makes it apples and oranges.
That's just you're crazy.
Good
Wow, did I
bullshit.
backdoor my
No.
way into that one?
And I agree with what you guys are saying. I mean, it's up to anyone can have their opinion.
Yes.
About him doing that. And,
But I'm also at the
or
place
not.
where I don't think just because we all have an opinion, we should necessarily need to share it.
Inflicted on
Sure,
everybody
If you
else.
Sure.
do share it,
Sure.
you
And that's
need to
what's-
deal with the repercussions.
That's the
be able to
downfall.
back it up.
That's
Right,
the downfall
right,
of
right.
social media, in my opinion.
Oh,
Is now
definitely.
we all feel like not only do we have an opinion, but we should
can
be
share
allowed
it.
to share it,
Right.
and that it's our
and
opinion
there's
is
going
therefore
to be
right.
a meme there for it.
Yeah.
And there's
With
going
Willy
the
to
memes.
Wonka.
Yeah.
I love the memes.
No,
I don't
but
care
I'm
the
just saying, like, there are so many things.
But if
that,
Donald Trump is going to get on social media and say, come fuck me raw in the ass, then
you know you're
somebody
not on
should be able
Grindr.
to, somebody should be able to walk up and fuck him raw in the ass, and then he can't get mad about it because he's the one that said, please come do it to me. Like, if you're going to say it and you're going to be on fucking social media.
I think you lost all of us on this
No,
transition here.
I didn't.
Oh, my bullshit is so much less exciting than yours.
But I want to hear it.
Yeah, what is it?
Okay. yes.
We're not there. You're not done
Oh.
fucking
No,
somebody in the ass.
No,
I
I don't need a visual of anybody fucking Trump in the ass.
Oh,
okay,
no,
let's
none of
just
us do,
move
but I
on.
mean, if you're
For
gonna
real.
go on social media,
Unless
if you're
they're
gonna
doing the
go in the
Pledge of
news, if you're
Allegiance.
gonna say anything out loud, and if you're exercising
Holding
your
the
right to
Confederate
speech,
flag.
then expect the repercussions from it.
Oh, and
January.
we learned.
Everybody's allowed to have a reaction to it.
We learned from Joy Behar, and she told us many years ago over the Emmys that as soon as you have an opinion, you automatically have your first enemy.
Yep, you have to own it.
If the minute you stand up and say, I believe in this, not this, be ready to have an enemy. And this was before there was really a big internet presence. And now it's like, okay, just get ready. I'm going to have a firm, clear opinion on this. And as if Kat was here, I'd rather be divisive than indecisive. Hamilton. So
Can we just call her?
So it's out there, and you the minute you have an opinion, you just have to be ready for I can't either. The soggy butthole.
That's good.
I feel like
It's just
people can
good.
see me from behind while you're here.
The video's not working, but still.
You can still tell I have a soggy butthole.
On the map, it's called protruded.
So my bullshit is this whole drumming up of, and they did it in 2012,
100 years.
and now we have to go through it again, where they just have to make it seem like everything is close and it's razor thin, and the election is, oh my God, it's this, instead of just saying one person's clearly ahead and this person's crazy.
I haven't heard anything saying it's razor thin.
But
they're trying.
No, I
They're
read the
trying.
article today that said that Trump is up and it's now closer than it
42
was.
to 37,
And,
and he's
And even
gaining.
and they'll take
That
it
was
and they'll
just
say
today.
there's 5 points between them,
it was
but
5
it's
points.
getting closer.
Yep.
One of them is still winning, and like 90% of the polls. Like, stop making it sound like
Can we talk about the Electoral College
Yeah.
for just
Oh.
a minute, okay?
And why-
if you
I mean,
see
think-
the Electoral College map,
Yeah, you're okay.
we're okay.
And
It's
get
fine.
rid of, I mean, God bless him for the get rid of Dr. Drew. And the Death Den, as well. But
It used to be called Dr. Drew's Death Den, but now it's not.
but as far
absolute
but,
bullshit that moron had a job for that long.
Yeah, at all. I agree.
By your third or fourth dead client, bullshit.
Yeah.
We're going to need to talk to you,
You're
Drew.
no
Can we talk to you?
good. You're no good. You're no
Yeah.
good. Baby, you're no good.
I'm gonna say it again.
I'm gonna say it again.
I enjoyed that.
Oh, goodness. All right, Clayton.
It is what it is. Go on.
Well, my bullshit, and I know for a fact, over the years, we have spoken about this before. I almost made a video today of me actually putting it in the recycle bin. I was, the blinds in the front windows were open today, and I usually am key on people walking through the neighborhood. I try to watch who walks down the neighborhood, who walks up my sidewalk, all these kind of things. I'm like, who the fuck is this person? And I realized they're delivering phone books.
Oh, yes. You
And I'm
talked
like,
about this
bullshit.
before.
Can we
That's
come?
bullshit.
Can we? Why are the people? I'm so surprised that people still. But the only reason that they're produced, the only reason, is that people still pay to advertise in them, because that's all it is. It's all these. There's nothing that says you have to publish. If I'm not mistaken, there's nothing that says you have to publish phone numbers anymore. It used to be a kind of a courtesy. The phone or the phone company put them all out. It was all that. This isn't even
And
a
when you didn't have any
residential
other way of finding a phone number.
Right.
It was,
But this
was
isn't even
useful.
residential. This
Who's
was
called 411 and forever?
Oh, I can't even remember the last time I
I
called
don't know,
information.
huh?
Yeah.
But I know that for a fact, even if my grandparents were alive today and couldn't find a phone number, they would call me to find it. Like I
Can
would be
you
their
Google
phone
this
book.
for
Right? No, and right. But I'm like, why is a phone book? It's a waste of resources, waste of time. I'm just astounded that people still think that advertising in this yellow pages, because it's not residential listings, it's all business. But I'm still like, who? Is there really a shelf in people's houses anymore? I swear to God, Marnie, if you
How
say
big are
yes,
they? How big
if
are
you
they?
say yes,
Are they still this big?
So-
are they
I'll
really?
go
they're
get
thick?
it.
Oh,
So why hasn't
Marnie,
remember when
no.
John Oliver?
Well, listen, she's the one who prints out the comments to bring to the show
That's
instead of
because
looking them up on the computer.
That's because my computer is frozen up so many times here that
So,
I got
but-
sick of it.
But I
So-
thought you got it fixed.
But perfect thing about this is John Oliver brought up, what was it, 2 weeks ago, about the whole newspapers.
that's not residential. I'm
Oh yeah.
wrong.
Oh, I was like, don't throw it. It might hurt
Well,
him.
this is actually a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be.
But so
Well, that's
when
what-
John
that's what he
I'm
Oliver
going to see
brought
if my
up,
number's in here. Hold
Yeah.
on, please.
was it 2 weeks ago? And I think you mentioned this on your show last week or the week before. But John Oliver had that fantastic whole segment of his show about how the newspapers are dying and
Yeah.
and
Yep.
how
Oh, that was
awful
what
that
Kat
is.
Carlson ordered. She ordered the Sunday paper.
Yeah, and that the TV news quotes newspapers.
Newspapers. So how is it that newspapers are struggling so bad, but they can still fucking print this shit.
Right.
Like,
I agree.
who needs it? Who
Somehow,
wants it?
in one of those
And
million.
you're right. It's an advertiser paying for it.
Right.
But how is the business? How is West? I mean, it's been called so many different things, but now it's Dex.
Dex.
I mean,
Which is
years
still part
ago-
of CenturyLink.
CenturyLink. Like, well, how the fuck is that coming?
I think
Worst
somewhere,
internet service ever.
honest to God, I think somewhere in your phone bill, whether it be landline or thing, one of those 9 million lines of taxes, one of them is printing that motherfucker up.
Could be.
Oh, it's always Lerner and Row on the back.
It's an alphabetical listing of.
Well, they're the way to
Oh,
go.
and so that is 100%
So it's
business.
just all
100%
business?
Yeah,
Right.
it's
So
all
it's
business.
just.
Well, it used to be
astounding.
white was residential and,
Yeah,
and
no,
yellow.
now
was-
the white part is just alphabetical of the businesses, and then the back is the advertisements.
Oh, so there's no
The advertisements.
There's
The advertisements. Yes.
I just cannot imagine. Oh God, I gotta. And I remember doing it as a kid. Yellow
yeah.
pages, finding a number.
But it
for
was
something.
also like 3 times the size, and I think
Oh,
the yellow
stocking
pages
back then
was
was
actually
so much
2
harder.
books. It was like A through L and M
Well,
through
no,
Z.
wait, no, wait,
so
no, wait,
so
no.
big.
Back in my hometown,
It was a leaflet.
there were two. Right.
It was a trifold brochure.
But in
Photos
my,
included.
in my hometown,
You got it stapled to your to-go food.
there were 2 books. There was a residential book that was about
And then the Bible.
that thick. Right. Well, no, the residential.
And you
book,
got more
The whole
Bibles.
residential book for the entire area that I
Yeah.
lived in was about that, and then there was one about the same size that was yellow pages. But that was it for my entire hometown, and it's probably not much different now if they still produce the books, which they might. I don't know. Yeah. But I remember when I first moved to Arizona in '93, the residential was thicker than this.
Oh, yeah.
And then and so was the yellow pages. Still
The
2
Yellow Pages
books.
was 2 books. Well, no, the yellow pages.
Oh,
both
were 2
right, because it
books.
was A through M, and then N through
C.
Z.
Yeah.
All I know is the day that, because there's no limit to my laziness. The day somebody told me about 411, I was like, well, burn that witch. That show's over.
I'm not looking anything up again.
Nuh-uh.
Oh my gosh. Well, so
It's a good bullshit. I like that.
Okay, but so along the lines of 411, what was that number you called for time and temperature? Was it 512-1212? What do you guys remember that?
555-1212.
Oh,
that
see, I
was-
was close.
Oh, I thought that was
So
information.
remember that?
They called
It wasn't
information.
information.
Yeah.
It was you called to get the time so you could set your fucking microwave. Like, literally.
No, that wasn't the number. 555-1212
Was information.
was an information
But
number.
then one was 411.
41 that was the same thing, but it was 3 numbers.
Oh.
That came later. 55 because you couldn't dial 3 numbers and get something.
Then what
back in
was
the
the
day.
number? Literally, you picked up your.
Whether you're buying a car, consolidating bills,
Not
or paying
this
for
one.
one of life's
Wait.
unexpected surprises, U.S. Bank has great rates on loans and lines of credit tailored to meet your needs.
Hang on.
Stop in and visit our friendly
Wait till the
staff
commercial
and
again.
see what U.S. Bank has to offer. U.S. Bank, all of us serving you. Today is Wednesday, August
one.
31st.
Is this 411?
U.S. Bank, time 12:09.
Missouri.
Current temperature 76 degrees.
there. So I still remember the phone number from as a little kid to get time and temperature.
And what was the phone number?
For me back home, it was 417-624-2211.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
it was different for every area because 555-1212 was information.
It was information
Oh.
from any zip code or from any area
Yeah,
code.
and that's
Any
why
area
all
code.
TV. That's
But
why
before
That
that,
makes me
number,
so
there was
happy. That's
a
awesome.
3-digit number. I think you hit star and then 3 digits.
Well, that sounds like a cell phone thing.
yeah, that was later.
This was before. This
You
was
had-
in
there was
the
a
80s.
landline?
But
This
we're
was
talking-
80s and the landline.
We're
I
the
remember what you're talking about.
we're the
You
dial.
would,
Yeah.
we
you
were
would
the dial
pick up
phone
your
girls.
phone. You
Yeah.
got the dial tone, and you would hit either star or pound.
Yep. It's true.
Do we call it
But-
pound?
Oh, yeah.
But ours was from the
Or
ours
is
was
it
from
hashtag?
ours was from the dial phone where there was the only 3
Rotary.
Yeah,
The
there-
rotary.
and
I'm still old enough to know
but
that.
there was no star key on that. It was not an option. So you
A
couldn't
rotary,
do
no, rotary didn't have a star.
No.
Yeah.
But I remember picking up the kitchen phone that had
But
the
your
20-foot
white slimline phone had it.
Yes.
That's right.
So, and you would hit like a couple numbers
seen that
and you
video.
could call and it would give you that time and temperature.
So I
and
wonder
that's
if you,
all
do,
it.
if you do pound 511 or yeah, hashtag 511 pound. I wonder what it gets us. Stand by. Let's see what it gets us.
Oh, and there's a story that's going around the internet, and I could not even open it because the headline scared me. Me who likes horror movies.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
Okay, well, so there's that. Not that one.
I'll Google it.
Or no,
if I can
from
find out a
here.
fucking Mexican's name in
But-
fucking Miami, I can figure out
But
this.
I guess that's a fact.
I feel like it was different for every time. But there is a story going around, and somebody has to open it up and investigate it. But I swear, it was too scary for me to even
clowns?
open up the link. The clowns that
Oh,
are
the
luring
clowns in
children in
Carolina.
South Carolina
Yeah.
All in the Carolinas.
into the woods, and
I sent that to my friend
a true
Dale. Oh,
story.
Dale, who's in the chat. He might still be listening, but I sent it to you, Uncle Chip.
so I don't
He's so
know how
fucking
this.
scared
It
of
might be a
clowns.
scary story. It might be a delightful circus that's taking place. We'll never know because I can't open that article.
Children have said that the masked figures have tried to attract them with money. Clown sightings in South Carolina community have residents on high alert.
It's just fucking creepy.
It
The
is
picture.
fucking
The
creepy.
oh my god.
Well, Amina even said, I call bullshit on creepy ass
Yeah.
clowns.
Well,
So
because
that was her bullshit.
she sent me that link, and
Well, she did, that's right.
And I was like, oh no, I can't even open that.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't
The
either.
creepy sightings at Greenville's Fleetwood Manor apartment complex allegedly began on the 19th of August when a resident relayed that her son saw clowns whispering and making strange noises in the nearby woods. The resident, who was not identified, said she went in to investigate and
She
quote,
went into shock and almost
quote,
died.
Saw several clowns in the woods flashing green laser lights. The
Stop.
figures then ran away into the woods.
This is the stuff of nightmares.
Adding to the family's unease, the following night at the same time of 10:30 p.m. Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
The woman noted that her oldest son said he heard chains and banging on
Stop.
the front
Again,
door.
Chains and banging.
We are
In
moving.
the
That is
early
how that
hours
story
of
ends.
August 20th at 2:30, another resident said she was walking home when she saw a large figured clown. That's the Lane Bryant clown.
Yeah.
With a blinking nose, standing under a post light near the garbage dumpster
I have
area.
that number.
The woman said the clown waved at her, so she waved back while safely making her way home. The
While
suspect
dialing her
did not approach
psychiatrist.
her or harm her in any way. Several children said the clowns have appeared in woods behind one apartment building, and that they try to persuade them into the woods further by displaying large amounts of money. Donald Trump clown, that one. The kids said that they believe the clowns live in a house located near a pond at the end of the trail of woods.
Hansel
The
and Gretel is what it
responding
sounds like.
Greenville Sheriff's deputy
I see you've
reported-
met my handyman.
I've been building a man with blonde hair and a tan. Not that one.
They called it a sling blade. The deputy reported that they indeed found such a house, but no clowns or any sight of suspicious activity. They noted in their report that there's no video surveillance in the community.
And you know my buddy Jason Blum, Blumhouse Productions, is going to be making a movie for $2 million starring, what's his butt? No, starring Ethan Hawke.
Right,
That will
right,
make
right.
$70 million,
Sure,
and I'll
sure,
go see it
sure.
10 times and have nightmares the rest of my life. Just the thought of opening the door and in the woods seeing clowns whispering and
Yeah,
shining.
just look at it on your Facebook page. For real, I sent it to you because I'm
wasn't
looking
there
out for
last
you.
month? Wasn't there a clown wandering around some city in Wisconsin?
I feel like we
He
do
was
this.
No, that
holding-
was Drew.
He was holding balloons.
Drew,
Right.
I'm just playing, buddy. Drew's from Wisconsin.
Oh.
so, you know.
Seriously, that is the stuff
That's
of
the
nightmares.
yeah, but
And that's when you just you call your psychiatrist and your realtor, like 1-2, like we're out of here. Don't maybe mention the clowns.
Or you just set the woods on fire.
right?
There's a
I
pond
agree.
somewhere,
There-
the fire will stop.
there is a strong argument to be made for the forest fire.
Apparently, a letter was sent out to.
When they burn, it's gonna
area.
smell funny.
This is the clown in Wisconsin that's walking around with black balloons, just
Oh.
wandering aimlessly through town.
And I don't have the clown
Have you
phobia.
heard of that, Drew?
I don't have the clown phobia, but that story
tastes funny.
brings it home.
Oh,
Yeah.
my friend, my friend Dale, that's in the chat room right now. One of the funniest fucking
Dale
things
Spies.
ever.
Dale
Yeah.
Spies. Very funny.
One of the funniest fucking things. He was on his way over for a Vikings game one Sunday morning, and he stopped at a Circle K, and he went to get, I don't know, like one of those shakes, like a Slim Fast shake or a something, whatever. And he goes, he is scared shitless of clowns, and he goes and he has this protein
You can't even get through this story.
and he turns around and there's a clown standing right there, like on his way to a gig or something. And he's just in there and and just throws the shake, and it just pelts the clown. The clown's all like, still smiling because he has to.
Right.
Wow.
But he's
Paint it
standing
on.
there like, I mean, I really do think that he may have severely injured that clown. But it was fucking hysterical when he talked about that, because he
I'm not necessarily afraid of them,
pitched
but
a
that would probably
strike.
be my reaction as well.
Because it's a
standing
normal
when- well, and
human
when you're-
reaction.
Just don't turn around
And he's
and
scared.
expect to see a clown.
Right, scared to death, and all of a sudden
normal
here's this
reaction.
clown, and he did just.
Remember Jack
God
Handy on
damn.
Saturday Night Live?
Hey,
Oh
meow.
my gosh.
When he would
Oh,
go,
yes.
deep thoughts.
Thoughts with Jack Handy.
I've always been afraid of clowns. Maybe because when I was 5 years old, a clown killed my father. Somewhere in my house, I have a whole
thanks
book
for
of deep
listening,
thoughts.
Meow.
Is that noise really necessary?
It's a fax machine.
Oh.
I thought it was supposed to be a time and temperature number for Phoenix.
Okay. At the tone, it'll be time to figure out what a fax machine and how to use it.
We were calling the 90s.
Yeah. My pager went off. I heard it.
They want their clown back.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I read, and because I read it when I was a child.
Oh, see, no.
Oh no!
I saw Salem's Lot as a kid, and I slept in my
With
bedroom
David-
with the
with
lights
David,
on for
what's
like
his face?
3 months.
What's his
David
face?
Soul.
David Soul.
When they jumped down
Starsky
onto the
Hutch.
grave,
Yeah.
and oh god,
One of the
it
best
still gives me
best
nightmares.
adaptations of a Stephen King novel
So
ever.
good.
Lot?
Yeah, that is
Oh,
one of the
God, that
best
movie
ones.
Was horrible.
Yeah.
It's probably why I don't like horror movies. Is because I
It
saw
could
that
be
movie as a
because
kid.
of that.
Oh, and I read everything. I love scary
God, it was
books,
so
but and I made it through it, and like, but I didn't leave it with a
see
fear
it,
of
you know?
clowns, except for puddles.
Except
I
for
like puddles.
We love.
I love Puddles.
We
Puddles is in a
love Puddles.
different realm.
Total different clown.
Sad
I love
clown
it.
with a golden voice.
Yep.
All right, we're going to move on from this segment to another one, and it goes a little something.
Wait, stand by.
What?
Dial 719
Cheese and rice. Yeah.
567
If this is your grandmother, I swear to God.
6742.
It's probably Fox News.
That's a fucked up number. Not even one you can remember
No,
easily.
I know.
Yeah, because that was easy to
But
remember.
this is the new one that
There's
they.
almost a song about it.
But this is the new one to bring you back.
Stand by.
It's compelling. It's gonna be a clown. It's gonna be a clown.
U.S. Naval Observatory Master
Oh, that's the
Clock.
master
At the tone,
clock.
Mountain Daylight Time, 23 hours, 21 minutes, 15 seconds.
But this is now the number they direct you
Universal
to.
Time,
Right.
5 hours, 21 minutes.
So, as a
20
kid growing up, I was given a shortwave radio by my grandfather,
Yeah.
who was in World War II. And excuse me, he was in. No, he would have been in World War II. And that was my favorite thing. I've talked about this before on the show. I wanted every clock in every fucking house to all roll at the same time. That was my obsession. And that's why I'm so happy about phones now, because all the phones have time and they're all exact.
Right.
I used to use, and I sold it years ago off of eBay, but that radio, when I found that you could dial in and get the exact time, oh my God, that was fantastic. And then I figured out I was gay, and that was the second fantastic thing. But the first one was time. I needed time.
Time.
I needed time.
Time won't give
How
one.
many times a day did you call that number just to see if
I didn't call it. I just had it on the
I need
radio.
time with that shaft.
Time.
shaft time.
See what's become of me.
Shafty time.
I think we could just end it at that. We've thoughtful
Do
vulgarity our
we
way
need
through
to
all
go to
this.
the next segment?
Nope, fuck you.
And now, Thoughtful Vulgarity, where we in the studio try to make ourselves slightly less shallow, which is not hard to do. We will ask one question of the panel while fucked up drunk. Because you know at home how well it goes when important questions come up several hours after alcohol has been served. Politics, religion, why not? What could possibly go wrong? Who could you offend? Good luck.
Love it. He's just got that soothing.
Yeah.
Just makes me want to take all my clothes off and lay alone in the dark.
It's really soothing. That's what I always hear.
Yeah, your voice is very soothing. Yeah.
It's mentioned a lot. So aside from Crazy Pants over here, so what was your
Crazy Pants?
what was the thing that you like focused on as a child, to the point of annoying your family with the correct time?
Everything had to be at a right angle.
Oh, I love you.
Everything has to be everything had to be at a right angle when I was a kid. So all
Again,
the stuff
microphones
like
up
that.
closer.
Oh,
It's the
yes,
black
right,
thing.
sorry,
Pretend
I
it's a
know.
date. Jesus Christ. I don't know why it's
Not
challenging
used to
for people.
something
I mean,
so
no
black
money
and so
changed
big.
hands.
Yeah.
Settle down.
I mean,
Shaft.
yeah, everything had to be at right angles. I was very, very anal, and everything had to be perfect, and it always had to be at right angles. Nothing could be crooked, no diagonals, no nothing.
Are you still that way?
a little less.
It's,
For the most part?
it's softened a little bit. As I've gotten older, it's softened.
88 degrees is enough.
But yeah, I was batshit crazy about right angles.
Okay.
Yep.
I love it. I love it.
90 was too much.
Too much. Yeah, now it's too far.
Don't go to 87. What the hell's wrong with you?
Same question for me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What drove
It's
me
the same
crazy?
question for
Like, yeah,
all
what,
of us.
what was,
Well, I didn't know.
It's the
What was the thing that you kind of fixated on as a child that like made your family a little crazy?
Like something you just would not let go of that mom and dad are like, calm down.
Yeah, like really, it's okay if one clock says 4:58. You're good.
I don't recall my mom ever.
No, I
having an
had,
issue
but I had a lot of issues. It was like Reader's Digest in the 80s.
Oh my god, I
Seriously.
loved Reader's Digest.
I think
Drama in real life was
In-
my favorite section.
without a lot of it was, and this makes me sound so faggoty. Seriously,
not
You
that
were
story
sending me
here.
dick pics
I know.
earlier.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna.
no.
do with what you're
You
My-
couldn't be gayer.
We
Can I
can't,
show
we
you a
can't even
list
see
of
that
the
bridge you
things?
crossed in the rear view
There's a
mirror.
list of things that are.
I had a big obsession with my mom's shoes, and whether it was her tap shoes or her ballet shoes or her high heels.
Is she a gay man?
Almost
Could be.
Because you
I
just
There are a
described,
lot of Fosse moves in
you
his
just
house.
described his shoe collection.
And
Freaky
because
Friday.
I knew that, like my mom, like I was a latchkey kid, so I was at home by myself all the time, and I would walk down the grand staircase in the foyer with
Gran Torino.
it was, and I would
Did you live?
Now is she anti-male?
South Fork. He lived in South Fork.
He
staircase?
shot too hard.
the main
Wait, this was in Soggy Butthole, Mississippi?
yes.
Texas.
They had
East of,
tensions
just
there.
east of.
But I
sister
remember
city.
growing up as a kid, walking down the staircase wearing my mom's I loved her
the
tap
back
shoes.
staircase or the grand one?
The main grand
Your
staircase.
okay.
And not the back, not the server's entry.
No.
No.
God.
If it wasn't that late in Texas, I would call your mom right now.
But I loved walking down the stairs wearing her high heels or her tap shoes because I like how they made the noise.
Sure, of course.
But I would go and put on either she had all these silk long robes or her fur coats, and I loved watching them fall down the staircase as I'm walking down.
Because you were
that
naked to begin with?
Oh yeah, probably.
Can I just say, kind of makes my time thing seem nothing, doesn't it?
I'm sorry I wasted Crazy Pants on you. But Crazy Skirts is still available. And Crazy Accessories is still on the table.
Hey, I'm being honest. Wait, so am I the only one that's ever done that?
Yes.
Yep,
Yeah.
solo
Yeah.
act.
Yep, sorry. You're on
The
your
worst
own
thing
there.
I ever did that was connected to that at all was I remember painting a hallway when I was younger, and I wondered what frosted hair would look like, and I just sort of painted my hair.
Well,
And then the next 20 years, I paid for that.
Yep.
Other than that, but I don't remember.
So you Pepe Le Pew'd it is what you're telling me.
Yeah, but I never grand staircased.
I just wanted to know
Hey,
what
we
it
didn't have a grand staircase.
Yeah.
Or what?
I wanted to know what it was like to make an entrance.
Wait, are you the Danish girl? I'm
How many times had you seen Annie Main before this?
A few times. I mean,
A
I
few
grew
times
up
that
on musical
day.
theater, so like
Sweet
it was my mom
baby
bringing me
Jesus.
up that way, and
It's
then
not an
hiding
accent,
it
dear.
from
When
me.
you're from Brooklyn, you must do something.
And I just, in olden days, I went to stocking with the sons of the shocking. I'm on a grand staircase.
And
And
putting
there
on the
goes.
Ritz. No, that's that thing.
You can't see it, but my tap shoes are going batshit underneath this table.
You know what? I asked my mom I asked a lot of
2
favors.
minutes. We have to
I know.
hurry.
Okay, but I told her, I go, no matter what happens, when you fucking kick the bucket, I'm finding your tap shoes and I'm keeping
Keeping
it
'em.
forever.
All right, Marina.
Sorry, but thank you for the comedic relief.
Actually, it won't matter. Just keep talking. Who cares?
Funny.
The whole show wasn't broadcast.
Mine's really kind of very easy. I just wouldn't go to bed. That's how I drove nuts.
You just stayed up all the time?
I would be like, I'm not tired. I didn't want to miss anything, so I stayed up all the time.
All right.
Very attentive.
Very attentive.
All right.
It would be like, go to bed. No, I don't want to. Nope. So
I know you all are listening on our audio feed. It's going to cut off in about 60 seconds.
Mine was the HBO guide every month, and I would just sit and wait to meet the mailman because I know what day of the month the HBO guide came, and I would memorize the HBO guide for like every movie and when it was playing and when I could be home and how I could get to a TV.
Oh, I love it.
My problem with HBO is deep. It's not as big as her
goes
problem.
Was there a grand staircase? How about you, Clayton?
No,
it's
time.
just the clocks. He
Mine was
started
time.
Just the time. Okay.
Time. I was
okay.
obsessed with it. I wanted the time to be exact.
Perfect.
Somebody's
okay.
got to pay attention
My
to the
bad.
running this show, so I made
The
his
grand staircase.
As Drew says, grand staircase, the newest gay adjective.
That's gonna be my
grand
lifetime
staircased it.
made-for-TV movie.
How just very.
The grand staircase.
How very.
Who's
to
going to
the
play
side.
you, Morgan
Holy
Fairchild?
Thank you for suffering through this night show with all our technical difficulties. We're going to be back next week and hope we can pull this off. My God, I hope we can. I'm going to work on it. I
Fingers
swear.
crossed.
As we wrap up tonight's show, let's leave you with this parting thought. We will hopefully see you next Tuesday.
Oh my God.
You've been listening to The Show on Q Talk America.